Every time you're away from that console, are you making a calculation about how much money you're not making? How much money are you losing sitting here with me right now?
I mean, it's not like an absorbent amount, but it's enough to be like, dude, what are you doing?
Tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, definitely. That's a perfect assessment.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about! Ninja with the victory! What a win, dude.
Do you know how many hours you've streamed this year?
Fortnite alone is like 3,400 or 3,800 of Fortnite.
That's this year.
It's like 142 days of streaming.
142 days of streaming.
Of gaming and streaming, yeah.
You mentioned this happening in the last year. There was, you played video games with Ellen, you danced last night with Fallon. You had this ESPN, the magazine cover,
Yes,
which
man.
for a lot of people was the wake-up call.
Right.
One of the things that blew people's mind in this article was the quote that you make $500,000 a month. I don't believe it because I believe you make a lot more than that.
On a good month.
And it was when you were making 80 or 90 a year that you decided, I can get out of college and I can quit Noodles and Company, right?
That was the deciding factor. Was my mom, by no means was she going to let me quit my job or drop out of school. And I say that like drop out of school. I don't even like that because I always had every intention of going back. I actually did go back when I had like an eye issue thing. My stream took a dive. But yeah, after the 80, it was like 80,000 a year. I was like, Mom, I'm doing this until, if I make less, I'll go back.
Could you be the first $10 million a year gamer?
Definitely.
But you must meet people who have no idea that people make money.
It's rare. If I had $1 for every time I was at an airport. So what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to a tournament. Oh, what kind of a tournament? I'm like, it's a video game tournament. A video game tournament? You make money playing video games? And it's just, and I'm
Play this out. And then you have to tell them there's money.
Yeah, and then it's like, yeah, I mean, it's simple, the gaming tournament explanation. It's just like, yeah, a bunch of people buy a team pass, that money goes into the prize pool, winner take all, usually kind of a thing. And they're like, oh, that's cool. But the streaming is the hardest part. Well, how do you make money streaming? It's like it's just ad revenue. It's just how, there's going to be ads and commercial breaks. Those ad companies pay, the network. It's the same thing with streaming. However many people see the ads, you get money there. People can subscribe.
Primarily, you make most of your money from Twitch?
I would say about
YouTube?
Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, because it's constant, it's consistent, it's monthly.
Would you say 40% comes from Twitch, 40% comes from YouTube?
It's like 60% is from both.
From both?
Maybe even like 70. And
Okay.
Then like brand deals.
Which leaves 30, and that's Red Bull and other
Red Bull, man.
sponsors.
It's really simple, man. That it's like, hey, do you subscribe to a magazine or Spotify, anything like that? It's like it's the same thing, dude. You just want to give someone support. My favorite reference is a guy on the street who's just playing the violin. He literally is not expected to get no money. No one's saying, hey, go.
A couple bucks in the thing, yeah.
Exactly. If you enjoy it a lot, sometimes people throw like 20s and 5s. It's the same thing.
But you have a big violin case.
Absolutely.
It's getting very large.
What's up, guys? I'm Ninja, and we are doing a Wired autocomplete interview. Let's get this over with. We'll nail it, and then they can just rage. Whatever they're doing today. Is Ninja? Who is Ninja Twitch? Oh, I'm just a streamer on Twitch that plays video games, man. Mainly Fortnite right now. Is Ninja dead? Yeah, I'm actually Ninja's evil twin. The other Ninja died of Ligma, unfortunately, so. Is Ninja streaming? Not right now, but I usually am about 10 hours a day. So, twitch.tv/ninja, easy. Is Ninja a hacker? No, that's all natural talent. I'm not a hacker. Why, is that actually what pops up? Is Ninja an athlete? Ooh, that's a good one. Well, I mean, technically I am an athlete because I used to play soccer all the time for like 18 years of my life. But if you're talking about video games in general, is that an athlete? Dude, I don't know if we'll ever answer that controversy, so. A new card. Does Ninja know what marshmallow looks like? Ooh, this is a good one, dude. So literally, the first time I ever met him, he had his mask on. He had the marshmallow mask on, and then he took it off, and it was just a smaller version of the mask. And then he took that one off, and then it was just a smaller version of that mask. So basically, he's just a marshmallow. Just got layers of marshmallows underneath him. Does Ninja have a wife? I do. Her name is Jessica. Her last name is Blevins. Her alias is J Ghosty, and she's also in the other room. Does Ninja play on PC? I do. I used to play Xbox, PlayStation, all the other consoles. I was a professional Halo player for like 7 years. But yes, now I am at home on the PC. Does Ninja curse? No. Bleep that out. I think. No, I didn't even say it. I bleeped myself. No, I do curse in public, or when I'm with my family and friends, not in front of my mom, of course. But it's not excessive, and I don't do it in front of kids. Does Ninja buy tiers? What does that even mean? Oh, it's got to be the Battle Pass, the Fortnite Battle Pass tiers. I've done it for half the seasons. I think I've split it, where I bought every single tier out of the Battle Pass for Fortnite, and I've also done it where I just buy the Battle Pass bundle, so I obviously buy the Battle Pass up to level 25, and then I just earn the EXP for the rest of the tiers. So, oh wow, we got a lot of these, dude. This is good. Okay. More Does Ninja. So here we go. Does Ninja, oh God, get paid by Fortnite? I have to really think about this because I don't want to miss what. I don't think I have been paid by them to do anything ever, other than what they've done for everyone, which is the supported creator code, where you can use code Ninja or code whatever creator you want to support in the, and that's not what I mean. They didn't pay me for that. So no, Fortnite has not paid me. Sad face. Does Ninja speak Spanish? Hablo un poco español. I took like 5 years of Spanish when I was, 6 years of Spanish, 4 years in high school, 2 years in college. So I can understand most words, and I usually can pick up on conversations as long as it's not that crazy next level where like even the people speaking Spanish aren't even finishing the sentences or the words because they know what they're saying, and they're just like, you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. Does Ninja use a mechanical keyboard? I do. I use the Corsair K70. I'm not even sponsored by them. It's just a great keyboard, the rapid fire keyboard, and I love it. So I use good products, man, and that's one. Does Ninja use a capture card? I do use a capture card. I use an Elgato capture card, an internal one. External ones can be tricky. Usually there's like latency and stuff like that when you're streaming with an external capture card. I don't really think anyone's really nailed that yet. Does Ninja, I think that says work out. Does Ninja work out? If you can't tell, I'm sorry. So, no, I do not work out. Ooh, I like this one. How long has Ninja? Ooh, how long has Ninja been streaming? I've been streaming for about 8 years. So I'm 27, I think I was 19, 20 when I started streaming. That's a good Google search. How long has Ninja been playing Fortnite? I've been playing since October of last year. So about a year and like 13 months. How long has Ninja been married? About one, I can give you the exact date. Definitely more than a year. It's like a year and like 4 months right now. I got married August 12th. Best day ever, by the way. How long has Ninja been on YouTube? So I've been on YouTube for about 5 years, 6 years. One of my original accounts, I actually deleted it on accident. I only had I think 100,000 subs. I didn't care about getting it back because I just made a new one. So I've been on there for about 5 years. I've been uploading consistently for about a year and a half. How long has Ninja been on Twitch? I have been on Twitch since literally day one. I was on their platform before they merged and actually created Twitch. It was known as Justin.tv. I was Justin.tv/HyperNinja, or Ninja's Hyper, I believe was what my name was. On JTB, I got the original Ninja, and then I've been partnered, and ever since there was the beta came out, so forever. Whoa! What Ninja? What does Ninja make in a year? Enough. What did Ninja, I'm assuming this is major in college. I see it, yeah. I literally was just getting my gen eds. I messed up my first year. I went away to college. So I actually ended up blowing all the money that my grandparents had saved up for me, which was like $20,000 my first tuition. And I was only doing gen eds, which I could have done that. My second year, I went to a local college. That's where I finished my gen eds, and it was way cheaper because I never did anything crazy. I never got college credits in high school or anything like that. So yeah, I didn't major in anything. I was just going, getting my classes done, get my gen eds to go up to the next level of stuff. What does Ninja eat on stream? Well, that's a great question. What don't I eat on stream with Uber Eats, man? We live in a really good area, my wife and I, so we actually have a little bit of everything. We got Thai, Mexican, Asian, American cuisine. It's pretty much literally anything and everything I eat, so. And what is Ninja's win rate? It's really good. I mean, I don't even know it, but I know that I have almost 4,000 wins. So I think I actually have the most wins in Fortnite. I love these, man. This is so fun. How did Ninja meet Drake? This is probably one of my favorite stories to tell. My wife and I, one day, we found out from my Twitch stream, my chat, they were just like, hey man, Drake just followed you, Drake just followed you on Instagram. I didn't believe him. We all thought it was a lie. I searched Drake on Instagram, nothing came up. His name was Champagne Poppy, I had no idea. So yeah, looked it up, he was following me, I followed him back, and that was pretty much it. And that's how it all started. So how did Ninja make so much money? I mean, just Twitch blew up with, you know, Fortnite and gaming, and you know, I was there at the front of it. I made the decision to start streaming Fortnite before a lot of other big streamers did, and my, you know, personality and skill of the game just kind of took off. Viewers watched it, man. I mean, that's how you know, simple, man. Ad revenue, stuff like that. How does Ninja make his thumbnails? Super simple. So I start by, no, I don't make my thumbnails. We usually have artists who create thumbnails and things like that. So we tell them, you know, what the game is pretty much going to be about, like the highlights, things like that. They're going to stick out because, you know, your thumbnail is supposed to paint a story for what happens in the game. That's how you get the best clicks on your videos and things like that. And we don't like clickbaiting with our thumbnails. We like to, you know, just be truthful. So, and it's done pretty well so far, man. 20 million subscribers in a year. What? Oh, this is a long one. Don't ruin this. How many subscribers does Ninja have on Twitch? It's ever fluctuating. The other day I was at 60,000 and I haven't streamed in like the last couple of days, so it dips down, and yeah, it's really unfortunate. When I'm not streaming, I'm losing subscribers. That's literally what happens with everyone on Twitch. It sucks. How does Ninja spend his money? The only thing that Jess and I really spend money on is like, you know, she buys a lot of like Louis stuff, which she uses every single day, like backpacks and some things for luggage and stuff like that. I have, you know, Louis shoes and Gucci sweats and things like that, but we don't buy, you know, fancy cars. We have a house that we live in now, which is, you know, what we bought because it's perfect for us. We love to host people, so we have enough rooms for them. But really, man, it's all saved, nice and tucked away. Okay, last card. Has Ninja been on Family Feud? Yes, I have. Funny story, my wife and I, girlfriend at the time, we were just at her in her college dorm. We were watching Family Feud, and I was like, I love Family Feud. I love it so much. These people are so like, what are they doing? These questions are they're easy questions. The answers are horrible. I was like, my family would kill this. And then she's like, why don't you do it? So I texted everyone who wanted to be in, and they were like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Jess and I ended up driving down in Wisconsin. We put a video together, uploaded it to YouTube, submitted it, and they flew us out. And boom, yeah, we were on Family Feud. We won Fast Money twice, me and my brother. Has Ninja ever lost a game? A lot. Yeah, dude, if you guys watch my live stream, every video I upload to YouTube is a video that I win. But on my actual Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Ninja, I'm live pretty much every day, and I die quite frequently. Whenever you're dropping tilted towers, you're going for high kill games or things like that. Absolutely, man. You know, it's a random game where, you know, there's a lot of RNG. People can, you know, shoot you, snipe you in the back, man. It's unfortunate. It's unlucky. You have bad days and good days, man. Everyone has bad days. Has Ninja been banned from Fortnite? I follow the rules. I don't sell my accounts, and I don't do stupid things that is against the terms of service. So no, I have never been banned in Fortnite, and I don't plan on it anytime soon. This is the last one, man. I've had so much fun. Has Ninja moved house? Yes. Yes, we've actually moved 3 times in the last like year and a half. It's been terrible. I'd never want to move ever again. But yeah, we have a beautiful, beautiful home now. So, guys, thank you so much for all of your questions. That was so much fun, and I hope to be back, you know, sometime in the future with a whole bunch of new questions for you guys.
Why Ninja? Tell me the origin of your name.
So I've always been a huge fan of anime and those types of shows, and also it mainly stems from back in the day in Halo when like someone was chasing you and you went around a corner and you jumped over their head and backsmacked them. It was called like the ninja, or you ninja them, and I loved it, and I was like, this needs to be, you know, this needs to be my gamer tag.
So what got you into gaming? Like, what was the first time you really realized gaming was a thing?
My parents, my dad loves video games. He had them in the house, and we just kind of stumbled upon them, me and my brothers, and that was pretty much it. The rest is history from there. I mean, really just continued to purchase all of the future consoles and gamed a lot.
What was the first game that really like spoke to you like that? I mean, you obviously were a gamer, but what was the first game where you like just put thousands of hours into?
Dude, well, I don't know about thousands, but I mean, at that age, but like Earthworm Jim, I think was one of the first games that comes to mind, like some OG stuff. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers. I remember this old game, it was a Jurassic Park game, dude, where you could choose to be like the raptor or like the human, and like they have 2 different storylines. That game, those are like the very first games that I can remember.
So obviously you got into Halo. That was your first big e-sport.
Yeah.
Tell me about your adventure into Halo.
Dude, it all started with Halo 1. My brother got it,
and I think I was like 12 or 11 when the game came out, and it was rated M. So my mom was not about me playing it at all. But I was able to convince her. I was like, Mom, look, I'm killing aliens. I'm saving the world. Trust me. Like, don't worry. I'm not gonna become violent from playing these games, because she was doing what every mother should, monitor what their kids are playing. And then after that, I would, started playing System Link, playing against my brothers and his friends, and then Halo 2 came out, and it just kept evolving.
When did you realize that you were better than just, you're good in the neighborhood, right?
Right.
Or you're good with your friends, but when did you realize, like, hey, I'm better than just, in the neighborhood. I'm actually on like a world level good.
Right. I think when I just started smacking everyone in my neighborhood, like, really bad, and my brothers, and then once Xbox Live came out and I started, like, getting up there in the ranks, and I remember specifically the time where there was this Halo 2 playlist that came out as a free-for-all playlist. I forget the exact name of it, but I eventually ranked up so high in that playlist, and a bunch of other professional Halo players at the time were also playing in it because it was for a tournament. And I was beating them in games and getting like top 3, top 4 with them in free-for-alls. And I think at that moment I was like, dude, like, these guys are getting paid to play and stuff like that and winning tournaments. So
what did your family think when you first came to them, like, hey, I want to do this professionally? Like, where were you in life, and what, like, were you had to make a decision, like, college? Like, what was your decision?
I think I was like 17 when I wanted to, like, start actually going to these tournaments, and my mom was like, "You're not going into these tournaments. Like, if you do, your dad is coming with you to the first one." And I was like, I'll take that, man. All right. So we ended up traveling to Columbus, Ohio, competing. I think our first event, we got losers round 5 in the MLG tournament, which was still honestly great for a first ever LAN event. And then after that, I just kept going to the tournaments. I think I continued to go to college. I went to college, actually, even though I was competing. I actually went away to college and just played a lot while I was there too. Second year of college was more local. I came home and stayed, because it was just like I'm still just getting my gen eds and stuff like that. So wanted to just save a lot of money and be closer to home.
When did you realize that you had a different, college? You have a different thought process than just going straight to college. Like, when did you think, like, okay, it's time to actually just focus mainly on gaming?
Yeah, so it was honestly, everything was just kind of perfect. So I still worked at Noodles & Company. I maintained my job there. That was through high school and my 2 years of college. And then I switched over to, oh my gosh, I kind of got lost in the question. No, then I started streaming, right? That was about when I was like 19 years old. So I think that was my second year of college when I started streaming. And then once I started making about like how much someone makes a yearly wage, like minimum wage, I was like, okay, that's when I stopped working my job, and I was still going to college and focusing on that. And then when I started making more money than that, I think it was around like 50 or 60,000. I was like, okay, now this is kind of more than minimum wage job, and I definitely feel like I could continue to grow this. And that was when I stopped going to college and focused on streaming full time.
Obviously, back in the day, esports is nowhere near it is now.
Right.
Like, so you must have had times where you're like, hey, maybe like obviously the ride looks good, but you must have had some points where you were in the down, and you were like, oh, maybe I shouldn't keep playing Halo, or so. Can you talk about a few of those times where you felt like, hey, maybe I should get out of esports?
Yeah, 100%. That happened twice. Destiny was coming out. Halo kind of fell off on the back burner a little bit completely, and that was during Halo Reach when MLG dropped their tournament. And I think that was when I was still definitely streaming at that point. And I took like a month or two off of streaming because I was like, I kind of got burnt out on Halo. And then my brother and I fell in love with this game called SWTOR, which was like a Star Wars MMO that came out during the time. And that was like, I was still going to school, so I was just going to school. I was doing that, and then I think eventually. That was one of those times where I still was going to school, stopped streaming, but it wasn't one of those like, this is my full-time job. I wasn't still there like mentally. And then the main one was Destiny, where I was playing Destiny 1, the alpha and the beta. I was doing incredible in viewers, and then I detached my retina, and I had to have a surgery on that. It was this little guy right here. It was like a month and a half of me being like face down. For like the healing process, so I couldn't stream or play video games. And at that moment, I think after that, once I realized my viewers weren't going up anymore, they kind of actually fell off to like the hundreds. That was when I went back to school again for like half a year.
Obviously, when you think of Ninja, you think of Twitch, and you think of streaming. You mean breaking all those numbers. When did you first get introduced to streaming in general?
I think it was the beginning of Halo Reach. A buddy of mine, a friend of mine, we were on the same team. He was like, "Hey, our owner,
is like really wants to get into the streaming thing. He actually wanted it to be on his website, which is away from Justin TV, but it wasn't up yet and it wasn't ready. So I ended up getting a capture card, starting to stream in preparation of being able to stream on his website, but that completely fell through. So I was just streaming on Justin TV, and then that just kind of happened and evolved into Twitch, and here we are.
All right, so obviously Halo, and then the Battle Royale,
Yeah.
H1Z1, and then PUBG, and then finally Fortnite. Can you talk a little bit about your history into when you finally caught up to Fortnite?
Yeah, so it all started with H1Z1. I think a couple buddies of mine were just like, hey man, like the survival mode is super fun. It's like zombies and stuff like that, and it's way better than DayZ, so you should play it. I was like, all right, I'll try it. And my viewers immediately already started to kind of go up at that moment. And I noticed it, but I was still competing in Halo. Then I started playing the Battle Royale section of H1Z1, and then that's when I started to get fall in love with that style of game, the adrenaline rush at the end. Started winning those games, went to the very first tournament ever from Daybreak, won that tournament. Then that game kind of just fell off a little bit. Obviously, I went to a lot more tournaments after that. This is I think a year and a half later. Then PUBG comes out. PUBG Battlegrounds was an incredible game. They did, for in its time, they were updating it very frequently. Once the player base started to skyrocket, the servers kind of started to just take a huge dive. The games weren't as fun anymore. They released a new map. The new map wasn't that great, in my opinion. And then Fortnite comes out, and I was monitoring Fortnite so much while I was still streaming and playing PUBG. And I was like, all right, this game's great. A lot of the top streamers and top players from PUBG are kind of bashing on the game, and they're not streaming it, right? They played it, and now they're just going to continue to play PUBG. But I was watching every single time they were playing, and it looked incredibly fun to me. So that was when I just decided, all right, this is the perfect opportunity to switch over, just go full-time Fortnite.
When did you realize that you were blowing up? What was the first time playing Fortnite where you're like, hey, this is kind of different. I feel like that my life is changing in a positive direction.
I think every day was 10,000 viewers, then 12,000, 13,000, 14,000, 15,000, and it was literally like that for 2 or 3 months until we started averaging about 100,000 viewers every day consistently. 90,000 to 100, which is just out of this world. Something I never thought that could be done on Twitch, right? Unless there was some sort of tournament style. But I think it was the day March 14th was playing with Drake was literally what just completely propelled me and I think changed and kind of made it acceptable to game.
Just talk about that. I mean, the Drake night was, famous. People were tweeting from every type of media, music, TV, sports, video games, everything just kind of came together. Just talk about that, and then waking up the next morning and just seeing the flood of news and the text messages and DMs you probably got from that. Just tell me about that.
It was one of the most amazing experiences ever, and I'm super blessed that it happened. I don't think that I would have gotten to where I was as fast or as quickly without it, no doubt. And I think that it was just so crazy. I was getting obviously text messages, and I had my there was plans to play beforehand, so I kind of informed my family and stuff like that, and their friends were like, hey, look out the next couple of days, look for a tweet because it might be happening, and it was just a miracle.
Obviously, you played with Drake. You played with a lot of sports athletes, a lot of famous people. Who do you think is the best? Who's the best celebrity Fortnite player if you had to pick right now?
If I had to pick right now the best celebrity Fortnite player, I don't think I could. I think that it's a close call. I've played with a lot of the guys who kind of just do the exact same thing, which is I feel like they're the same. So I can't give it an exact answer.
Not even Marshmello? Not even...
Well, Marshmello's incredible. You know what? We did win an E3 tournament together, so if I had to pick.
Right now, Fortnite is becoming seen as esport. What do you think it needs to do to, break through as the next big esport and have a, not just a little spurt, but actually have a long future?
I think Epic just making sure that the tournament format is everything. Battle Royales are RNG, random number generated, right? And I think that getting as far away from that as possible and developing the most consistent style tournament bracket, layout really is what's going to be able to give it the validity that it needs. Or the validation that it needs for people to be like, okay, yeah, this game isn't random, this is fun. And I think that's one thing that they're really focusing on is making sure that it's fun to watch. I think esports is obviously always about the most competitive, but I think you're always going to get the top players who are going to rise to the top. But making it as fun of a match to watch as possible is their focus, and that's important.
I mean, looking at you, we have all these different besides yourself, what other players do you really respect on the scene right now? Who do you think are up and coming players in the Fortnite scene professionally?
I mean, there's so many, man, and I think the worst part is that like just the only ones who get recognition are the streamers, right? I mean, I've played the game for almost 1,000 hours already, maybe more. And there are people that they kill me every day. Whether it's like I made a mistake or I wasn't trying as hard. It's like there's still great players who don't stream. And I think that there really isn't a specific way to be like, hey, this guy's better than this guy who's up and coming. I think the more tournaments that we have that can allow players to come in who don't necessarily have a following or a status, like that will be a really good way to determine, the best up and coming.
I think, obviously, I mean, right now you're the biggest streamer in the world. Maybe some people in China, maybe a little bit bigger. Maybe. But I mean, obviously, with the esports scene of Fortnite becoming bigger, obviously the question is going to be, going to an event or a pro event is going to take away from the streaming audience.
Oh, absolutely.
So what's your mindset when it comes to streaming versus going pro?
That's a great question, man. I'm still right now like on the the fence. I don't really know if I want to focus one or the other. I know that what you just said, obviously I'm going to have to go to these tournaments. It's going to take away from my stream time, going to take away from content. That also takes away from my Instagram posts of Fortnite stuff and also my YouTube channel and also my Twitter clips that I also tweet that gets, a bunch of interactions and mentions. Like all of that definitely falls off when I start going to tournaments. And, if I don't win those tournaments, then like I'm not going to be able to recoup that money back. Like it's very hard. So like right now, these online events that have been going on is just absolutely perfect, right? Any online tournament where I can stay at home, stream the entire thing, right? Gain subscribers and ad revenue and stuff like that, and then also bring in new followers. I mean, it's just a win-win to stay at home and stream. It's very difficult to be able to go out, unless it becomes a global thing where everyone is tuning in. I mean, LeBron James goes and he's playing in the NBA, finals, right? Everyone's watching, so many people are talking about it. That doesn't necessarily happen with esports, right? Like, not the entire world isn't talking about Faker when he wins a World Series, a World Championship. Like, it's hard.
Yeah. I mean, you admitted yourself that when you went to the Fortnite Pro-Am, which you won, great, you're playing for friend Marshmallow. It was a great event.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it was really hot, so that was the big
Yeah, that was we were sweating up there, man. Those our entire gear was like melted. Not really, but it was super hot.
But you admitted that you lost, I believe, 40,000 subs just not streaming for 2 days, and you were still at an event. Like people could still tune in and watch you, but you lost 40,000 subscribers. How did you feel coming away from that event when you saw that number?
Yeah, we knew that the we call it a subpocalypse. Whenever there's a massive surge of subscribers due to some sort of an event. So in this case, it was Fortnite's Twitch Prime exclusive packs, where if you subscribe with Twitch Prime, or not even subscribed, if you just had Twitch Prime, you could claim loot, right? So that always drives a massive amount of subscribers to a channel, and we knew that was when we were leaving, that was the day, those were the days, and not being able to stream those days, you can't like recoup those losses. You can't like be there live while you have those people who could resub that day. It's very important to be streaming as much as possible, because if someone misses a day, to resub, they might never resub or use it on someone else.
I mean, I think when a lot of people look at you, they just say like, oh, it's the dream, right? So your life is so easy, it's perfect. Like, oh, you get to play video games, make so much money, but does it like you are being propositioned as the face of gaming, not just Fortnite, but CNN. All these players are saying you're the poster boy of video gaming, and everyone looks at you like if you do one little wrong thing, everyone snaps on you, and
Yeah.
if you miss one day of streaming, people hate on you.
Yep.
You lose subscribers, you lose money. Does it ever get to you like all this like because you came from you were Halo Pro, but then in the last year you've blown up so much like. How does it feel to be like propositioned as the face of it? Does it get hard?
It's I don't really like see myself as that. I think that like seeing that I'm not that, it helps, right? I don't feel that pressure. And also my wife is really great at always talking me down whenever I'm like worried about losing subs or we're not gonna be able to stream this, and she always just keeps me focused. And we've actually recently partnered with Red Bull, and a lot of these events that we are doing when we're traveling, they're being very amazing. Like putting a stream setup while I'm there, even if it's for just a couple of hours. I think showing to your my viewers and subs and stuff like that I'm trying to get as much content out there as possible while traveling, hopefully is worth something.
I mean, especially here at the Fortnite, Rise Up, Rise Dawn. I mean, your wife's emceeing it, your brother's playing in it. Like,
Yeah.
How important is family to you when it comes to like your career?
Yeah, no, I mean, I love them to death. I love my entire family, and I want to hang out with them as much as possible. And I've just been trying to paint, this picture to them that it's like, hey, like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is a once in a lifetime thing that happens to like 1% of the population. or less than, like I'm trying to make as much time as possible to hang out with them. Them making the effort to come to an event like this so I can spend time with them is always incredible. But since my parents don't live in the same state anymore, they're over in Arizona. It's becoming difficult to see them right now, especially when things are just getting so crazy.
Can you live a normal life when you go to the supermarket, or if you go anywhere? Like, obviously, if you go to E3 or Comic-Con or Anime Expo, you're not going to be able to go anywhere. But when you just
Right.
go, like, if you and your wife want to go get, some sushi can you?
Everywhere now. I don't think there's been a single moment where we haven't gone out in the house in the last like 3 months where we haven't been like recognized, whether it's while we're driving or whether it's while we're, anywhere, sushi place, froyo place, especially the movies. It's, I don't want to because I love meeting people and I don't want to like hide it. Right? I feel like I'm not ashamed, but I'm trying to not meet people if I have a hoodie up and glasses. Or sunglasses on and stuff like that, especially with the hair, right? I mean, if I had a hat on or something like that, it would probably wouldn't be recognized as much. But I don't mind it.
So you were at the ESPYs a few days ago in Los Angeles. Just tell me a little bit about that experience.
That was incredible and super humbling. Like just to meet so many fans who were there, like just kind of on the outside, like shouting at our names and stuff like that. And then also a lot of the athletes. I think it opened up my eyes for sure. I didn't realize there were so many people that played Fortnite and knew and watched my streams, my content, YouTube channel and all that stuff. Like it was from like start to finish, it was hectic in a good way.
I heard some of the players were actually fans of you before you even knew it. So who are some of the players that came up to you to say that they were fans of you?
Literally, a lot of college guys. I think there was a whole a Catholic school college team that like crushed the championship. All of them, they were all huge fans. And it was super awesome to meet them. They were super nice guys. And then just the whole thing was such a blur. We had like no sleep that entire weekend. So I don't remember anyone specifically, but the entirety of it was just mind blowing.
Obviously you're a sports fan.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about your sports fandom. Who are your favorite teams? Who are your favorite players?
All right. So I was born in Detroit. All right. So I'm a Detroit Lions fan, and that's because my dad. We moved to Chicago when I was a little baby. He was a Lions fan long enough until my oldest brother wanted to be a Lions fan. But then my dad was like, the Lions are not very good. So now I'm going to be Bears fan because we lived in Chicago for I think it was like 10, 12, 15 years. I think you have the right to switch allegiances. But then when I got into football, my brother John was still a Lions fan, so he made me a Lions fan. So I love NFL. I watch every game I possibly can on Sundays, and then. Chicago Blackhawks fan because my middle brother got me into hockey and he was a Blackhawks fan. And then I don't really have like a specific professional soccer team that I support. I don't watch enough to know. And then I think when it comes to like the NBA and stuff like that, I just like watching good players.
I've heard that your wife's a Green Bay Packers fan.
This
So
is
as
true.
a Lions and Packers fan, how is that on a Sunday when it's the Packers versus Lions?
Oh, we actually met we met during a Halo tournament. This is a long time ago, but our very first hangout ever when we were both single was due to a Lions-Packers bet, right? I said, if the Lions win, you have to come visit me first. If the Packers win, I have to come visit you first in college. And I knew the Lions were going to lose. So the Packers won, and I had to go visit her. But, we're both really good with it. When we play one another, there's never any smack talk. I've made Jess, really just love I think more the game of football and just having a good game. Watching a good game. So, we enjoy when each other's teams win because, I don't want to see her mad. She doesn't want to see me mad. But when we play against one another, it gets a little spicy sometimes.
Call your shot. If you could play with one athlete in the world, and you could do it with one athlete, who would it be?
It would LeBron would be epic, but I don't really think he games. I would want a game with someone who likes the game, if that makes sense, right? I don't want it to be like, I want to play with this person because I just want to play with them. I'd want them to enjoy the experience. So whoever is, I guess anyone and everyone.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah.
So we're here, Rise Up, Rise Down, the Fortnite event in Chicago. You're kind of bringing, your love of gaming to the Midwest. I mean, you were in
Right.
Chicago. Just how important is that to you that you're bringing, such a huge event, a kind of a crazy event,
Right.
going from 8 p.m. at night to 5 in the morning? Just how does it feel?
I've never done an event like this where it's overnight, so it's actually super interesting and amazing that I get to do this here in my home city, Chicago. I never lived in the city. I was always out in the suburbs, but my parents would bring us here every once in a while. I just know that if there are any kids who are coming to this tournament who might not be in like a good place in the area, and it's like a kind of like a getaway. That's really the only thing that matters to me, as long as there's just giving back in a good way to a good city.
But you're not gonna take it easy, right?
Absolutely not. No. If I can beat them, I will and win. But technically, I can't win the event. I'm not allowed to. So like if I get first, or somehow me and Dr. Lupo we get first, then whoever gets second would technically get first.
How are you gonna stay alive? I mean, there's never been an esports event that I've covered, from League of Legends, Overwatch, now Fortnite, like 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Just how are you gonna stay? I mean, obviously you're okay with it. I mean, you're a gamer, but
I'll be good.
You'll be good.
Yeah, and I'll be good. Yeah, obviously I'll have a couple rebels here and there, not too many, but I think I'm taking a little power nap beforehand too. And I mean, when it comes to like an event like this, there's just this adrenaline, man. I don't get sleepy. It's like you don't even worry about the clock too. You're just gaming, having fun. So, and the event's gonna be an absolute blast. I can't wait. I mean, I'm literally gonna have both my brothers are gonna be there. One's spectating, one's playing. I got my wife, doing the interviews and stuff like that. It's gonna be such a unique experience. I don't think anyone's gonna be tired.
Can you talk a little bit about how important your wife is? I mean, she's been everywhere with you. I mean, you two have become, so dynamic on the scene. Just talk about how, important she is to your career.
I mean, she is everything. Whenever I have an issue with streaming or there's something going on that I have no one to talk to. Like, I love my brothers to death, and I can, confide in them sometimes. But to be able to, she understands streaming and gaming so much now that it's just like it's like I can talk to a different me, and she just keeps me going a lot of the time.
Did you ever think this was possible? I mean, even a year ago, did you ever think that you could be at this level?
I don't think anyone thought anyone could be at this level, right? I think that's the most important thing to realize. So I'm just trying to do, everything in my power to make sure that I'm just staying level-headed, focused, and just being a good role model to, a lot of the kids out there and parents who need to see that you can play video games and not be, I don't know, what people think that people are when they play video games.
Yeah, talking a little bit about that. I mean, I think you're the first real streamer who's high profile, who's, taking a lot of chunk of their time as, doing family-friendly streams. I mean, right now, most of the popular Twitch streamers or streamers in general, are vulgar or crass, and you make it. I mean, obviously, sometimes you have like later streams where you, a little bit more loose, but you actually give chunk of times to more family-friendly content. Just talk about that and why you do it.
It's just super important. I mean, I never used to, obviously, because I just didn't really realize the impact that I had on a bunch of people or, kids. And then once Jess and I started to stream, a lot more, and our content was getting out there to more kids, and we were getting bigger with Fortnite, we had a lot of little children coming up to us being like, Ninja, oh my gosh, like 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7s, 8s. And their parents coming up to me just like, oh, they love watching all the time, and I'm like, well, if these guys like watching my stream with some of the stuff that I say, like, it is super important. And it's not like I wouldn't say it, when I'm not streaming. It's just like it's super important to not, because some parents might not even be able to monitor what their kids are watching, right? So these are only the good parents coming up to us who know what their kids are watching. So we just felt like it was 100% necessary to just kind of do the monitoring and parenting. Not necessarily parenting, but for them to make sure that these kids don't grow up listening to someone swear every 5 seconds.
I mean, you've done so much in the last year. Just looking forward, like, what's one thing you still want to accomplish?
I honestly just want to stay level-headed and just keep getting bigger. That's it. Really, just keep up. Just continue to grow and just set the bar, even higher for gaming and everyone in the scene. Just bring it to, if I can, do everything in my power to bring it to where the entire world just sees it as like a sport equal, or even just an entertainment equal. I think that would be.
To end things off on, do you see any future that doesn't contain Fortnite and Ninja?
Not for a while, man. Not unless Epic does something bad, which I don't think they will. They're really on point lately with just their updates and keeping the game fresh. And as long as another game doesn't come out that is free to play, that is just as unique and entertaining and across every single platform on Xbox and PlayStation and the Nintendo Switch and mobile, like, you know what I mean? They're doing everything right. They literally just checked off every single box possible to make this game blow up the way it did. And I don't see another company or another genre coming out doing that, anytime soon.
Why are events like this important to you in terms of whether it's E3 Pro-Am to this Red Bull event to whatever's next for you? What is that drives you to come here instead of staying at home with your family?
Right.
I mean, just first of all, doing tournaments like this and events like this and being able to stream them on my channel is always fantastic. It's just like a plus. But I think that the E3 event that Epic kind of threw and the Vegas event that I threw, you know, it kind of changes the, you know, people might not even have these ideas, right? So I think it's just nice to know that, like, hey, these can happen, right? Like, people can do these things. There's unlimited possibilities for gaming and certain types of events that can be run. I mean, we had like a concurrent 500,000 viewers during the Vegas event. I mean, I don't know what that's worth to a news outlet or, you know, a TV outlet. It's like, that's not easy to do. And that was just one event, right? I mean, bigger, better stakes could be on the line to attract more and more viewers. And the goal, I think, is to just do incredible events like this to, you know, also give a little bit back to people who want to meet me and also just, you know, play against me. You know, it's not very often that you can, you know, play against Ninja in the 99th floor of the Willis Tower from an 8 p.m. to a 5 a.m. event. Like, that's never been done before. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. The fact that it's free to play is super huge, and it's already across all of the platforms, your Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. They just released their mobile version on iOS, which is very difficult to get done. And not to mention, I think that there's rumors about maybe even getting it on the Nintendo Switch. So just the accessibility and how friendly the game is really is they're just hitting every single mark perfectly.
Now, explain the business part of this now. And there are reports that you're making more than $500,000 a month. I believe much of that coming from Twitch and the Twitch Prime subscribers. You're getting, I believe, 50% of that revenue when people are watching you. Where is most of your income coming from, and how important is Twitch becoming in this gaming ecosystem?
Right. A lot of the income is definitely coming from the Amazon and like Twitch Prime subscribers. We also just hit 5 million subscribers on YouTube as well. And Instagram just hit over 1 million followers, and I'm almost there on Twitter. And just the combination of all of those things is really where just the collective revenue is coming from. And I mean, this deal that Amazon Prime and Twitch Prime have together is incredible. Twitch Prime allows people to like claim loot and collect loot with specific games, and they recently did a deal with Fortnite, which is the hottest game right now, and that actually is one of the main reasons of influx of subscribers currently to my stream. So
I play the incredulous, non-techie person. Congratulations on getting people to pay so much money that you're bringing in more than $500,000 in revenue a month for people to watch you play video games. Why do they want to watch you play?
I think that I offer a combination of high gameplay, like high-tier gameplay that they really can't get with a lot of other content creators. It's very difficult to be like one of the best at a video game, in any game, or at anything at all in the world. And I also think I offer, I mean, I'm very goofy. If you've ever watched any of my streams or my YouTube videos, I do impressions and like stuff like that all the time, and just crazy shenanigans. And I think that the combination of that, it's like a hybrid. And it's just really fun to watch, and a pretty positive environment as well.
Tyler, you started competing in video games on Halo in 2009, so nearly 10 years ago, at which point I'm sure it was tough to convince your parents that there was really a business model for this and that you could really make money. What was your argument? Because I'm sure that every 16, 17-year-old out there who loves playing video games wants to hear that.
That is an incredible question. I'm like really happy that you asked that. I maintained my job that I was working at Noodles & Company, and I stayed in college while I was doing all of these things. I continued to do well in school and focus on like the future of my life, as well as working on streaming and competing in Halo. It was one of those things where like if I was doing well in school, putting in the time and effort there, in soccer as well, that I would be rewarded to play as many games as I want. And honestly, I encourage everyone to do that. All the kids out there, like, you can't just drop everything and focus on playing video games for a living. It's also becoming a very competitive career choice right now, and you want to make sure that you're securing your future and putting in the extra time to try to make this happen as well.
Good for you for saying that. What are you doing with the money? Are you investing it? How do you manage it?
So definitely investing and saving it as much as possible. I don't plan on doing anything crazy with it. Right now, me and my wife, we are sponsoring an animal every month where we take care of them or pay off their vet bills, and we're reaching out to other little charitable organizations as well. The other month, we raised over $114,000 for suicide prevention and awareness. And I mean, we're just going to be continuing to do good things like that as much as possible.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.
There's a lot of good players.
For sure.
But, I mean, I don't know if you guys have heard of Myth before. His building might be pretty good. I believe Young Architect is what they call him.
Yeah.
And he's taken to that pretty...
The Port-a-Fort is the myth in a can, as he likes to say. But
I saw that post on Twitter. It's pretty good.
They're, again, so much talent, but Myth won't be involved until Heat 3. So we're going to get to see Ninja compete against a ton of these players, and we know tonight is all about Ninja. So, folks, let's bring them on into the broadcast. Ninja and Jess, look, whoa, we caught them off guard. There they are.
Hi, guys.
Ninja, Jess, how are you guys feeling on this big night?
Doing back there?
No, we're feeling great right now. Just all this pre-hype vibe right now, dude. It's the nerves are. This is just gonna be super exciting.
It's
Jess?
pretty crazy. I mean, like every event we've been to, Tyler's been a part of, but it hasn't been his event. So it's just absolutely crazy right now.
Yeah, and Jess, you're used to hearing Tyler win, playing alongside Lupo at home. Tonight might be a little bit tougher. Have you given him any motivational speeches or words prior to today's games?
I mean, I tell him he always kills it when he's nervous and he's just like zoned in, and that's exactly what he is right now. So I too have also experienced winning with Ben, though. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
it's a good feeling.
You have a 100% win rate in duos.
It's
Don't
true.
let anybody tell you otherwise, okay?
100%.
Literally the best player in the room right now.
Yeah,
Highest win rate. Don't forget it.
Yeah,
He's
and
not
thank
wrong.
you, Ben.
No,
Yeah.
Most certainly is true. Now, tonight, while there is some prize money up for grabs, obviously for the players out here, Ben, you were talking a bit about them backstage in regards to the charity stuff going on for Tyler. Tonight, you want to go ahead and bring us in with that?
The Alzheimer's Association is a big one, and it's made me really happy to see you guys choose that. What was the motivation behind that?
Yeah, so I think that's a disease that really affects a lot of people, not just the person that it happens to, but everyone around them. I can't imagine anyone ever forgetting their family and their loved ones as they slowly slip. And my grandmother right now, my Nana in Arizona, she's she's just she's getting old, and I think she's suffering from some small stuff like that, and that's something that if I can be a part of the cure or anything like that, man, or just a breakthrough and help any way that I can, that's something that I want to do.
No, that's absolutely awesome to hear. And again, you're someone who's already done charitable work in the past, and it's great to have that aspect of the event here. Now, we're moments away from starting, but we are in Vegas. How's that been for you guys so far, Tyler? Jess, did you put him on a curfew last night? Because I heard some rumors of that.
Dude, absolutely.
I saw you last night. We got here. My wife and I got here. We checked in, and as I was on my way out, we happened to meet eyes as you were. You claimed to be heading to bed, but that's not what I heard.
No.
Jess might have gone to sleep, but what happened after that, big guy?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
So we were. She was exhausted after dinner, so we got lost. We completely forgot where our room was because we only saw it once. So it took us like 20 minutes to find our room.
Yeah.
Got up in the room. She went to bed. I came downstairs. She's like, "You need to be in bed by 2 o'clock," and that's it. And I was like, 2 o'clock? She's like, yes, 2 o'clock. Trust me, I'll take it later. So I was like, okay. So I grabbed my budget, which was like, I think she gave me like $800 to go and gamble. And
I think an $800 budget for 2 hours is pretty good.
Can
I get some confirmation on that from the crowd?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
She nailed it. So yeah, no, dude. I mean, I was in the blackjack tables, man. Had a fans come up and say hello. Took a bunch of pictures. It was super amazing. And it's actually a fun fact. I think I tipped about $700. To the and so yeah.
In Jess's defense, what happened with that $800, Tyler?
It's all gone.
Yeah. Oh, what was that?
It's all gone.
You lost it all?
It's all gone.
Oh, that's too bad.
Less money for skins, so
Oh,
sorry to the Ninja fans.
Hey, yeah. So no, the last it was 158, and there was like 2 hands left. I asked the dealer, I was like, "How many hands do you think are left in the shoe? I gotta go." She's like, "About 2." I was like, "Oh, great, 2 hands, $400 lost." I was like, "I gotta get that back." $400 lost, and that was in like a minute. Just boom, 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 and then I was like, "All right, well, it's time for bed. I have no money." And I woke up too, pretty rough, but I can't imagine if I didn't go to bed at 2.
Wow. Well,
You're welcome.
I'm glad to hear you at least made it here. You seem to be in high spirits. This is just the beginning of hearing, obviously, from both Ninja and Jess. But thank you guys so much for obviously getting us started. We'll be right back with you guys.
Yes,
Get on ready for matches because I know it's a big day for them. But, folks, there's a look at the sold-out arena here at the Esports Arena Las Vegas. Do not go anywhere. More action from Ninja Vegas when we come back.
7 months ago, you have fewer than 500,000 YouTube subscribers. Today, you have 16 million. How did that happen?
Just the combination of Fortnite, all other social media platforms, just driving all of my traffic to YouTube. Can we make it to our hotel without being recognized once?
We almost had him, dude.
Sudden fame, instant celebrity like that is not an easy thing to navigate. Can you give me an example of a way that your life has completely changed? Going from someone that probably almost no one knew who you were to now, so everywhere you go, people know.
Yeah, we just can't go out anymore. Like, a perfect, most recent example is my wife and I's 1-year anniversary was yesterday. We were trying to play Pokemon Go, and we just got, like, everyone was asking for pictures, and we had to leave, because, you know, Jess wanted it to be our day. That was kind of like a really recent, can't go out in public.
We're talking about me playing Fortnite with Ninja, Drake, and Travis Scott. The most lit night of my life in 2018.
I saw you like win a crazy like competition. Like that.
You saw that? Nice, dude.
That was wild.
When you first started doing this, it didn't have the notoriety and cachet that it does now. What reaction did people have when you said you wanted to be a professional gamer?
What's that? You can do that? I mean, yeah, it's just the same reaction whenever something is completely brand new. The number one thing that always happens is, you know, like, so what do you do? And I tell them, and they're just like, so how do you make money from that? It's like, it's the number one question that's always asked, and no one ever really gets it. And, you know, I don't know if they will for a while.
There are people who will say to you, why do hundreds of thousands of people sit and watch you play a video game?
Right.
What is the answer to that question?
Why do hundreds of thousands of millions of people watch other people play sports? It's like, because they can't do that. I always say this, there's like this graphic, this cartoon where, you know, this guy's watching someone play a video game and some dude walks by and it's just like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm watching this guy play a video game. You're watching someone else play? Why don't you go play? That's stupid. And then he goes and walks by and he sits down and he turns on like the football game or whatever. And it's like, you know, it's like ironic that you're literally just, you know, doing the exact same thing. It's just you can't, if you can't play at that level, it's entertaining to watch someone play at that level.
A lot of athletes will tell me they had a moment when they were playing that they realized, wait, I'm really good at this. Not just I'm better than most of my friends, but I'm seriously good at this. Is there that kind of moment in gaming? Did you have it?
Yeah, no, I think it was a long time ago when I was a kid, like 16 or 15. We would always have LANs whenever the new Halo would come out, and as I got older, we would have more and more people come over, and I just you know, smacked all my friends and my brothers, just destroyed them all at the very first day the game came out, and it was that. And then a couple months later, there's like this local tournament, or not a local tournament, but a tournament that came out in like the matchmaking system for Halo, and I ended up being like one of the top ranked in that, just without even like trying. I just wanted to play in the playlist. It was at that moment where I was like, okay, like these are like the best players, I'm competing with them, like I might have something.
So sports, I've always said, is the ultimate reality show. It's reality TV, except it is really real reality TV. You're seeing people at their best and people at their worst, and real emotion and real drama. And that exists in Fortnite too, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. My peak viewership for all videos and streaming is always at the end of the game when I win it. And then right when I win it, there's always this huge like drop off. And it's like, there are so many people who just get like sucked into the game, like, okay, here he goes, he's landing. Now he's looting, now he's still alive, now he's rotating, now here comes the storm, now here's the final 5 players, now here's the final 2 players, now he just won. It's like that peak moment. Yeah, it's like, it tells a story. Every single game tells a story. So a live stream of like 5 hours is like, you know, 15 books or, you know, 15, you know, episodes. It's, you know, it's super exciting.
What is next for Ninja? You go from 500,000 subscribers to 16 million subscribers in 7 months. Where do you see yourself 7 months from now? Where will we be?
I mean, the goal is just to continue to grind and just get as many, you know, more subs, more followers, more everything, you know, just bigger and better, just more Ninja.
So my game is Mario Kart. Have you ever played Mario Kart?
I played Mario Kart.
Okay, so we hooked up on Mario Kart. Can we go give this a try?
Yeah, I'd absolutely love to.
Okay, let's try.
All right.
Second, third, fourth. Ninja got it. He got it in the back.
Which one am I? I'm the top
You're top,
one?
you're top.
Okay,
you're top.
I got it. I got the coins. Here I come. I got you here, Ninja. What was the first video game you ever played? Do you remember?
The only ones I can remember off the top of my head, I played like played some Power Ranger games. I played a Earthworm Jim. Is a game I remember playing.
And you were just attracted to that immediately?
Yeah, my dad brought him into the house because he was, you know, he was into games, and then I would just play them because they were there. And yeah, I just loved it.
Were you good at board games? Like when you were growing up, would you be good at whatever board game, Monopoly or anything?
Nah, I wouldn't say good. Monopoly's kind of like luck. But I mean, like I was always competitive, right? So like War, you know, the card game, which is like the most basic card game in the world that has absolutely zero skill whatsoever. Like the deck is kind of what you're dealt with. Is a game that I would always get mad. All right, sorry.
All right, and so you just won.
That's it.
Steven,
What's up,
Glad
Dad?
you're here. Have you ever heard of Ninja?
I have an obsession with Ninja. Obsession.
What exactly does he do?
Fortnite player, battle
Fortnite.
royale. Right.
Fortnite. So that is a game?
Yes.
And it
video
takes
game.
2 weeks to
no,
play like
not
Wimbledon.
even close. Not even close to 2 weeks. No, that was embarrassing. That was bad.
And how does the game work? Give me a quick explanation of the game.
100 players drop out of a battle bus, and they land in specific areas. Last one standing wins, and the last one standing is always going to be Ninja.
Always going to be Ninja. And where do we land?
He lands at Tilted Towers, but you don't want to go there.
Why not?
You get murked.
Murked?
Murked.
Write that down. Murked.
What is murked?
What is murked?
Get bopped.
Bopped.
Murked/bopped.
Murked or bopped?
Killed.
Killed. I had a feeling
Of course,
it meant killed.
of course. Oh, we got it.
And is that the one where they do the dance like the Orange Julius or something?
Oh my goodness gracious. Orange Justice.
He's
Don't make
the
that
best?
mistake twice.
Don't do that.
Please.
And he's the best player in the world?
Yeah, I would say so.
Dozens of people watch him play?
What?
Hundreds? Thousands?
Hundreds of thousands of people.
Watch him play.
Watch him stream live.
Stream live at all times.
Oh, he's here.
Oh, he's here. He's here.
Who's here?
Ninja.
What?
Yeah, he's here. You want to meet him? Come
Where?
on. Join over here. Let's go meet him.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to YouTube Live at E3, and let's give a huge welcome to the one and only Ninja. We finally broke you away from streaming to come out to E3.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
You've had such an amazing year, and it's been so fun even talking to you about this, because whenever I text you or try and talk, you're streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, your life, how many hours a day do you stream now?
So it's like on average 10 to 12 hours a day. And then when I have like a break now, and that's usually when I spend, some quality time, have dinner with the wifey. And it's like even that is kind of just taken over now with like 2-3 hours of like meetings and like calls and like just planning stuff. So it's just nuts, man.
So, I mean, tell me about how much your life has changed, because, I first came across you a couple years ago when you were in the Halo scene doing stuff, playing. I feel like, in the past 6 months, everything has changed, right? I mean, tell me what has that felt like for you when you think back to like Christmas last year versus now? I mean, how different is your life?
It's definitely different, but I think just in better ways. Like the only thing that really all this explosiveness has done and all this like publicity is just kind of made my life more like organized. Like now I have a stricter schedule with streaming. Like I kind of used to just stream where I would be like kind of doing 10-12 hour like long streams. And then I would get off at a certain time, like at night randomly. But now it's more like I have set schedules down now. I know when I have my free time. I know when I need to, time with like the wife and the family and stuff like that. So it really has just kind of made me more, I don't know, like mature. I've kind of grown up even more and quicker, and it's fun.
Still streaming in the same room though, right?
Yes, for now. I got a bunch of stuff happening with the stream room. I've been getting so many people. It's pretty messy because I'm getting.
Are you gonna get like a big studio, or what are you gonna do?
No. Just like reworking the basement that I'm in right now. Gonna do some pretty awesome stuff. I haven't really told anyone about it. Kind of just announced it. So, but everyone's telling me to clean it, and I'm like, dude, just wait.
I was gonna say you got to have some little twist coming.
Absolutely.
Lots of people are offering you a ton of gear and stuff. So, you've had amazing moments this year. Fortnite, I think, has been such a huge phenomenon. And I mean, that's like, part of it, but you've had like, obviously everyone remembers that night when you were streaming with Drake.
Right.
How did that all come together?
This is one of my favorite stories to tell because it was just so like natural, right? So I'm just woke up random morning. This is after I kind of started making a lot of content push to Instagram over like Twitter and stuff like that. I wanted to make sure that I was getting my content out there on like every single social media platform. And it was like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning, and everyone's just saying like, yo, Champagne Poppy followed you on Instagram. Champagne Poppy, I'm like, I don't know, like, who's Champagne Poppy? I didn't know he went by that name. Everyone's like, Drake. So I checked on Instagram, and he was following me. So ran upstairs, immediately told the wife. I was just like, babe, you're never gonna guess. Followed him back. Like 2 days later, he reached out and was just like, hey man, like let's play some dubs. Like I want to get some dubs and some wins. I was like, all right. So then we tried to make plans, failed twice, like fell through twice because he was working on his new album. And then one random day, it was like a Wednesday night, out of nowhere, he was just like, yo, I'm on, let's play. And it just happened.
I'm in. Have you heard much of the new album?
I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything, unfortunately.
I see. That's part of what the fun is that you said like over social media, you guys can just like instantly connect up, and then other folks I'm sure have been reaching out to you. Marshmallow's going to be here. You guys are going to be playing in the Pro-Am tomorrow for Fortnite, right?
Going to win that.
That's going to be insane, right? You guys outside.
We've been practicing a little bit,
Really?
you know, and I've been told recently now that by a lot of his management that he's just been grinding more than he's been making music, like preparing for this tournament. So.
All right, well, we're going to get a little preview a little bit later today, but I got to say, you've had such an amazing year, and I've really respected the way that you sort of have treated the audience and how you sort of built your career, because, you know, a lot of people look up to you, which is really exciting. So you've also had an amazing year on YouTube. We're going to bring out Ryan Wyatt now, the head of gaming at YouTube, because you crossed a pretty amazing milestone this year with your channel. I mean, you know, YouTube, it's just amazing what you've been able to sort of build over the past couple of years and crossing, you know, I think a month ago I was talking, I was like, I think you're getting close to 10 million on YouTube, and now it's like 13 million subscribers, which is insane. So Ryan, what's going on?
Yeah,
what are you packing here?
I know, like this is real official, isn't it?
I was gonna say the YouTube case. I'm not sure what is this.
Do you know
all
what's
of
in this? You have an idea? I don't know. I didn't hear you. Did you already break the news?
No, I didn't break the news.
All right, so it's a little overdue because you're 13 million.
13 million.
Takes a while to make this, though, right?
I'm like absolutely terrified that I was gonna drop this thing because you would never forgive me.
No. So Shane Dawson poured champagne on it, so.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Dude. I'm gonna pass this over to you.
The diamond play button. So if you guys don't know this, what is this? Ryan?
This is the diamond play button.
Oh
so we give this to people that do hit 10 million subscribers on YouTube. And
take it out of the head.
My heart skipped a beat.
No.
And the real cool thing about this is not only did he hit 10 million subscribers, he's the fastest non-music creator in the history of YouTube to get to 10 million from 1 million subscribers.
Wow.
I did not know that. I was just told that today. So, dude, this thing is incredible.
Guess how many days he did it? 1 million to 10 million.
Are you serious?
Yeah, guess how many days he did it.
That's a lot of subs.
Yeah, but how many days do you think it took to get to 10 million from 1 million?
I don't know.
Look at this.
3 months? Oh my God. Marshmallow, Mel's in. All right.
Is this meant for 3? It is now.
This is the unlikely trio right
Exactly. It's like
took him 100 days, under 100 days to hit 10 million subscribers.
I was going to say, even there we go. Cheers for Ninja.
Thank you on behalf of everybody at YouTube.
No, I was saying, like, when we were talking a month ago, he was at 10, now he's at 13. It's like, it hasn't stopped.
I know, we're already starting to craft the 100 million subscriber button because where we think he's going to be. So we'll have that ready for next E3.
And the thing is, it's great not only for
Ninja,
but it's great for gaming on YouTube because it feels like, I mean, Fortnite, Ryan, maybe tell us about this, it's been a huge phenomenon for gaming on YouTube in general, right?
Yeah, so Minecraft has obviously been holding it for a long time.
Yeah.
Fortnite last month surpassed Minecraft in uploads, gaming uploads. So it's on the rise, as you can imagine. And I think it's been really good for the entire ecosystem of gaming creators.
Yeah, no, and Melo's been playing too, right?
Oh yeah, he's ready, man. No, I think one of the coolest things that I didn't even realize, and I kind of forgot about, man, is that like I think that YouTube started on gaming, right? A lot of like gaming content, your Call of Duty, your Halo videos and stuff like that, the montages from Halo 2, and like that's what I remember like searching on YouTube and stuff. And I think there was definitely this scene or this moment where it literally just became kind of like IRL vlogs. Definitely went away from gaming, and I think that once like I started making all these videos and it grew so quickly, I saw a lot of tweets that were just like happy that gaming is now becoming like more like again like relevant on YouTube again, like gaming content is and I just kind of forgot about that. Like I really just because I thought that YouTube as well was definitely faded away from gaming, and now it's coming back a lot, and it's amazing.
And
it's one of our biggest verticals,
right?
Like outside music.
Exactly, I love
massive.
it.
And Fortnite, what I love about it is it feels like every week there's something new to create content around and talk about.
For sure.
So it's not like the game comes out and then you sort of drip, 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 and there's nothing. It's like Fortnite. I feel like every day you're on there and there's something happening.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the amazing things that they're doing, and as long as they continue to put in the work on their formula, which is just simply like you're listening to the community, pushing out like cool little skins and dances that like the Reddit community and all these people are coming up with, giving the guys what they want, the fans what they want, and then also throwing in new weapons that aren't game breaking, right? Yeah. And they're really like receptive. Like a lot of people, if they don't really like something, they're not too like egotistical where they're just like, no, we want it in the game, it's in there. They're like, hey, like all right, we'll take it out. Like you guys didn't like it, we'll change it. And they've just been doing such a great job adding constant content, which is just like, dude, every day you can make a new YouTube video and it's like new skin or new gun, new something. So
who knows what's next? But we know tomorrow the Pro-Am, so you guys be teaming up,
awesome.
right?
I'm ready, man.
That's gonna be awesome. Can I coach you two? That would be amazing. Yeah.
Any
commentate over your
Get
shoulder.
your cash for it, like the old days. Come on.
Bust it out.
Do it all. Yeah, no, and it's millions of dollars on the line for charity. YouTube will be streaming it tomorrow, the Pro-Am, and you guys are going to actually give us a little preview of your skills because we got a Let's Play setup we've set up, and Ninja Marshmallow are going to be going live here on the show in just a few minutes, so we'll let you guys get ready, get all your settings.
You're going to let them get the competitive edge, having them set up here, huh?
I was going to say, we got the Ninja case. It's going to look great, so that's coming up next. Well, thanks, Ryan, for stopping by. Ninja, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
10 million, amazing. And Mel, thanks for all the music for the show. It's sounding great. Tell me, and we'll see you guys get ready to play. All right.
Welcome, everybody, to the H3 Podcast Live. Today's episode is sponsored by Stitch Fix, Dollar Shave Club, and the Black Tux. Today's guest is the mega, he's not a superstar, he's a mega star, Ninja, the Twitch streamer and pro gamer and Fortnite phenomenon. Many of you probably know who Ninja is, but for those of you who don't know, let me give you some numbers to kind of put in perspective what we're dealing with here. So I was checking, he's a Twitch streamer. Let's start there. At the beginning of the year, he had just under 1 million subscribers. That was just a few short months ago. And 1 million subscribers on Twitch makes him one of the biggest channels on Twitch. He was a big deal. Fast forward to today, since that moment, he's up over 6 million subscribers on Twitch, the biggest channel on Twitch by far now. He's broken all the streaming records. He first broke the streaming record for the most concurrent viewers at one time when he played with Drake. Yes, Drake. Mr. Hot, whatever. You guys know Drake.
Mr.
Hey, Mr. Yeah, exactly. Wish I had the sweater. I love Drake. He's the greatest. So jealous. I get to sit across from someone who's played with Drake. That sounds bad. I like him for. I just have him on to get to Drake. Fuck. Now I'm thinking about Drake and I lost my train of thought. He broke the record when he was playing with Drake. The previous record was Dr. Disrespect when he came back from his break. He had like 338,000 concurrent viewers, which was enormous. So when Ninja blasts on the scene with Drake, they get 600,000 concurrent viewers. This is unbelievable for live, people sitting there watching live. Okay, and then he broke his own record again this last weekend when he was in Vegas putting on some really cool event that I want to talk about later with him. But that event broke his own record with 660,000 live viewers. His YouTube channel, which is highlights of his Twitch stream, is unbelievable. He posts a highlight every day, and these are getting like 4 to 7 million views every day. In the past month, in the past 30 days on YouTube, he's gained 3.2 million new subscribers and has 200 million views.
In the past month.
In the past 30 days. I've never seen anything like it. It's unbelievable. It's exciting. It's cool to see that somebody could take it this far.
Yeah.
Could blow up this much. It's
those numbers don't make sense.
I never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. 3.2 million new subscribers.
I think the day he streamed with Drake was the day we did our live show at the Improv, and we streamed it.
Really?
I'm pretty sure that was what was happening, and we were like, wow, that was great. That was so much fun. And then after the show, we're like, apparently there was something huge going on.
Nobody cared about, no one's watching our shitty live show.
And I remember just that was the first time I heard about him.
They're like, if you thought that was crazy.
You're 20,000 views.
I know. Dude, we could pull like 10 to 30,000. I was like, and those were like top numbers for the longest time. 30,000 was like top dog in it. This guy now will casually stream with over 100,000.
I didn't think it would be possible.
It's incredible. It's super exciting, and I'm super happy for him, too, because he's a nice, sweet, genuine guy. He's been in the game for a long time. He's been a pro gamer for 10 years, okay? So this isn't some overnight. The guy's been grinding hard, and he deserves his success. He's a sweet guy. He's an interesting guy. I'm super excited to talk to him. I hope you guys are excited to watch. So we are just going to hop off. We're going to go grab him. He's coming in soon. So stay tuned. We'll be back shortly with your boy Ninja. So do not go away. God bless you. Appreciate you. You're the best. I love you. Dan cut me off because I don't stop. I don't know how to stop. What up, pimps? We've got the man here, your boy Ninja, aka Tyler Blevins.
Yes.
Where's the origin of Blevins?
I get that every once in a while, man. It's like Welsh. My mother is Welsh. It means a little wolf.
Oh, little wolf.
Oh yeah, man.
That's wonderful.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I really said maybe that should be my gamer tag instead, or
Little
my
wolf.
alias, Little Wolf. No.
So we were introing you before you came in, just
Right.
talking about all the unprecedented numbers you've been smashing.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone. I mean, I have not been on YouTube the longest, but I've been around for a little bit now, like 5 years now. And I've never seen in all my time someone come up so hard, so fast.
Right.
I mean, first of all, how has that affected your life? Because it seems like you were popular, but in the past 4 months, it's been like,
oh yeah,
unbelievable.
So with how long I've been like streaming and doing all this content and stuff like that, the massive growth really hasn't changed much because it's like, in my own way, I kind of was like relevant essentially. So it's just really cool to see how like looking at the statistics, we're looking at like numbers and how quickly other people have grown too, and to just kind of like smash all of that and is amazing.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and nothing's really changed, honestly. The wife and I still have the same schedule. If anything, we just kind of, I'm actually trying to stream more,
right?
So that there's more content on like the Instagram clips, YouTube, and everything. So
right. No, I mean, coming from YouTube, we had mentioned it in the intro, but you have like 3.3 million subscribers in the past 30 days.
Yes, we're averaging every 9 days is 1 million subscribers. It's about 110, 120 a day.
And those are just clips from your Twitch streams.
They are not. Yes, they are not. Very rarely will I try to. So like in a live stream, if I wanted to, I could do like, okay, this game is going to be tips and tricks. So I'll literally intro it into the live stream and then make it more like professional. It's fun fact. I actually just tested that for the very first time, doing a light machine gun only, this new gun that came out in Fortnite. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do tips and tricks, this game, right? It's gonna be great. Like I was thinking 10 million views, like in like a couple of like days, like 2 days. And it actually didn't do the greatest. It got like, it's like right in the middle of kind of where a lot of my just pre-recorded like stripped content is. And so that actually was something that blew my mind.
I think people like the authentic experience.
Yeah.
They want the real deal. They want to see the crazy shit that's happening in your game.
Exactly. And I think that, in my opinion, I think there are a lot of YouTubers who are trying to like do the YouTube live content or their YouTube content that is planned, and they come over to Twitch and it is live. There's like a disconnect there.
It's
so
hard.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a entirely different world. And
It is.
This is live.
Yeah.
We still suck at it, but it takes like the whole lot. Well, we've streamed video games before, and it can be fucking brutal. Like you stream. How long do you usually stream for?
So the schedule is like 9:30 is when I'll start in the morning, and then I play until like 4. It's like 6 hours, 6.5 hours, and then I'll take a nice 3-4 hour break with the wife and the dogs, and then or family. We have like family nights and stuff like that too, and then come back on around like 7 o'clock Central and stream until like 2 in the morning.
Whoa!
And then so it's minimum like 12 hours a day is what we're trying to be, and then I'll sleep for like less than 6 hours, 7 hours.
Do you ever just get like? I would stream for like 5 hours a couple times, and I was like, I'm fucking done for the week. Like, I'm not making YouTube videos. I'm going in bed. I'm done for the week.
Yeah. No, it's just like, I've been doing it for so long, so maybe I built up a tolerance or something like that, an immunity to like the...
Oh, it seems like you really love it.
Oh, dude, that helps, really.
Yeah.
And being good at the games. My worst days, where I'm also taxed the most, are when I'm not doing well.
Right.
And I think that's because, it just sucks, and also like mentally draining. I'm kind of worried about, I didn't perform today, like... It's not okay. So, but those don't happen often.
But that's a lot of pressure too.
Yes,
because you're the best,
quote unquote.
Do you think you're the best Fortnite player?
No, I would never say that because you have to like not like I would never say that because I think I am, but it sounds bad.
I know. Yeah.
Right. No, if you put yourself there, like you're already kind of.
It's all downhill.
Well, yeah, exactly. You saying, "Oh, I'm saying," and also I can't learn. Like at that point, it's kind of like, "Oh, I'm the best." There's no room for growth.
Right.
And that's not.
Well, from my point of view, when I watch your videos and your stream, I'm just like, what the fuck?
That's the goal, man. That's the goal.
But like, also that must come with an extraordinary amount of stress. Like you said, you streaming and you having off days, and you feel bad. So does that stress to always perform like so good? How do you cope with that?
It really it's again like those days don't really happen too often. So I
got him.
Got him.
Best
So
in the world.
truly, once every like 2 or 3 weeks, I'll have just like a really bad day where I'll win only like a couple games. And, it's great actually just having such a supportive community because I'll get like a dono or something and somebody's just like, hey, man, like, nice to know you're human. Like, don't worry.
That's fair. That is important.
And
I do think it's important.
And I'll do my best to also just be like, hey, guys, even I suck sometimes. Like, because I'll have, 10 games in a row where I just die right off the start. And I'm like, oh. But I'm a very good like at resetting as well. So like sometimes I'll have like a bad first hour or something like that, and like one time I joked around and I completely like restarted my stream essentially. I didn't turn it off, but I brought like the intro. I brought the intro screen back in. I left. I came downstairs, played the song, and I was just like, "Hey guys, what's up? First game of the day. Here we go!" And I ended up winning that game with like 20 kills or something like that.
Did you make a conscious effort to get really good at the game, or was it just? I mean, you're a professional gamer. You've been gaming for what, like 10 years?
Oh, my entire life, but professionally, like 7, 8. Yeah.
Okay. When Fortnite came out, what was it? Did you have kind of a feeling of like this is going to be a big game? And what was your process of being like, I'm going to be really good at this game, or are you just good at all games?
I'm good at all games, and that's just from being a gamer my entire life.
Yeah.
It's literally what I do. So. And I played a lot when I was growing up, a lot of RPG games, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Legend of the Gaia, Legend of Dragoon, Final Fantasy, and then Halo 1, GoldenEye, dude, Super Smash Bros. I literally played every game imaginable.
Right.
You know, and dude, Road Rash, it was this amazing game.
I heard Dan squeal back there.
Dude, it was amazing. You were on a motorcycle and like and you could like buy and upgrade your motorcycles and like you could like you could like whip like, you know, with chains like the other guys next to you. It was actually super fun. But no, yeah, playing all those games just kind of made me.
You were prepared from all angles.
Yes, sir, dude. And also, what people don't, Fortnite, man, it didn't blow up right away by any means whatsoever.
No.
I kept my eye on it. I always check out my chat, right? And when they're asking me to play a game or play with someone, in the back of my head, I'm always like, okay, like this needs to, like, I need to do some research on this. I need to watch it, or, you know, watch this guy's content and see if like it'd be someone to collab with and stuff. And the game was not being received well by a lot of top broadcasters. I was watching them; they were complaining about it. Oh, it's too cartoony. Oh, it's not fun. It's not no skill. It's not. And then, when I'm watching it myself, I'm like, this looks really entertaining. It looks really fun. So I waited for there was like an AR update where they like increased the accuracy or whatever, and I was like, okay, this is my. I kept telling my chat like, I will play it just soon. I will play it soon. I will play it soon. And then finally, I switched from PUBG. Love the game. Was not very good at it. In terms of the shooting is not the difficult part. It's building, and that meta kind of grew over time. And I figured that out, how important it was to obviously block shots from people shooting you. And then once I figured that out,
I think that's what I'm missing. I'm so bad at the game.
Yeah.
The whole fort aspect, it's just, it fucks me up. You like the Peanuts Gallery?
Oh, no, I literally love that, man. It's building is literally the most important thing ever.
The way that you just like. Well, good players, they'll like build a whole fucking tower, like jumping and building on it. I can't get it. That's the part that really takes a minute to get down.
So yeah, you'll find that there aren't that many talented players like in every game. So if you just build simple little structures, you can win.
That's enough.
Yeah, it is. But again, if you're going to run into a me or another top player that is like trying to actually compete in the game, you're done.
Slam dunk on you.
Yeah, you're gonna get boxed in and trapped. Like if you're not, it's very easy to tell if somebody's not good.
I think Fortnite's such an interesting game because, well, if you compare it to PUBG, which is just a pretty simple shooter with a really cool.
It's actually super basic.
It's super basic. It's got a really cool concept and a cool map.
Yes,
that concept is basic.
Yes,
and Fortnite took it then a next step further by introducing another 100%. Element of strategy.
Yeah, it went like Super Saiyan, like God, like Ultra Instinct.
They turned it into like a game of chess.
Yes, it really was. So like a lot of people are like, oh, build like PUBG requires so much more skill because there's no building, and it's like
wrong. Opposite.
Exact opposite. Yeah. It's like PUBG. If someone sees you from a mile away with a ×15 scope, it can hide in a building and kill you and have and be completely. It's not difficult to shoot a gun and hit somebody. Like gun skill is never the main reason that someone's talented at a game. It is literally their decision making, like next level stuff. What are they thinking 10 steps ahead? In PUBG, you can, and not saying the game does obviously require talent, but yeah, less of it in my opinion. There's
less of a skill gap.
Yes, correct.
Where you can get this good or as good like with
you if you're trying every game. If I try every game, and I don't, a lot of games for me. Throwing, impulse bombing, nading myself 50 feet in the air and trying to like swag on someone with a no scope. Like if I did not do that, I only went mega try hard. I'd win like 90% of my games.
Really? You think so?
1 million%. I landed 1 million%. I landed tilted towers, dude. Like I would never land there. I would land in very outskirt like sides. Like I die mainly because I either mess around too much, I underestimate.
But you're
my opponent.
Entertaining. You're not playing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I find that balance.
Yeah.
And some days, the worst days are when I try to goof off too soon. I don't get wins. And then now I'm trying, but now I'm kind of in my own head. And then I'm not getting wins. And then I'm just, oh no.
Yeah. Where did we touched briefly on like how Fortnite wasn't really that popular for a minute. where did it really come from? Because I remember when Dr. Disrespect was here.
Yes.
We asked him about Fortnite because we just had Brendan Green, the
Right.
PUBG creator, on like a week before.
Cool.
And it was like Fortnite was like this cool little game that was kind of just riding the battle royale wave.
Yep.
And then all this, like, suddenly it was like the most popular game in the world.
Whew. So, I mean, I think that it stems from really being free to play, right? And that's
It's kind of like League
of Legends is the
yeah,
perfect. I mean,
yeah.
you literally, if you want, this is why I don't understand a lot of people aren't doing it. Like, you look at
Right.
the concept of like League of Legends kind of did that free to play. In-game skin purchases are where they make their revenue game, and it's a solid game. I think dude, it was someone very recent. We had a conversation. Fortnite does not feel free to play.
Absolutely not.
And it's
the
actually Shroud.
special.
It was Shroud. I was watching Shroud stream, and he was playing a game that literally was it's like a PUBG knockoff, completely,
Right.
like 100%, and it's free to play.
Yeah.
And the comment that he made was like, Fortnite does not feel free to play.
It doesn't, and neither did League, and I
Correct.
think that's why it was so successful.
Exactly.
I was pretty shocked when I heard that it's free.
Oh yeah,
I
everyone
did.
recently had a conversation. I mean, a lot of people like if they're, I mean, like taking pictures all the time, man, in the airport, and like this one guy, his dad was just like, oh, like I gotta buy it. I should buy it. Like it sounds
Don't
really
even
cool, and
have
I'm like, download it. It's free.
It's almost that's how.
It's how it can go viral, man.
Exactly.
It's so accessible.
It's how you can even compare it to like basketball or baseball or football in a way, because you don't need you just need a ball.
You just need a
And
ball,
you can
exactly.
play.
Yes.
It needs to be the same way if a game ever wants to be comparable on that level.
Agreed. Like you cannot unless the game is literally God's gift to the earth. Like you cannot expect a game, a Destiny that's $60.
It's a huge barrier.
Oh yeah, dude. Yes. Yes, especially since Destiny is like, well, it is actually on everything besides mobile and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just came out on PC
Right.
For 2. But yeah, man, can't expect people to just buy something, spend
interesting.
$60. It's a lot of money.
I think a lot of people are like, I don't want free to play games too. On the other hand, because they're like, I don't want a bunch of trash,
I
and I
don't
don't
early access, right? It's that
right, and I don't want to have to pay for shit. But the way that they do it is so
perfect,
unoffensive. Well, they have the single player you have to pay to play.
If you want to, yes.
But totally unnecessary.
Oh yeah, I mean it's been actually super fun. I've seen a lot of
dude, I love it.
I've seen a lot of videos, man. I mean, it's great. It's like a tower defense, man.
Have you played it?
I messed around with it a little bit.
Okay.
I actually try not to because there's there's no delay. There's no jump fatigue on that. So like when you jump in and you like,
think it's gonna pollute your?
It does. It literally
Oh,
did. The instant like I would jump in the survival one, and it's like instant. Like I could tell there was no connection involved whatsoever,
That's
and I was
funny.
like, oh my god. And then I switched over. It's like playing on. It's like
It
Halo
fucked
3,
you up.
dude. Halo 3, yes. Halo 3, man, on a LAN to online Xbox Live is completely night and day. So
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
When I first heard about you, when I first saw you on the radar, was when you had this incredible game with Drake, and you guys broke the concurrent views record, right? Was
Yes.
about 600,000?
It was like 650.
650, 100, which before the previous record was like Doc's, like
It's-
330 or
start with?
something.
Who did it start with before them? Before it was before T1's comeback, Tyler 1's comeback, and before Docs. It was someone else. I forget who it was.
I don't remember.
But anyways, no, yeah. So Tyler 1 smashed it with his League of Legends unbanned,
Mhm.
and then he did that cool Draven cosplay, which was awesome. And then he was like 360 or something like that, 300,000. The Doc came back, right? 320, 330, something insane. And then so we pretty much doubled it.
It was crazy. I never seen numbers. I didn't know numbers like that were
Existed.
possible.
I didn't either.
And then, you broke it again this
Without-
last weekend with your event in Vegas that I really want to talk to you about.
I'd love to, yeah.
But you had like 660. What did you have on that?
680, I think was the numbers right now, which is like kind of unfortunate that they aren't like Twitch. I don't know if they can actually release the exact.
They should.
They
I don't
should,
think they can.
yeah.
No, I literally
Why?
I don't
Huh.
think they have the ability to. I
Really?
think that it's. I think no. Like
They're
literally,
not
they don't
ready.
have the ability to. Like
Yeah.
the metrics are weird.
Oh.
On some like on my screen right now, I could be on Twitch. Like right now, you could have 20,000
Right.
viewers, 100,000. I have no idea, but
It's
someone
so
else could
fluid,
see. Someone else
right?
could see. I could see 91. Someone else could see 92.
Really?
Yeah, it's
just so fluid and it's always changing.
people are in and out.
Yeah.
And with
But
battle
I'm wondering-
royales, with battle royales, I mean, like it's like a story. It's a long game. It's the
Right.
same thing with League of Legends. Actually, the viewer dip, right? So you start the game up, boom, your viewer. You literally, I promise you, like no one will lose viewers as the game goes on. In one game, you will only go up, and then the second the game is over, you're at
Everyone
that peak.
bounces.
Yeah, you lose about 10, 15. Like I'll lose like 30,000 viewers,
Huh.
and then I'll gain them right back in 10 minutes.
Huh. That's super interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. They probably have shit to do.
Of
They're
course.
waiting for it.
They want to see the win, right? There's
Yeah.
a lot of people who are like, I mean, yeah, I'll get a donor once in a while, like, I'm not going to bed till you win the game. Till you win this game, or like win this game, and people they're invested, right?
Yeah.
God, what was I going to say?
No, the Drake 600,000.
The
event Vegas.
What do sporting events get live? What does like a basketball game get?
Ooh, actually,
do you know that,
I don't know
Dan?
Yeah,
Look that up. I'm curious.
I know. Yeah, I think the statistic-wise, this is something that was released like 2, 3, 4 years ago, something like that. Was like the total views of Riot's Worlds event was like 20 mil or 19 mil or something like that, and then like the Super Bowl was at like 60 mil.
Well, the
that
Super
year.
Bowl,
of course,
that's a tough comparison.
Well, but
Yeah,
that's
I
the thing.
remember that stat. It was the World Series actually.
It
Baseball World
smashed
Series.
the World Series, didn't
Yeah,
it?
completely smashed it.
Yeah, the
And-
World Series had 9 or something like that. 9
and that was over the course of the whole series, not just one game.
Wait. What's the stat again?
It was like the world,
the World Finals for League of Legends was more than all 6 or 7 games of the World Series combined.
Yeah, all sporting events except for the Super Bowl.
Here we go. You've got a National Basketball League gets on average 2 million per game.
2 million views
per game. Yeah.
Okay.
Now compare that, like in a way, you're just a dude playing a game. Right. It's getting there.
Right. Oh, I mean, yeah, it's definitely.
Or when you actually had an event, you had almost 700,000.
Yes, concurrent, and it was like a 7-hour event. It was long.
And if you compare it to NBA, you've got 20 professional, not even 20, because you got the bench, you got the coaches, you've got like 100 full-time athletes making tens of millions of dollars.
Correct.
I think it's funny how when you,
hey man,
but like we've all been wondering for so long, like when's it gonna get there?
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, I think that I'm just happy that I'm at the forefront of it.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You're definitely spearheading it.
Yeah, and I want to. I mean, that's the goal is to obviously never stop, but to be. Yeah, I mean, 10 years from now, someone like let's just say this is the year 2018, right?
I think it is historic. I do think so.
I hope so, man.
I do think so.
A couple more games with Drake, I think we'll be.
Couple more.
I think we'll be there.
That's right. But I think it's so funny. Whenever I see you on an interview, they're always obsessed with like, so you get paid $500,000. Tell me about that. How do you make? So you're just playing games?
So people give you money.
It's like. It's kind of annoying. It annoys me because it's like, imagine having LeBron James and be like, so people pay you $80 million to play a game?
It's frustrating.
You just dribble a ball,
right?
And you shoot the ball, and they pay you $80 million.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I'll never ever react in a negative way simply just because there's a disconnect. People don't get it.
It comes from
They just don't know yet.
Yeah. It comes, comes from an innocent
I don't
place.
get mad about it. Of course,
Yeah.
exactly. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it seems like it doesn't.
Trying to demean you.
And I'm like, exactly. And I'm like, listen, if you want to be better than like the tens of millions of 7 billion people in the world and be better
Right.
than them at something, and like you think you should get paid, like, and then hear their response. I never have asked or been rude like that, but I'd love to hear what they say.
Well,
back.
it's the statement is just so stupid because we already are paying people to play games,
right?
Way more than you're making.
You tell me you've seen the meme. I'm sure you have.
What is it?
Where dude, this dude is literally he's on Twitch, right? It's one of those like there's a name for the style of the cartoon joke, right? But it's like he's just like chilling, watching. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" A little bubble. He's like, "Oh, I'm watching this guy play a video game." Jeez, that's stupid. Walks like 10 feet, sits on a couch, and turns on the basketball game or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
It's like you watch
It's the
someone else
same
play.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
you
the
watch
same-
someone else play a game. It's like
Yes, it's the
it's
same.
the exact
shit.
same thing, dude.
You've been doing it for hundreds of years.
But better, dude. It's even, and that's the thing, the live integration, right? I was actually just in an interview. I can't really talk about it, but like one of the things I mentioned was imagine someone being able to LeBron streaming, whatever, Drake being able to literally, donate $5, $10,
Interact
and
with
ask
them.
a question, a guaranteed question that will be answered.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was me knocking.
Shredder was like, oh yeah, that was. Shreddy, it was us. Hey, Shreddy, look, it's me. You see? And not only
He's
that,
adorable,
but
man.
he's the greatest.
You
He's
want me
got
to
to
come
protect
take
us.
Oh,
No, he's okay. I think he's good. Shreddy,
We all bonded over our Yorkies before.
Not only that, but you get you couldn't play with them.
Right.
You play the same game as them. You
Right.
can get good. You have the resources.
Mhm.
You just play the fucking game. It's,
Right.
I don't know. It's way cooler.
No,
and
I agree.
And well, before I get ahead of myself, I did want to ask. Like, you had this big game with Drake,
Mhm.
and it was kind of meteoritic. That's a word. Meteoric.
Meteoric.
It was meteoric. In that the media, it was like a thing that they could latch onto and be like, this is a crazy thing.
Mm-hmm.
So did anything change for you after that big game?
I think that literal one match with Drake made it okay for everyone to play video games. I mean, like, how many? This is something I've had a conversation with a lot of people about. It's like, who's bigger than Drake in the world of like social media? And the
I couldn't pick a crazy person. to play with.
LeBron James is someone that I would like right up there. And then maybe like some crazy actors. But
Obama,
really, truly,
game with Obama.
Literally, I was gonna make that a reference. what would break the internet? And like, dude, I kind of peaked, honestly. I mean, you started he was one of the very first famous people that I played with. And like,
it's a good place to start.
I would think so. And then but immediately, even that night alone, Travis Scott messages, hey, get me in there. And it's just like, dude,
you're the dude to play with.
Right. No, well, not even that, but I think so. So this is something that's funny. Like Travis actually dropped me impulse nades throughout the game one time, and I was like, okay, the only reason he did that is because he knows he must watch the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, he doesn't follow me or anything like that, but he clearly watches because he knew that I love those grenades. It was actually really cool.
That's awesome.
And yeah, no, I think that literally that moment of playing with Drake made it. Everyone is just like, oh, okay, I can like tweet about this. I can like tell everyone that hey, it is cool to game, or I play video games too.
It definitely made it cool. Like,
exactly.
Like
everything
you,
he does.
You said Obama, but I feel like even playing with Obama may not have been crazy
stiffer. It wouldn't be as dope.
Yeah.
unless
if Obama asks you, pass.
Oh, dude, if he was, and here's the thing, man, if they're actually like interested in the game, then it'll be natural and it'll be like organic, and that's kind of how it was with Drake. He played all the time.
The fact that Drake was a Fortnite player
and a PUBG player or watcher.
Yeah. Did people know that before he caught a game with you?
Nope. I don't think anyone knew. I mean, I don't think anyone knew about that at all. And like when one of the greatest conversations of that night was when I think I asked him, I was like, so how long have you been playing Fortnite or whatever? He's like, oh yeah, I've been playing for a minute, man. I've been watching you for like a while. I saw you win that tournament in Germany.
That's crazy.
I was like,
just to imagine Drake at home watching you and you don't even know.
Yeah, exactly. And dude, that's the thing, dude. And none of these people really go out of their way because it's truly like right now, it is becoming cooler and okay and acceptable, but people did not like, maybe no one wanted to be viewed like that. Oh, Drake watches someone play video games. It's like, dude, but everyone plays video games. Come on.
Right.
So it's like, okay now.
I do think I genuinely think it's historic. I don't think that video gaming professionally has ever got that level of not just publicity, but like good publicity.
Right.
And to your credit, you went on, you did all the interviews, you talked to people, and there's a lot of shitty characters out there, but you were presentable, you were positive, you were a great face.
Thank you.
I think
that's the goal.
I'm so happy for you, and I was so relieved to see you talking to him. I was like, this is the perfect dude for this to happen.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
So just
don't stop.
Yeah.
Listen, no, I have no intention whatsoever, man. I mean, I've turned the stream completely into like G-rated, man. I literally was in a conversation earlier. Like, my goal is to make it like, your classic SpongeBob SquarePants, where like the parents at home can get like a dirty joke or something like that, but the kids are completely oblivious to it. That's like the humor I'm trying.
And I feel like it's genuine too. Like,
of course,
if someone
like do that, it's not like I have to. No, like I don't have to do that at all. And a lot of people who are famous don't give it a shit, and they don't do that at all.
Yeah.
But like that's something where it's like, oh yeah, absolutely, man. One parent I think emailed me and was just like, would really love if I could, watch you and not have to mute the stream. And me and my wife were just like,
got it.
This is it. Like we talked about making it family friendly, and like now it's like.
So how did you do that? You just cut out cursing?
Yep.
Were you cursing a lot before?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a gaming thing, really. It is, and
it's hard not to. It's like an impulse.
Oh, of course, and like it's not, in my opinion, man. The cursing thing is like, of course, little kids shouldn't be running around dropping f-bombs or swearing at all. At that age, and it's simply just because it's like you don't understand the meaning behind it. There's so many other things, and also other meanings that certain words have. But it's not like I was, a bad person or anything. Like I just swore. It was gaming. Been involved in it my entire life. But I've been cutting out certain, things and phrases that were accepted in the gaming community, and as it becomes more popular, they have to phase out.
Has it been difficult?
No.
Easy.
Yep. My brother Chris is someone who I really admire with how he can turn off he's got just what's the perfect word I'm trying to. He switches it off. You know what I mean? When he's with me, he says whatever he wants. We talk about whatever.
That's admirable. Impressive.
And then he's a teacher too, and he's incredible.
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
And it's literally night and day. You're talking like completely, and that's something that I'm trying to like master.
So how did you hook up with Drake?
Dude, love this story. One of my favorites to tell. Literally, my friend came up to me, one of my good friends, Alex. It was like, hey man, like there's someone someone has like your Instagram posts, like is posting your clips on Fortnite on Instagram, and they're getting like 200, 300, 400,000 likes every single video. And I was like, dude, I need to do that, right? So we didn't like strike the dude or anything because I don't know anything about Instagram whatsoever. So I just had my account already a while ago. I had like 60,000 followers that
Oh Jesus!
I love that noise, by the way.
My laptop.
That means something went really
good. Something went tragically wrong.
Right.
Sorry.
No, dude. So I started making a lot of Instagram posts, and it just caught fire so fast. And like really quickly. I think I had 1 million in like less than a couple of weeks, which is great.
Wow.
Like the videos were being received very well, which is weird. I think just the hashtags were how they got. Anyways, that's irrelevant.
I'm interested.
So we made sure that like my YouTube editor James, he's incredible. He helps me with my Instagram posts. We split that. Like we'll just throw up a clip every once in a while. But like the hashtags are something that we literally pretty much just copied from like other Fortnite hashtags. Right? Fortnite Streamer, Fortnite this, Fortnite Live, Fortnite Clip, and then we put those into ours, and then they just.
I think they enter the system.
Oh yeah, it was over. Scrolling. It was literally our first Fortnite clip got like 500,000, and I only had like 50,000 followers. So it was nuts.
What is the benefit of posting to Instagram for you?
Literally,
besides exposure, or is that it?
It's literally
Different
just
audience,
nope.
I
Yep,
think.
it's just exposure, man.
Yeah.
Kids like YouTube, like the younger generation, from what I'm kind of kicking myself in the face. Not face, kicking myself. What is it? Kicking myself in the
Somewhere. You're kicking yourself.
Kicking myself because I didn't make the connection when I visited one of my like cousins in Chicago, in like Michigan or whatever, and his kid was like 10 years old or something, but was on Instagram.
Really?
And
I didn't know that.
And I was like, I'm so dumb that I didn't think to start making a lot more Instagram posts. But eventually now, obviously, started doing it, and that's how Drake found me. Literally,
wow.
That's how we connected. It was completely natural. A lot of people, there's someone who I won't talk about, but no, thought it was like, oh, it was total stage. Epic probably paid Drake. There's no way this was like authentic.
Like Drake would be interested in getting paid.
Dude, like he would be
to do
interested in
something like
any.
that.
Dude,
He doesn't give a shit.
Oh, right, exactly. I'm like, how much you can pay this guy $1 million? Wouldn't
how
care.
much would you?
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
So it was super organic, and he followed me. My entire chat freaked out.
So he doesn't follow that many people on Instagram, I
Nope,
imagine.
Clearly, it was weird. Really
So
weird.
you were streaming and the chat was like, Drake follow. How do these people know?
Everyone said, I don't know.
They're so crazy
They
in the
said,
Twitch
Champagne
chat.
Poppy. Champagne Poppy followed you. Champagne Poppy followed you. And I was like, Champagne Poppy. Oh, that's Drake. Oh. Ran upstairs. Sprinted upstairs. Right. Told my wife. Showed her, and she's just like, no. Like, you got to be kidding me. So followed him back, and then he reached out, was like, let's play.
Oh,
Darn,
man. Dude, that's the crazy. Not only did he follow you, for him to reach out and be like, let's play.
Yeah, we had a huge talk about should we reach out to him or not. And then, and something that will always try to do is like, I'm very not very fanny of too many people. And that's how I'm always going to try to just come off, because it's like no one wants to hang out with a fan. And I mean, I was a fan, but like it's super easy when Drake was also really chill.
Yeah.
Like super cool, man. Like immediately he was just like, we're just kicking it, gaming.
That's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
That's so cool. Guys, we're going to take a short break. We will be right back. Do not go away. Do not leave. Dan cut me off. We'll be right back after this commercial break. See you guys soon. Thank you to Stitch Fix for sponsoring this episode of the H3 Podcast Style. Some of us have it, and some of us don't have it. It's easy to tell between the two of us which one doesn't have it. Yeah, I'm kidding, obviously. I look like a hobo. If you don't dress me, you're my Stitch Fix. Without you, I would be a hobo.
Where's my fee?
Yeah, come on. You get your fee. I cook for you. I clean sometimes. What, are you seriously trying to come at me like, oh, you don't get anything out of this?
Okay, no.
I do other stuff. I can't think of it at the minute.
You walk Shredder.
I walk Shredder. You can get your own Ela Klein, your own care, as it were, at Stitch Fix. Here's the deal with them. Some of us cannot dress ourselves. Let's be honest about it. Myself, I need a care. You probably do too, okay? Just because if you want to look good and you don't, it's not possible to attain. There's no time like the present to discover that style you never knew you had. And you can with your own personalized care from Stitch Fix. Stitch Fix has reinvented how we find and buy clothing. Just answer some basic questions about your sizes, favorite styles, and budget, right from your laptop, smartphone, or tablet. Your personalized stylist then springs into action. They wrote it in like bold. And I love like springs into action as if they're like sleeping.
It's bold and italic.
They're like, oh shit! I gotta dress someone! They've got that much passion and enthusiasm. That's what Ela does. When she sees me walk out of the closet with what I'd usually be wearing, she'll be like, oh my God.
It's kind of last night you expressed your interest in new shoes, and then I was up until 2 a.m. looking for shoes for you.
That's what you can get from them. It's incredible service. And Ela may actually, you might want to moonlight for them. I think you'd be really good at it. Ela might be picking out your outfit. Who knows? Stitch Fix styling fee is only $25, which is waived if you keep all 5 items. That's a good deal. I don't even pay Hila that. And since your personalized stylist uses only your preference to pick your clothes, you're still in complete control. Not going to take over your life. No commitment required. You don't have to get married to them like I did. Once your items arrive, try them on and only pay what you keep. Don't like something? Need another size? Just send the item back. No questions asked. I love that implication. Like, what are you going to ask? Like, seriously, dude? Or was there really something wrong with it? Or did you just gain 5 pounds since we shipped it to you? And shipping is always free both ways. Get your fix whenever you want or sign up to receive scheduled shipments. The choice is yours. Dan loves Stitch Fix. He's still rocking that sweater every day. It's getting weird. I don't know if he stinks, and I'm like, oh, Dan's wearing, not him, but the sweater, because he wears it so much. I'm like, oh, Dan's wearing Stitch Fix again. I made all that up. The stinky part. I don't want to defame Dan. He's a clean guy, but he does wear the sweater a lot. Call to action. Hurry to stitchfix.com/H3 and get started right now. Keep all 5 items in your box and you'll get 25% off your entire purchase. That's stitchfix.com/H3. Stitchfix.com/H3. Get your own care today. Thank you, Stitch Fix. God bless you. Dollar Shave Club. When I say Dollar Shave Club, if the first thing that pops into your mind is an amazing, affordable shave, then I'm about to blow your mind because there's way more to it than that. How about this? Dollar Shave Club has got more than just razors. They got shampoo, body wash, toothpaste, and of course, the best razor I've ever used. That's not even a joke. It's the only razor I'll ever use now. Doesn't give me razor burn. It feels and glides. It's meaty. It's weighty. It's got a hefty metal handle that you got to feel for yourself. But the true hero of any morning routine is the butter. They've got Dr. Carver Shave Butter. This stuff's amazing. Like, I'm going to put fucking like whipped cream on my face. You know that shit?
Yeah.
You look like a cream pie. But this butter, it's like actual butter. It just goes, oh shit. Glides across your skin. You have to try it for yourself. And with everything delivered right to your door, that means no more trips to the store, wandering aisles, hunting for razor, shampoo, toothpaste, then having to be a cashier and bag your own items. Are you flipping kidding me? You expect me to bag my own items? Get real. That's why you're going out of business, and Dollar Shave Club is taking over the game. For a mind-blowing experience, join Dollar Shave Club today. And for just $5 with free shipping, you get 6-blade executive razor plus trial size of shave butter, body cleanser, and one wipe Charlie's. That's a butt wipe, and it's called a one wipe because it's just that effective. Don't use dry toilet paper and just smear shit all over your asshole. It's ineffective. And it's disgusting. You go in with the wet one, and that's all you need. Well, frankly, it's not necessarily one wipe because it's a big rectangle, and you kind of have to use the space allotted to you. So you're going to probably get like 5 good wipes from one. It's just wasteful to just wipe with one. Don't you agree, Hila?
One wipe per?
Like, if you're using a wet one, you got to get like a couple of wipes. But one wipe does it all. I want people to know that you have to wipe more than once, generally speaking.
Yeah.
I care about you guys, and I wish the best for you. Get yours. Oh, Jesus. I really went on a tangent there. All that. You get the blade, the butter, the cleanser, the wipe, and then you keep the blades coming for a few bucks more a month. Get yours at dollarshaveclub.com/H3. That's dollarshaveclub.com/H3. Try those products out. I guarantee you're going to love it all. Thank you for sponsoring us. Shredder, not now. Shredder, chill out. Thank you to the Black Tux. The Black Tux. Black Tux is okay, and this is a great service. Getting a tux or a suit is an unbelievable nightmare for anyone. It's expensive. It's a schlep. It's this whole song and dance that you don't want to put up with. It's ridiculous, okay? But the Black Tux makes it easy for you. And they make it a wonderful, beautiful thing for your next big event. Whether you're going for a stylish selected outfit or building a custom look, the Black Tux has tons of new suits and tuxedos to choose from for your big spring event. And with their new fit algorithm, you don't have to awkwardly measure yourself or ask a friend for help. Hey, Jim, can you measure my crotch? You don't have to do that anymore, unless you want to. The Black Tux does it for you. They use your height, your weight, and other info to predict your size using their fit algorithm. Plus, the Black Tux free home try-on lets you see the fit and feel the quality of your suit before the event. Your order will arrive 14 days before your event. Try it on, make sure it fits. If not, send it back for adjustments. And remember how simple returns are. Wear it, turn some heads, then send it back 3 days after the event. Shipping is free both ways. Stand out at your event for the right reasons. Jesus. Don't be like me at Jack's wedding and show up late and be turning heads for that reason. Turn them for the right reason. Don't show up in a Hawaiian shirt. Turn heads for the right reasons. With the Black Tux. The Black Tux is the easy way for guys to rent suits and tuxedos online. Try this. You're not going to regret it. Get $20 off your purchase. Visit theblacktux.com/H3H3. That's theblacktux.com/H3H3 for $20 off your purchase. The Black Tux. Premium rental suits and tuxedos delivered right to your god-flippin' dang door. Thank you to all of our sponsors, guys. If you're in the market, please support them because it makes all this possible. Thanks for let's get back into it. We are back with Ninja. What up, dude? Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Professional gaming. A lot of people have been saying it feels like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's happening, it's going to happen. But I feel like it never really happened.
Yes.
It's never really got to that place. What do you think are the biggest challenges that face professional gaming? I've always thought, for example, the fact that the popular games are always rotating.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's hard to like baseball, it's always baseball.
Always.
And so do you think that there's any is there a solution to that, or is that just inherent problem of the
I think
sport?
Right. No, I think that it's going to be something definitely that is always going to be a hurdle. For sure. You look at League of Legends, in my opinion, the reason that they're so successful is the game has been the exact same, minus some upgrades to the maps and new champions. But I think those new champions, that's the thing. Like a Fortnite, let's just say Fortnite goes esports, right? Which I think you sent me that, right? Or no, Rod or Slasher sent me a, excuse me, China. Someone is investing $15 million in Fortnite esports in China. Like that's happening.
Based on what you did in Vegas, which we'll talk about, but sure. I mean that's like.
Oh, yeah.
Evidence.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So let's just say Fortnite sticks around, or creates that esport. Like the way that it needs to evolve is in a very minimal way, right? So constant like new skins, clearly, like maybe like a new map, right? But it always needs to be Fortnite. Does that make sense? Same thing with League of Legends. How League is always League, and the new champions is actually a spin where it's like, okay, this is different, it's cooler, and you can always do bigger and better, and that's great. And now like the Super Bowl, I mean football, those things are always the same, and sometimes the rules change a little bit here and there,
right?
And that's kind of like how
it should be.
Esports needs to be. Exactly. Dude, I'm telling you, there's a reason that Call of Duty and Halo are like, for lack of a better, like just falling off. It's simply just because new games, dude. You lose. You're gonna, dude. I'm an H1 fan, man. Halo only, dude. Halo CE all the way. Halo 2, man. Halo. You lose. Right. You're gonna lose always a chunk of your viewers.
It's interesting. We've talked about it before. But Counter-Strike did the beautiful thing is that the game was old. They re-released it. Same game, new graphics.
Boom.
That was it.
Right. The game was always so
and now
massive,
it's super
though.
popular.
Yes. The game was streaming, in my opinion, also really helped it. I mean, in my opinion, truly helped it blow up to where it was.
Definitely.
I saw. I mean, it was everything. It was like the #1 Twitch for a while, like right up there with League of Legends. And I think it was the gambling had a lot to do with it as well, and like the appeal of cases and stuff like that definitely helped. And I think that now, obviously, after like a lot of the controversy, we don't have to talk too much about it. But those people who did those things really put it in a negative light, and I also think that's kind of why it's not exactly where it should be today. Oh, for sure. You know, you lose because I mean,
it was
the competitive side is
really
still very popular, but dude,
those gambling scandals have rocked sports for a long time. It's almost in a way a rite of passage.
Right.
They're like a huge gambling scandal. Like, hey, we made it.
We made it, right? Exactly.
Huge gambling
in a
scandal.
negative way, but yeah.
Do you think it's possible to have a competitive game that's evergreen in the sense that a traditional sport is?
Okay. I was gonna say something kind of dark. Not until like a lot of older people
smell you later.
Die.
pass from this earth.
Literally, because right now, like, the majority are like you're 40, 50, so, like all those people, they love gambling. What do they gamble? They go and they watch football, they watch basketball, right? And so when our generation like right now, our kids are going to, they 100% are growing up, and what do they want to be? Do they want to be the next LeBron? Some of them, but a lot of them want to be competitive players, professional players, and that's simply because now it's accessible, right? It literally didn't exist. Right. You didn't have a computer 50 years ago, right?
That's true.
Now you do. You had a basketball.
So you think in like 20, 30, 40 years?
I think less, truly, because I feel like with the technology growing right now, you have phones, right? Like the views are there, and when the views are there, the kids are there, it's there. So I think honestly, I think you're going to see a massive jump in the next 5-10 years.
Interesting.
But to the point where, like, if esports and these companies try to like bring in the older audiences, if they go out of their way and they do that successfully, then it could be sooner. But that's hard.
I don't think you can convert older.
I don't. No, you
I
definitely
think it's impossible.
It really is. It's hard. Very few parents understand, including mine at the time when I was starting out. They were just always like, like okay, like what do you like? Make
have
sure.
fun.
Yep.
Yeah, have fun, sweetie.
Yep. Go play.
Yeah.
And then I'd be exhausted after 12 hours, but still making sure I was going to school and working my job that I had, and that was why that was okay. But for a parent to be like excited about their kid.
It's kind of even crazy to think about a world where they can be like, I want to be a pro gamer, and the parent encouraging that and be like, all right, did you practice today?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Right.
Did you play Fortnite for 8 hours today?
How many wins did you
Yeah,
get?
how many wins you get?
Dude, in like China,
Why not?
And like Asia, like that side of the world really is like they're already kind of there, right? There are parents who are like, they are like, you need to play 8 hours. Like, they want their kids to be the next faker, right? Like that, because that's there. It's there. I mean, you go there, you see they sell out these massive arenas, dude. It's insane.
I didn't
World
realize.
last year was, oh my god.
What was it?
I don't know where. I think it was in Beijing, China. It was massive, dude. It literally was like they had drum lines and like it was insane. You have to watch the rebroadcast. Dude.
Wait,
The
what was
intro.
the games they were playing?
Just League of Legends, dude.
Oh, League.
It was a
I
League.
can't believe League is so popular still.
It's, again, dude, the Fortnite formula, the League of Legends formula. I'm sorry. There might have been someone before League that did it too, but League is the one that is the biggest right now besides Fortnite.
Yeah.
No, that formula is working, dude. Free to play, in-game skins purchases, accessible to everyone. Hey, you want to play League? Oh, I don't have the money, man. Oh, it's free.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you can... Is Fortnite playable on shitty computers? Because that was a power of League as well.
It really is. If you don't, as long as it's not a potato,
right,
and as long as you're not running at the highest graphics,
right.
But still, battle royales are the biggest struggle, including Fortnite. Is like that connection to server still is like for some reason it can't even come close to being like a Counter-Strike server or something like that.
Yeah. So tell me about your event in Vegas that you just finished and you came here from. When I read about that, I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. I had never seen anything like it. So, well, I don't want to describe it. So why don't you tell us what was it you were doing in Vegas last weekend?
Okay, man. So yeah, Ninja Vegas 18, we just finished 2 days ago, man. It feels like it was literally like I just got off it, honestly. It was insane. So we set up an event. It was we didn't tell anyone it was going to be a Fortnite event, but everyone kind of knew. And we had 235 tickets, I think we're selling for players to compete. It would be 3 heats.
235 tickets.
200. We sold. Yeah, there were a total of 70. So 3 heats, 9 games total, 75 players in each game. So 75. So like 225, 235, and we sold. I think it was like 400, 500 spectator seats or something like that, and it sold out. I didn't expect it to.
Really?
I just because like people, dude, someone traveled from Mexico. That was the cool. I mean, I had a bunch of people who were like talking to me different accents, so I'm assuming that they are obviously maybe someone from Europe. But yeah, this guy was like, one guy was like, I came from Mexico, bro. Like, immediately I was like, got a picture, signed, all this stuff. But it was, come on, man. Like someone came from Mexico to a Las Vegas event for Fortnite. Like for me, like it was mind blowing, man. We broke the new Twitch record, 600, my own record of live viewers was 680,000 concurrent. So
the format was really was really cool. It reminded me of like a poker tournament in a way.
Yep.
Where you had a bounty on your head.
Yep.
So if somebody in a game killed you, how much did they get?
$2,500 to kill me, $2,500 to win the game. So,
Right.
and I got second place twice. So 2 guys got $5,000 in one kill.
Ooh.
In one kill, it felt, it hurt a little, but again, I was so happy, man. Like seeing like every single person that won, I'd look over in their faces, they were just ecstatic. The crowd, their families in the crowd freaking out. So
That's so. And what was the barrier to entry? Was just first come first serve on the tickets?
yeah, we released. I did a huge hype stream, released a date, released the ticket sales, and then we originally didn't open up any seats to spectators whatsoever because we wanted to make sure that like the players kind of sold out. And then once the players sold out, then we were like, okay, now we're opening up the spectators.
Right. Were any of them really? I saw. I don't know how many games total were played. Like 9. So you won one.
I got. The worst I did was like 30th, and it was like a really unfortunate. I messed up, really bad. And then I got like top 10, like 4 games, 5 games, second place twice, first place, and then all I wanted was one win, man.
I was honestly like the fact that you won one game when everybody, 100 people, 99 people are trying to kill you, specifically you, is pretty insane.
It was annoying a little because like the event was advertised as, to me at the time, a Ninja event, all me, and it was going to be like just fans could play. Right, and it was not supposed to be competitive by any means, truly.
Oh.
And then we see all these, organizations are like all these pro orgs, right? They're like purchasing tickets for their players, and
turn it to a whole publicity.
Myth comes in. He was like one of the first guys to buy a ticket to get in, and I was just like,
here we go.
Okay, dude, like it's now. Every game had very talented players.
So did you shut him down? Did you slam dunk on him?
Oh, I beat a lot of good players, but I mean, dude, again, that wasn't even the point, really. I had a lot of fun, and every fight I had was a very talented player. Usually, I didn't really kill too many bad people.
Right.
So it was exciting, actually.
I feel like you have to be good to pony up and.
Oh yeah.
To do that.
Hopefully. I mean, there were a couple. There was this one reporter from Verge who was like just trying to play to get the experience of it, and he said he had fun, but
I don't believe him.
Oh yeah, dude.
No, I'm kidding. But no, when you're bad at Fortnite, it can.
Oh, it's not.
It gets rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, against a good player. I mean, those are the guys that I box in a little 1-by-1 and trap them. You know?
Right. So how long were you playing in that event?
Dude, it was like a 7-hour event. So I was pretty exhausted.
No breaks.
10-minute breaks, 5-minute breaks here and there in between each game. I was in my room once, but that was because I wanted to like say hello to everyone. So whenever there was like a small little commercial break or whatever, I was just out like meeting everyone.
So are you planning on doing more like that? I feel like that template could be something really powerful, like for a real tournament.
The president of the hotel and the company, like they were like, let's get him back. Like, let's do this again. Let's make this a thing. Like, and me, like, I had so much fun. It was so incredible. It was just a perfect combination, man. Like, I love Vegas, right? I love gambling here and there, and traveling with my wife is also fun. She loves Vegas too, and meeting all those fans was perfect. It was just a great environment.
And your fans who were watching on Twitch loved it too. You broke the record.
That was something that, dude, the whole thing was game changing, right? Not only did we break the record, but that was allowed to stream on my channel. It was actually one of the things that they pushed. They were like, we want you to be on your channel, and we'll do it on as well. We'll like multicast, but like the main channel is going to be yours. And I mean, for good reason, because of the exposure that I already had from Fortnite, and it was easy. It was a no-brainer. It was so epic. It was epic, man. And then they thought that so what they wanted to do was what happened, which was the production, the high-level quality. But what like they thought I might not be okay with was that they were like, okay, like, so is it okay if we like don't have your overlay, like your webcam, your alerts, your donations? I was like, dude, don't accept any of that. Get all that off. This needs.
That would be weird. If
right. I was like, this needs to be as professional as possible.
Yeah.
It looked really professional.
No, it was great.
They did such a good
job. Who
job.
are your partners?
It was Esports Arena.
Oh,
they literally, dude. They asked us. They approached us. They designed it.
Such a great
idea. Dude. I can't like literally. I cannot give them enough shout out to how well they did. They treated me like a king, dude, and like the production quality, no mistakes. They didn't do. I never felt uncomfortable for a second.
That's awesome.
It was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Has there been a high level tournament? Because the prospect of like the 100 best players in a game together, it would be so crazy, wouldn't it?
It would be. It all again. It has to be solos.
Almost like a Tour de France, where maybe you play like 10, and then the top qualify. Or even more.
No, dude. So this is with Battle Royales, and dude, no, that's perfect, right? You kind of you nailed it, right? There are a lot of events where there's like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 people that enter, one guy wins, and it's epic, right? Like that guy is crowned for like 4 years. It's like the World Cup, right? And it's like it's best of one.
You only get one.
It's not
shot.
enough. It's not enough to actually gauge the skill level.
But
of people.
with multiple games, you add up, and that's the PUBG started it. That is the esport, like the only way truly where that level, that layout, that
they
is
need
how
a
it
season.
is. Yep.
Like how they play baseball.
They need a season.
Yeah.
They need points. They need
Dude,
like.
I would be interested in watching that.
Oh yeah,
genuinely.
Of course, man.
Like if there was 100 games over a season, and then it goes to the championships with the 100 top performing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man!
World Series,
oh,
dude.
Yeah.
That'll be the real deal.
The best thing is, and this is what I hope. It's really unfortunate because squads is 4-man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the key, dude. I've been in battle royales for a long time, H1Z1 and PUBG, and I
solo
solos and duos. It is you paint. You can. It's a little bit slower. You can paint a picture. Like it's super easy to follow, and the fights aren't ridiculous. You look at a fight, man, in PUBG and 4s and the H1, like you lose 90% of the action, no matter how good you are.
It would have to be solos is like the serious bracket.
Yes,
and then like
it's like
teams
Super
would be
Smash.
just like fun.
Super Smash Bros. Is exactly like that layout is like no one gives a crap about 4v4 or free for all. No one cares
it's
about
1v1.
No one
That's
cares
it.
about the 2v2, but the
Exactly.
2v2 is cool.
Exactly.
And like there's a prize pool there, but it's the solos, man. It's the 1v1.
Like if somebody can actually get a season-long league of that, it will be so big.
I feel
somebody working on that.
I can promise you that Epic is working on it. Like,
oh yeah, why don't? Yeah.
Oh, they should be. They have control of their own.
They need
tournament.
to be. They need to be.
Yeah. So when this was the first event though, like this with Fortnite, and
I'm excited.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, dude.
It's such a cool game. It's
okay. You can talk the game. It's fun, man.
It's fun. It's fun to watch. Just the whole building and everything. It's just so weird and wild, man. I feel like it has the legs to go
all
the
way.
distance.
Oh yeah. I think it could be. I mean, I think it's everything.
Yeah.
It really is.
I noticed that all your social medias, you've got @Ninja on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube.
Yep, just got that.
On Twitch.
Yes.
I was like, how the hell? How the hell do you get @Ninja on every social media? How do you accomplish that?
Okay.
Were you in early?
Brother, it was a long haul. Only thing I was in early was Twitch. Justin TV, I was Ninja's Hyper or Hyper Ninja, one of those. And because Ninja was taken, obviously. And Nick, who worked for Justin TV, like reached out to me after I had built a following, stream for like a year, which is like, hey man, like want Ninja? And I was like, of course. Yeah, cool. Yeah. And this was before so right now there's a name change, all that stuff. The integration is super easy to name change and stuff like that. Back then, the guy hadn't logged in like 2 years or some shit, 3 years.
Right.
So he gave me like the login essentially. I changed the password anyway because he was inactive forever. And there was like legally they were within the rights to do that. So I got that. And then I had his channel viewers though, like those channel numbers. So all my followers, all of my views gone. And I started from scratch again. It actually kind of sucked. But fast forward 5-6 years later, Twitter was the first thing I got the OG Ninja on. I've reached out for like every year, forever, like every month leading up to that was like.
Did the guy was just inactive?
Literally inactive every single time. But unfortunately, I kept doing it wrong on Twitter. I kept adding him like, hey man, like please, like I just want like talk to me. Like I would love your username. Like I'll pay, I'll do whatever. I don't care. Like just talk to me. I want to know what's going on. And the guy never ever responded, never followed back, never did anything. And every time I mentioned him, I would blow up the person's phone, and the person would log in and check what was going on, and then that was active. Now he's active, and now I have to wait another 6 months before I can put a request in to like. I literally was shooting myself in the.
So they would check in and be like, I don't give a fuck about this.
Yeah, what is this?
And then Twitter would be like, oh, they logged in.
Oh, he's active. We can't legally. They can't.
Interesting.
So fast forward even more. Finally, I reached out to Rishi, one of the guys at Twitter, and I was like, hey, like, fun fact. Is Ninja available? And he was just like, dude, literally became available 2 days ago. Like the person, it was like 6 months and 2 days or whatever. So boom, got that. Fast forward, Instagram was the easiest ever. It was when
really?
it was when I was already super popular for, and I was like just massive. And then I reached out to my guy Brandon. I was like, hey man, like I would love the Ninja on Instagram. I reached out. I was like, I just want to be verified. And he was like, well, what about Ninja? Like, let's see. I checked. I don't even think there was a username.
It was just taken by someone that never posted there.
Yep.
Damn, that's fortunate.
Boom, got that. And then YouTube was I needed to have 8 million subscribers on YouTube before they reached
what?
Yeah, I mean I didn't. It wasn't like
it wasn't a rule, but they just didn't.
They were like because the guy was inactive with Ninja on YouTube as well, and they were like, oh by the way, like would you like it? We could give it to you. And I was like,
Yes.
That's so crazy. What a great coincidence.
Literally everything just fell into place. But I mean, I definitely made moves and trying to make it happen as much as possible.
Wow.
Until finally I did, and I actually do think that's a huge.
It is.
Huge.
The branding.
reason.
I was
Yeah.
blown away. I was like, what? How the fuck is this
Dude,
possible?
yeah, man.
That's awesome.
And then, dude, I mean, it's so unfortunate because with like Halo, man, I tried to get in. I tried to do this for so long, and I literally just couldn't because I don't know whether or not I wasn't popular enough or like it wasn't there. Like we weren't there yet for them to be like, oh yeah, we'll give it to him. Oh yeah, and we'll verify him.
Yeah.
That's a coveted username. Just Ninja. Straight up.
Dude, what?
You got to get ninja.com. Where's that at?
Oh, I actually it's available. I think it's being sold for like $30,000 or something crazy now. I'll buy it.
Might be worth it.
Oh,
It
yeah,
might be worth
I
it.
definitely
If you
agree.
can get that for $30K.
I think it probably will be worth a lot more now. I'm pretty
you
sure
gotta
it'll be
get that.
bumped up even more.
Now that you've said it, everyone's trying to buy that domain.
Probably.
Oh,
We
shit.
fucked up. Let it sell. Let it sell.
It's too late.
I heard you say in an interview, and it interested me. I didn't know what you meant. You had said that Fortnite had made a deal with Twitch, which was one of the reasons why your viewers had gone up.
No, it was Twitch Prime.
Is that what you meant? You were just talking about Twitch Prime?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So no, and that was one of the main things is Fortnite did do a deal with Twitch Prime, just how like any other game in the past has done a Twitch Prime deal. So Twitch Prime allows people to, I mean, hey, you guys can click on the subscribe button right
Look it
now
up.
and subscribe for free. Just
Yeah.
see if it's there. They do deals with companies where they're like, hey, like we want cool loot. They give loot away every week, and Twitch Prime did something with Fortnite, and that's
okay.
and then that's when they pushed it to Fortnite's platform.
Interesting.
And then everyone started logging into Twitch and checking out Fortnite, and oh wow, I also have a free Twitch Prime sub as well. That's why my sub count skyrocketed. But I was already doing very well before that in terms of the viewers. I didn't really see too large of a viewer increase, but the sub increase was.
So you had it. So what? I mean, what percentage can you? I don't want to.
I couldn't really get.
But you saw like an immediate huge boost.
Sub
in that.
count. The sub count was the first day.
That's
we were
crazy.
averaging about. It was a slow growth, right? We were at like I think we were at like 40K, 50K, and then this came out, and we for like the first week was about 10,000 subscribers a session.
Whoa!
Like a stream session. So like my morning stream from 9:30 to 3 was 10,000 subscribers, and then the night stream 10,000 subscribers. So like right now I'm actually kind of on the decline, but I'm evening out. I'm flatlining in a good way.
Yeah.
What I want to do, I want
stability.
Yes, and then because eventually once those are all gone, essentially because you have to manually resubscribe with Twitch Prime.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, you got to keep reminding people.
And it's kind of sellouty.
Yeah.
But also, what's
Well,
good is it's free.
It's free.
And it really
Yeah.
to advertise. I don't tell anyone to sub to my channel and pay me money like every day. Like, hey, subscribe, give me money. No, that's not okay. But Twitch Prime is free. If you have Amazon Prime, you link your Twitch account. That is free. It's literally money just going on like wasted.
Isn't it incredible? Did that blow your mind when I saw that? Like, I think most all streamers and us included, when our money comes not almost entirely, but largely from the Twitch Prime subs.
Oh yeah,
they're just giving it away.
It is
Jeff Bezos.
So the link is where they make their revenue is obviously they have deals, revenue splits probably with the loot with Epic Games. I'm assuming there was some sort of probably payment.
Sure.
So they get hooked up. They get the hookup there, and everyone gets it for free. And I mean Amazon Prime, like I'm sure that if it pushed, I think I did the math. If they sell one Amazon Prime sign up membership, it's like $100 a year. That pays for like 100 people.
You're right.
Or like 50 people.
And then and they probably even calculate it over several years.
Of course. And then how much money they're going to purchase. Now they're going to make more. It's
brilliant.
They're making so much money.
The thing is, like, it's like how much does it cost a sub? $5.
$4.99 is minimum.
And then it's $10 a month for it's almost just makes sense just to get Amazon Prime. All these people who are subbing the channels.
Dude, I think it's easy. Literally, the shipping alone, the next day shipping or whatever, like the free 2-day shipping. And the money that you literally save, everything is cheaper once you have Amazon Prime. You literally make your money back within 2 purchases.
Dan said, "Keep talking about Amazon Prime. We're getting 100 subs a second."
Oh, probably. Yeah, of course. No.
Anyway, about Amazon Prime, I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Fun fact.
That button's just right there. You could click it.
Click on the subscribe button right now.
It's free, man. It's
Don't even need to. It doesn't have to be your account, man. It could be your mom's, dad's, brothers, sisters.
right.
uncles,
Log
cousins.
in, smash that.
Mom, what is the login?
Seriously, yeah. Mom, I want to support my favorite streamer for free. What that, honey? For free?
Amazon scares me though. At the same time, I know I shouldn't bite the hand that feed, but they scare me.
I mean, they're massive. Dude.
They're massive, and they keep growing, dude.
But I don't really think that they're doing anything. I mean, bad. There's no Facebook, right? It's not like they're leaving.
No, Jeff Bezos seems like a decent guy. He seems like a good guy. There was like a story that we were talking about recently about how their warehouses are like basically like, I don't want to say slave labor because you could quit the job, but like really bad conditions.
Poor working conditions.
Yeah.
But I
It's
think
unfortunate.
what I also read is that all fulfillment
Right.
factors are like
That's
that.
how it is.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, some people. I mean, if you want the money, like that's like you're signing up for that. You know.
You
And
know,
again, like what
yeah.
you just said. If you, dude, yeah, you can leave. You can't leave a sweatshop in China, but you can clearly leave a.
You can bounce.
You can quit.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, so,
You can-
I don't like this. Okay, leave. Okay, I can leave. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take
That's
it.
right. That's right. But there was a real interesting article we were reading that people were like pissing in bottles and shit because the
Because
bathroom was on the bottom floor, and
It's not worth it. right?
apparently
Yeah.
they're so strict on productivity that if
It's
you
not
take
worth
a
it
bathroom
for
break,
them to take a break.
you get anyway. Whatever.
You probably get hit or something.
It's
Not like
crazy.
physically, but like.
I love
No,
Jeff
yeah, they'll get, like,
Bezos. He looks great. He's got he's a beautiful man. He's got a great thing. There's a button.
Yeah. Well, look it
Twitch
up.
Prime's great,
Look it
man.
up.
2-day
It is-
shipping.
Dude,
you know what they do?
Hmm.
Do you buy a lot of shit on Amazon?
Is that even a question?
Yeah, I
We have a
guess
package
not.
arriving at me and my wife, we have a
I
package
know.
arriving at our house every day.
Us too.
Our mailman is just like, you fucking guys again.
What's up? You
Yeah.
Here you go. I'm like, thank you, dude.
You know what the Amazon does? Like sometimes you're eligible for a free 1 day,
Mhm.
and they'll put it on 2 day, and you have to manually click.
one
It's
day.
like, come on, Doug, you know I want that 1 day.
That's not even a question. I want
it
same day,
right
dude.
now.
They have that in like cities.
Yeah, and we still live in New York.
You're
we get it from
causing
same day.
people to not pee because you're doing
Yeah,
that
because
one day.
Yo, you
One
in the
more, one
warehouse.
more, these guys.
Turn this shit off and get back to work, you son of a bitch. Not before you smash subscribe, though. And then they do this other thing where you can click like, it's no rush, and you get like a $1 coupon. It's like, get real, Amazon. I want that shit right now.
I did that one time and I was like, wow, am I a good person? I did
For the $1
no rush.
coupon?
No,
What'd you get?
it was. I don't think there was a coupon. It was just like
Oh,
no
you're
rush.
at the kindness of your heart.
Yeah.
Amazon,
Wow.
thank you. You saved us
Wow.
a couple bucks. Was it really no rush, or were you find yourself regretting that decision?
I didn't regret it. It was
Oh.
fine.
Yeah, if
it
you
was
find
still
that-
fast.
Yeah, there are certain things that obviously you don't need. Right.
I need everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually if I'm on Amazon, I'm usually there because I want it
Right.
the next day.
They like ruined shipping in the whole world.
Sucks, man. But it's also like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the politics about like what they support and stuff like that. But I mean, hopefully, there's eventually a day where there's pressure to where the person wants to just always do the best. I mean, when you're at Amazon, dude's probably billionaire, if not more. Like
He's a trillionaire, Jeff Bezos.
Changed
He's the
the
first
world, man.
trillion. He's the first trillion.
Not sure if you're serious.
I'm serious. Or I don't know if he's there yet, but he's
Is he
close.
a
Right,
trillionaire?
Dan?
I don't know, but
He's on track to become the first
looking it up right
trillionaire.
what's even the difference at that point?
Nah, he's not even
I-
close.
Yeah, he's not even close. That's
Well, what the
unfortunate.
fuck, man? Well,
120 Billy.
Apparently, you guys.
120 Billy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently, y'all aren't smashing sub hard enough on his Twitch
Yeah,
channel.
you're clearly not abusing the fact. 100 million active Amazon Prime users. I've been.
Yeah, isn't that unbelievable?
I'm pacing back and forth with my wife all the time, and literally, I mention her a lot because she's literally a part of everything that I do.
I wanted to ask you next, just piggybacking off that she's your manager. How long have you guys been working together in a professional setting? I mean, how was that?
about 2 years. Like, and dude, it's perfect. Like, there's no one who's gonna fight for me more than my wife, and that's something that I think is beautiful. Like, she thinks that she thinks even more of me than I think of myself, and I think that that's one of the biggest things about that. But we like one of the things we always go over is I hit all my ideas off of her. I'm like, what do we bounce back and forth like this. I'm like, what do you think about this? She's like, no, but like if you did it like this, it's good. So like we're trying to figure out like how do we connect like 100 million Amazon.
Right.
Like, dude, give me like I am like. All combined subscribers on Twitch, paid and unpaid, is less than 1% of that. How do we get people?
Get all those
How do
sons of bitches.
how do we get them excited? How do we even get them over? Like, is
Right.
it even up to us? Can we do anything, or is that Amazon not promoting it because why would they? So
Well, I guess Amazon doesn't have much of an incentive. They want it going the other way.
that's
They
why-
want the Twitch there. They
that's
don't want
why
that
you
costs
can't-
them money.
That's why you can't set it to auto renew. I'm not
Right,
stupid.
right.
I knew that right away.
That would just hemorrhage them money.
Of course.
But
because truth be told, though, is like there are. I mean, how many people subscribe and then completely forget about that subscription until like 2 years, 3 years later? Sometimes we're like, holy
So
shit,
many
I'm
times.
still subscribed
I know.
to Netflix on 5 accounts, like or whatever. And that's why. And that is why, like, because truly there is no reason for it unless you go out of your way. And this is something that I think they should do is like they need to be able to have it so where like you can turn it on. Because another thing that I do get is like, what if I want to? My brother's actually he budgets everything, right? So like he makes sure that his Twitch Prime sub goes to someone specific that he really enjoys. So he doesn't want to give it to one person 5 months in a row. So
Right.
like it's actually a good thing
Right.
that it doesn't auto renew. But from the guy, it's like, come on.
Oh yeah.
Give me the option to like click on I want to give Ninja my Twitch Prime sub this month and the next month.
That would be insane for streamers.
It would have been, dude.
I don't see it happening though.
I
don't see it happening. I wish it would.
I'm gonna try to have a Twitch if you're listening.
Jeff, if you're out there,
just for me, please. I mean, or anyone. I love for everyone. But
I'm listening.
Hey man, dude, please help me.
What did you think? Oh, I wanted to ask you. You've been working with your wife for 2 years, you said, but you guys been together for
like 6.
So was it at what point were you like, hey, maybe we should work together professionally?
I think it was, she worked a job. She got out of college. It was like a recruiting agency. She was not having a lot of fun. They were treating her really poorly, to be honest. They were like, her job was to, go drive 5 minutes and work at this office. And every day they were like making her go 45 minutes to another office. And this is when we were dating still, but we weren't living together. She was like 4 hours away. And I was just like, get over here. Like, that's garbage. I can take care of you. Like, and then so she started up, and she was streaming as well at the time too. So making decent money, not enough to like quit alone.
Right.
But yeah, she moved in, she started streaming. Within like 2 months, she started making the same amount of revenue from streaming as she did from that job. So and she's happy, which is great.
Cool.
And then I think it started making sense around H1Z1. H1Z1 is when I started getting a lot of emails that I would literally answer in the middle of my stream. Because, and then
too much to do.
Yep. And then she's just like, I got it.
It was natural.
I got that easy. So she started.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's
man.
awesome.
And then again, if anything, it just makes us stronger. We have continued reasons to keep our communication up great, and that's the most important thing in a relationship is just being able to talk to one another. And
damn, that's
really cool.
That's really cool. It's great how it happened naturally.
Yeah,
just real necessity.
I wasn't like, hey, listen.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure that might happen sometimes, but no,
Yeah.
she was eager. She would love to. She was like, of course, I would love to be able to go to bat for you and get us paid. Absolutely.
That's super cool.
Yeah, man.
God bless.
Thank you, dude.
I love that.
God bless her. Right?
I'm his carer. I'm not his manager.
Yeah, she's beyond care. She's beyond manager.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, she takes
I need
care
to
of me
make
in
sure
ways
that he doesn't drip food on his shirt.
She wipes my ass.
Oh, dude, hey, man. Just get a bidet.
That's management of a different kind. I have a bidet.
When it squirts itself, yeah?
We just moved to a new house. It has a bidet. I haven't used it to squirt water up my ass yet.
You need to.
But theoretically, I don't understand.
I feel like I will never use it.
I don't get it.
Listen to me.
It just makes it wet. It splashes shit all over your ass.
No. So it's a small stream. It's a small, very high pressure. It feels like good, and it literally just cleans it out in one way.
Okay.
You don't do anything.
What do you do afterwards? You just get off.
One to get rid of the water.
You can't apply toilet paper.
It's not
to
that
a
much.
wet ass.
Your butt, it's not like it sprays all over your butt.
Can I give you a detail about my life
I'd
that
love
you
to
don't
talk
want?
about it.
I have a hairy asshole.
Dude, I mean, I take care of that too sometimes. You know how to get in there, right?
Well, I'm just saying.
You shave that a little bit.
You shave the asshole?
So it's like, I mean, it's simple, just kind of like how like a woman shaves her legs, right? I mean, you literally just.
I'm scared to shove a razor in there.
No, so you just prop up, right, and then you just kind of graze around it.
Like all.
No, you don't get. You
so
spread.
That's right. Interesting.
This is on your stream, not mine.
No, that's good. These are the details that I want.
Let me just say, it's not part of my job as your carer.
Oh yeah, that.
Hila,
leave me that
shave
out
my
of
asshole.
that.
I need you to
You're
wash
on your
my
own.
asshole, Hila.
Oh, that.
You're on
Well,
your own.
that would solve the issue because when I go in wet, it clumps.
Oh, brother, of course, it's bad. No, it's bad. That's why wet wipes are huge.
So if I had like a tight, clean, sweet little anus, then I could probably use a bidet.
Dude, you're in and
but
out.
does that mean that French people are all maintaining their assholes?
I mean, I think isn't that weird because they actually don't shave their armpits. That's like a thing.
Just the asshole.
Just the asshole.
Not
Just
the
the asshole,
armpit.
right? Keeping it nice and clean, dude.
Damn. So Ninja shaves his asshole.
Yeah.
Found it.
Oh, dude, it's nice. Bro, it's like a turtle shell all around me.
Respect, bro. Speaking of assholes,
yes.
Jake Paul, I want to ask you about this.
Sure.
Legendary segment.
That's a great transition.
So he's got this like legendary clickbait story.
Mm-hmm.
He changed the thumbnail, but originally it had like a picture of. Did it say Ninja and it had a picture of you?
So
It said
I was
Ninja.
very. I didn't want to reach out to him about it because.
Why?
Because
no,
why?
Yeah, because why? And it was something that I stray away from all sorts of drama like that, and don't want to give anyone a story like off of me like that. But yeah, donate. I mean, dude, I would love to have a conversation truly with him, like in person, about what was going through his mind when, like, hey, donated $10,000 or $30,000 to my favorite Twitch streamer.
Wasn't it 200,000?
It was 200. It was a crap load. You're right. I'm sorry. It was 200,000. And like not only was I never even mentioned in the video, it wasn't to me. It was hands down one of the most clickbaity things I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's not. Yeah. It doesn't. That's maximum clickbait.
That is the
You can't top it.
You can't.
He literally didn't even mention you.
Nope.
I don't know. Understand.
I literally I listened to the whole thing. I was
And
waiting
it's
for
like
Me
a
too.
20-minute video.
Yeah, a 20-minute
I
video.
was like, did I
naturally.
miss it?
I was
like,
waiting
did I
for the
miss
word
it?
ninja.
Yeah.
Didn't hear once, and then I was just like, oh.
How the fuck does you? I don't know how YouTube didn't like remove that video because
We reach out to them, and it's like, dude, it's so dumb, dude. YouTube is so corporate. Like you have, like whether or not I have, all the subs that I've have and how quickly I'm getting them, it's irrelevant. I'm irrelevant. I have to go through and they reach out to me. I have contacts with a lot of them, but I have to have my editor or me. We have to go through. We have to report every single video. We have to then
not the same.
we have to then upload proof that it is my video, and then when it comes to the thumbnail, there's a certain way you report someone using your thumbnail.
You probably have a lot of copyright issues on YouTube as well.
It's all over the place, dude.
Yeah.
We have and now we're working on striking large channels, and like, dude, I let everyone know. I'm like, you're gonna rip my
Don't
content.
fuck with it.
No, seriously, if you're gonna rip my content, like completely, like someone makes a highlight, like full blown cool highlight clips, edits it, creates it. It's kind of like on any food show whatsoever where they're like, chops is perfect, right? We're gonna give you these onions and this, and then you don't just take the onions, chop them up, and you put it on the plate. Like, you have to create it,
Yeah,
right?
right. Yeah,
recreate it.
very good point.
I'm okay with, like, someone wants to do some god tier
Some creative.
recreated ninja montage or something like that. I will never strike that down. But if it's literally just a
Lazy.
gameplay,
re-upload?
oh yeah, re-upload. It's like, dude, you're a piece of shit. Like, you are, and we take care of it.
That's the bottom tier.
That's how we started our podcast highlight channel because.
Oh yeah, we have a podcast highlight channel that's like gotten pretty popular, and it was born from people just ripping off, and they were getting like millions of views, and we're like, well,
why aren't we?
what
doing
the
this?
fuck? Yeah, I should be doing this.
So now, when really popular videos that are coming out, it's like that are hitting like 2-3 mil or something like that. Now we're just taking the revenue from it. We're just reaching out to
Claim
YouTube.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, why
Thank
not?
you.
Why not? Yeah, why not? It's your property.
It's like. At a certain point when it is getting a lot of views, and as long as it's not negative, right? There are some people who actually try to like make these dumb fake thumbnails and like clickbait thumbnails, right? And try to show me in a negative light, and those are the ones we try to take down because that's literally
Why?
the exact opposite of what I'm about. Like, not you're kind of slandering me a little bit, and that's not okay.
Oh, fuck. Oh yeah, you come from Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's funny to hear you talking about YouTube of like how corporate and distant they are because we've all of us people who started on YouTube have been doing that with that forever. And it's funny that you got that impression from just interacting with them.
It's not. It takes no. I mean, dude, yeah, they don't.
Immediate.
Twitch is look, they're so interactive. They're so hands on.
I mean, yeah, you look at YouTube and that is. But I mean, but again, YouTube kind of is literally like they just came out with YouTube TV, right? They're not.
It's a behemoth. It's different.
It's massive. It's
Yeah.
massive. It's way bigger than Twitch right now. And even though Amazon has Twitch, it still, in my opinion, is like right now YouTube. Like everyone and their grandmother knows about YouTube. Everyone.
Yeah.
It is, and that is where.
I feel
ideally, that's where Twitch has to be.
I feel like also the Twitch staff and the people who work there actually watch Twitch streams and they like know what's going on Twitch. Where on YouTube, the people who work at YouTube don't watch YouTubers.
Some of them probably. What's unfortunate is
from
like
our experience at least, it
Yeah.
seems like they don't know.
They don't care
Because they're like they come from most people who work for YouTube come from Google.
Right.
They just transfer them over and like where they're supposed to just automatically, it's how they
like start diving into their like. I mean, like
they're just all about the numbers and the algorithm and they're just engineers.
Speaking of algorithm, I'd love to talk about how the fact that like why any video is ever featured ever on YouTube about me when it is my gameplay and when it's not from me. I would love to know why that's on the
Really? That's
all
been
the time.
happening?
So many. I have so many people who are popular. I mean, even like Syndicate sometimes is like tweeted and just like, why is this in my featured tab? And it's like a video, my gameplay, someone else. And
Welcome to YouTube, dude.
Right, where guess what? Oh, I have to go and take it down, dude. There are live streams ripped live streams of my Twitch being like with 15,000 viewers on YouTube, where there's a donation button to that guy's donation.
They're restreaming you on YouTube?
Just restreaming me. And guess what? I have to go and report it to get it taken
Dude, the
down.
live stream
and provide proof that it's me.
Yeah, I know.
Come on,
I
man.
love
Are you
that.
kidding me?
Yeah.
The
Help me. Like, I don't have the time to do that shit, man.
Yeah.
And even my editor doesn't have time to like constantly, well, there's a live stream. It's like I got to go and rip 50, 60, 70
You almost
videos.
need to hire someone just to like
we pay him, and it's still like I still feel like sometimes it's like he has to.
too much.
He's doing a lot.
Yeah.
But that used to happen to us too, where someone would rip off our stream right away and upload a clip, and then before they uploaded it first before us, they would get promoted.
The algorithm
They would
promotes
show.
theirs recognizes theirs as the original.
So once we upload ours, they'll
You don't even
think-
get those
Yeah,
hits.
No.
It's unacceptable. Truly.
It's just the beast that it is. You know.
Yeah.
I think what happens is
It can't be stopped though. That's why it's
it's all numbers for them. So if someone
Oh, you're right,
uploads
doesn't
a video,
care.
it's
Who
just
cares?
it's cold.
Gets the
All
views.
they care about is watch time and how many people clicked it
and the ads
and
too,
for
right?
how long they watched. I think it's all about that, and then the ads come in secondary, right?
You're right.
So if there's a video and people are clicking it and watching it, they're going to show it to everybody
Mhm.
for whatever reason.
I mean, again, and I want to stress this as well. Like, I know a lot of people who are at YouTube who are like helping me out and trying to like get in
Yeah.
contact and make sure everything's going well. So like, it's not like they're not doing anything, but
They don't really help in that capacity, though.
Right.
They
true.
don't. They just don't.
Correct. And
Yeah.
because again, they don't have to.
Yeah.
Because there are those avenues that if he wants it taken down, then he will go out of his way to get it taken down,
Mhm.
and that's like, okay,
It's your responsibility. They
Right,
don't
it
care.
is, yep.
The thing is that YouTube has been through so much legal
oh my, I
issues
can't even. I think
that
that's literally why.
I think it's a legal issue.
100% it is, of course. I think I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's
You need to accept the liability. You need to like sign off and say, you know, it's a
Wait,
whole.
it's me. Like it's like I am providing proof, and I am saying that this is my content.
And
It is
I
me.
consent to.
I consent.
Yeah.
And if there's like a penalty or some shit, like then like YouTube is just like
Wasn't me.
wasn't me, dude. Like he applied. It
Yeah.
made sense. We did remove it, and like
Yeah.
it wasn't enough proof, but like yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, man.
It is different, but it's still also extremely annoying.
Agreed.
You can't be on YouTube and not hate it. It's impossible.
Yeah.
I've never met someone who's just like, I love YouTube. I love everything about it. You can do that on Twitch somehow.
Twitch is beautiful, man.
It's a great, beautiful thing.
It really is,
Yeah.
dude. And I don't again. I don't see that changing ever.
What do you think about people like Jake and Logan Paul coming on Twitch and playing Fortnite? Because it almost seems like, I mean, I can't get in their heads, but it seems like they're riding off of your wave.
I wouldn't even say, it's my wave. I think they're very competent. They understand what's popular and what's not.
That's it.
Of course, not stupid.
They're riding the wave of what's popular.
Yeah, no, and
because all of a sudden it's all like Fortnite and Ninja and every
Of
title
course, and they're like, "Oh, we got this, right? Like, we got this." And what a lot of YouTubers, not just them, are actually seeing is like the transition over. It's not.
It's not
It is
comparable.
not. So like,
It's a different skill.
It was Logan's first stream was like 200,000 viewers, like
Right.
for like a little bit, and then obviously started to dip, and now it's like it's not doing the greatest. And I
what
think,
are his numbers?
the last time I checked, I was live. I think he was at like 6,000 or 7,000 viewers.
Interesting.
And like, so to go from 200,000 to your first one, I think everyone was super hyped about it. He tweeted about it. YouTube, everyone was like coming over as fans. Boom.
It's a difference. Like Logan Paul's, his vlogs are so highly edited, and then all of a sudden
And
you're
it's that high
sitting
energy.
live, and you have to be good at the game to be entertaining.
Dude, trust me, I love this shit. Okay, dude, there are YouTubers. Okay, he didn't bark either. Your dog. I think hopefully, dude, Twitch is really kind of. I don't want to say the word exposing, but it really shows you who you cannot be fake for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours of streaming. You can't.
Right.
It's not possible,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
it's super taxing. So you see all
Right.
those. Literally, dude, have you ever seen a YouTuber ever have a video that didn't start off with "What's going on, guys? It's me, man. Welcome to the YouTube video. Here we are, man." It's like a 9-10 minute video.
Cut
Every 5 seconds. Yo, what's up, guys? It's me. We're here, and it's like, and now you go on Twitch, and everyone who's coming over from
He's
that,
just a guy sitting there.
they're like, here we go, and it's like,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
like in the game, like music maybe playing, and dude,
It's a different skill.
yes, of course,
It's a
and
different skill. It's a
yeah.
different experience. And it's not enough when you're playing Fortnite and you expect that many people to watch, you have to be good at the game.
You need
and
to.
that takes a lot of practice.
So
and skill.
this is something that I say a lot to a lot of people is being entertaining and not skilled is freaking hard.
Mm-hmm.
Shots at CDN the third, by the way, because he's one of the guys who does it. He is decent at the game. Honestly, I would say that when he's trying his ass off, he's actually very good.
Mm-hmm.
But his stream is doing very well, very successful, and he's just funny, man. He's funny. He's got super cool edits and stuff like that. He does cool stuff with his camera. He does voice changing. It's a very good stream. But that is mainly entertainment. That is like fun comedy. Like that's where his like bread and butter is. But if you're skilled, man, it is like because now you're gonna get people who
you can't watch. Yeah,
it's just it's just what you said, right?
Yeah.
Like entertainment. It's a double-edged entertainment, right? It's like
Right.
people are. It's like not only is he fun to watch
when he's not on, he's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like
The thing is, like, I've tried to stream like PUBG and all that, and like,
We're
I can
horrible.
try so hard to be entertaining, And that's okay for some people, but I suck so bad at the game that anyone who's popping in and being like, "Oh, what's this guy up to?" They're like, "This guy sucks dick. Why am I going to watch him?" And I don't blame him at all.
Right? No, you can't. I mean, you really can't. Right? It's like unless
I agree. I suck.
And this is a free...
I wouldn't watch me play Fortnite.
It's funny. It's like that's another thing too. Like sometimes, and this is like not egotistical, but like I'll watch like my videos or whatever, and I'll like literally sit back and actually watch an entire video and be like, oh my god, like because sometimes when I'm doing it, I stream so long I actually forget things I said and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, watching like, and if you can't enjoy yourself, then no one else is gonna enjoy that either.
No, I see what you mean. I'll go back and watch our old like, even our new videos. It's funny. I almost don't watch it for the first time until it's done. And when it's on YouTube, I'll watch it a couple times and take it in and be like,
oh yeah, see what you can improve on and stuff.
Yeah.
Always. That's literally what I do.
yeah. I think that's the only time I can enjoy watching it is when I'm done. I'm like, okay, that wasn't that bad.
Right.
Sometimes I'm like, that was awful, and I should fucking delete my channel. That's what the fans say anyway.
Oh god,
they're the best.
The fans, right? That's so fun.
They're the best.
Oh yeah, you gotta love it, man.
What I have a question about Twitch as a platform.
Sure.
I feel like Twitch has an inherent challenge that I don't know how they're going to overcome.
Okay.
On YouTube, you can do collabs with people. You can have all these different channels, and there's enough. The world is wide enough for everyone, in that you can go watch someone's video and then go watch someone's video and go watch someone's video. But when you're streaming live, you can only watch one person at a time.
Right.
I see that as like the biggest hurdle. I don't know how they address that, and it almost seems like a ceiling in a way. Because when you, I mean,
no, you're right.
Do you agree? I don't know. What do you think about that?
I definitely agree. Being able to, I mean, and here's the best part is like, and this is why YouTube is actually successful. I mean, clearly,
Right, yeah.
is like you can have 3, 4, 5 videos up, 4 or 5 tabs up, pause one video that has 3 minutes left in the video, and then start watching something else or something like that, or pause the video, do some research. Like let's say you're watching a video and then this guy's hanging out with a celebrity. You never heard of the celebrity. Pause the video, you go and Google it. Now you have a celebrity. Boom, you click it. You haven't missed any content.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's like the beauty of YouTube. But the beauty of Twitch is that every single stream, like, I mean, not a lot of YouTubers, even popular ones, upload every day. It's hard. It's difficult.
Yeah.
So like the beauty of Twitch is like, when this is something that YouTube doesn't have, unless you are literally working.
Not many.
Unless you are working your ass off making these great edited videos every day.
There's some, but not many that can do that.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And that is the beauty of Twitch. So I think that actually will break through the ceiling. Where like
there's always something to put on.
Like I'm live
it's like
every
TV
day.
in a way.
It is.
Like old
but
back
even
in
better,
the day.
because it's interacting, man.
Right.
Dude,
and the VOD is there if you care.
Yep. And there are people that watch and love the VODs all the time. And like I have people who will donate or something like 5 minutes into my stream. Hey man, just finished watching your VOD and you're live. Let's go. And I'm just like, you just watched that 6-hour stream.
That's
and
awesome.
All right.
No, I mean, it is exactly like back before what do you call it? Like when you save television.
Yeah, DVR.
DVR. Is it DVR? But like TiVo before that.
TiVo, there you go.
Yeah.
TiVo was the first.
That was
big
the one, and that like changed everything. But before that, if you missed a fucking show,
you missed it.
That was it.
Yeah.
You don't get to watch it
Wait
again.
until it re-airs.
So it's interesting to see that kind of format like reoccurring in a new age.
Definitely.
But better,
Right.
obviously.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good answer.
Thank you, man.
What do you say? We touched on it briefly about like these days the kids who are coming up, they want to be, they're watching you and they want to be professional players. What is it that you think they should know? What is it? What kind of advice would you give them?
It's more information than advice, but it's also a little bit of both. I mean, it's not easy. It's like it's the same thing where it's a parent's job to obviously promote and support their kids' dreams. But what's the point of it? Like, what is a dream? A dream is something that is like it's almost unattainable. Truly, I mean, like
That's the definition, right?
That is. It is like it's like when you're there, it's like oh, you've woken up and like oh my god, it's actually happening. So I think that's super important for people to understand that it is not easy. Not everyone can do it. And that should also give them more respect for the people that they do enjoy and that do have that platform and are hopefully obviously doing good with it. But my advice to them would be like, do you want it, right? Like work your ass off, like hard every single day. You have to be, and another thing I tell them is you have to be better than millions of people, man, to hit the certain level that you are dreaming of. And like, I mean, dude, I gave up friendships. I ruined relationships. I, completely cut my family out. Not cut them out of my life, but dude, like I'd be in the basement playing video games, like training for Halo matches and Halo tournaments and stuff like that. And we'd have family and friends over, and my brothers would come downstairs, my parents would come downstairs, like, hey, like everyone's here, and I'm just like, cool, okay, like I don't care, like I have practice with my team or I'm playing, and like it's sacrifices, and a lot of people don't get it. And but also something that I did
is like I was still going to school, I was still working
Mm-hmm.
to get my parents' acceptance, right? And I was still doing well in school. So it's tough as shit, man.
Yeah.
And like and until this becomes even like global, I'm talking like everyone wants to do it, and there are, you know, like let's just say Twitch is the NBA, right? And there's the college basketball section, right? So then you can get here, but still not make it to here, but still be successful here, and that's okay. And then there's like, you know, how the NFL has like other like little like weird leagues, like those are attainable too, and so you can make a living off of. Until that happens for Twitch and like, gaming and entertainment, which it isn't there right now, then like I don't think parents ever should be okay with kids not doing well. I mean, in school, you literally look at, you know, professional athletes. What is like the typical, oh, they're flunking in college. I mean, in every movie, in every show, you know, the star quarterback is flunking, but he's literally a god, and he's gonna make millions of money, but he's still not doing well in school. It's like that won't be okay. It never should be okay, but that won't be even close to being acceptable until.
But the interesting thing about that route too is that they're doing it through
school.
Yeah, getting scholarships. I wonder if that would ever be.
It's already happening.
Wow.
Some colleges are accepting people for like League of Legends in their school.
Man, that should be a thing.
It is a thing.
That should totally be a thing.
I mean, Fortnite's I'm doing something with ID Tech. Hashtag plug real quick. That's just idtech.com/Fortnite. And literally it is school, it is coding. You go there and like they're doing something cool with Fortnite and the Unreal Engine. And
that should be a thing.
It is.
School fucking professional gaming.
And professional gaming, programming, like literally everything about it.
Amazing.
Super cool.
Wow. That is awesome.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I'm just excited, dude.
Me too. It's awesome. Finally, I have one question left for you.
Sure.
This we ask of all of our guests.
Yes.
It's a weird question, so if you don't have a story, if you have nothing to share, don't feel bad. I don't either. It's customary, for whatever reason, that we ask our guests, do you have any ghost stories, paranormal experiences, or unexplainable things that have happened in your life?
Dude, okay, so this is something that I have a couple, I think. And one of them...
Nice.
One of them was Jess was gone. My wife was gone. She was in Florida, I think, with her girlfriend that she loves to hang out. And I was with the dogs. I was alone, just finished streaming, went upstairs, and I'm like, okay, it's time to go to bed. Turned off all of the electronics, like everything. Went upstairs, had the dogs in bed, and like when one of us is gone, like they are super sensitive to like a lot of like sounds and stuff. But it's also super sensitive when music starts playing in the middle of nowhere downstairs on our speakers. Which is what happened. I'm home alone. I'm already freaked out, right? And out of nowhere, I start hearing a song that I've never heard of that's just playing on my speakers. I'm like, why turn everything off? What the hell is this? I go downstairs. I'm checking my phone, so making sure I have all my Bluetooth off. I'm going downstairs to my computer, making sure somehow that's it. So I literally I shat my pants, man. I have a katana, dude.
You had a fuking katana?
I have a katana, man. I pulled out one of my
Ninja
bots,
downstairs with the katana.
Yeah, man. I pulled it out. I was on the phone with Jess. I'm like, baby, this just happened. It was the creepiest shit ever, man. I turned it off.
So what was it? You just turned off the...
I just turned off the sound system again, which I already did before I went to bed.
Huh.
And it was loud. Like,
is that in the place you're in now?
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't happened since?
It hasn't happened since.
Oh, that's
creepy. It was a one-time thing. And then... Dude, Jess actually, I think she's all about that shit. She has
really
a crazy story. Oh yeah, man. I think one of the creepiest things that ever happened to me was like it was more like a demon thing, like weird thing, like the hour, the whatever it's called.
The witching
hour.
What, like 3 a.m. or something?
At 3 a.m. I woke up one time and I didn't like smell burning. I smelled something fucking weird, and I woke up on the dot at 3 o'clock, and it was after I already watched like a movie, and I literally never felt more scared of my life. I felt like someone was watching me, someone was staring at me the entire time, and I stayed awake for like 3 hours straight.
Oh God.
It was fudged up. It was the most insane thing in the world. Oh, here's the story as well. So it didn't happen to me, but my wife's friend, her name's Morgan, she literally has a cousin or someone who stayed in a house, and 1 million, it was like legit, like 1,000,000%, like there was like a spirit there. He had a name. They talked all the time, and she said that it never felt threatened unless her husband was home. And when her husband was home, so we were assuming that like the spirit was like a dude, because like the male, and so like when the husband slept like in the room, he was like, dude, he could never sleep in their house, in their bed. They moved. They ended up having to move, but there would be unexplained activities. Wow. She would literally talk to him and be like, and like with Morgan like there, and be like, hey, like, yo, what's up, Frank, or something like that? Can you like open the blinds? And the blinds like shutter. Like, shit, you know, it was like direct contact. It was fudged up, man.
Whoa.
Dude, I literally was freaked out for like a week because I thought
just from the story.
Yeah, the story alone, because it was, and she was like, she swore like.
like.
Well, they moved. That's
they
pretty
left.
serious conviction.
Yeah, that's serious if you have to move.
Come on, man. Screw it. I would be out so fast.
Well, how many times before that stereo keeps popping on until you bounce?
One more.
One more time. That's it.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Not even a question. I don't fudge with that, man. Like, my dad was in college. He was doing a paper on, like, it was like possession and stuff like that. And it was one of those papers where his professor said, once you pick your topic, you're done. Like, that's it. You have to do it. And he literally said, as he started to read into the lore of possession and demons and stuff like that, that he felt that stuff like around him, and like he was kind of open. Like it's like a gate, right? You open, you start, now that you like
become more aware.
You become more aware. You're opening yourself. You're believing in it. Now it is possible.
Yeah.
And so he literally went to his professor and was like, "I will literally fail this if you don't switch. Like, I can't do it." Like, he wasn't able to sleep. He was having nightmares. And
He was. What was he studying in school?
No, it wasn't studying. It was just it was just literally just a paper, like a research paper.
Oh.
So it wasn't like he was like studying that. No, it was simply just like he was just like, "Oh, screw it. I'll pick this topic." Fudged up, man.
That's crazy.
I believe in that stuff. You have to.
Do you? But most importantly, do you use a katana for home defense?
Absolutely, man.
Fuck, dude, I'm not. Get
Dude,
sliced.
It's real, man. I've cut like some watermelons. It's super cool. I mean, it's legit.
Cool. Is
Don't
it
break in.
Cold Steel?
I can't really talk too much about it.
There's this company called Cold Steel.
No, no. My one of my moderators got it for me. So
Oh, that's
like
fucking nice.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
man. I think he was like my longest time mod. He's at like 7 years. He was subject like 7 years, something like that. And he came over and visited and brought it and gave it his gift. It was-
Oh yeah, that's
cool.
awesome. Well, thanks, man.
Of course.
I had a lot of fun.
This was awesome.
This was really a beautiful, wonderful time that I really enjoyed spending with you, and I appreciate you coming out.
thank you guys for
Super
having me.
cool.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you for watching. God bless you. They're there. They're inside that little lens there, or that one. We are coming back next Friday with the boys, Jack and Eric. So stay tuned for that in a week. You don't have to stay tuned. You just stick around. You hang out. You come
Stare
back.
at your computer
You come
until
back.
next Friday.
Yeah.
You guys when we don't move.
Don't leave.
Don't leave.
Anyway, guys, what is today? It's Monday. We usually do this on
Monday.
Friday. I was
Yeah.
gonna have a great weekend.
Sorry, man.
No.
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
just
this is
usually on Friday, but obviously people have.
Of course.
Yeah.
Schedules. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, or
Yeah.
like no schedule. Which is
Just
kind of-
happy that you made the time.
Yeah, good.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you so
cool,
much.
dude.
Really cool.
Start off. This is how you start off your week the right way.
Absolutely. It's been a blast. So, guys, have a great week. And when the weekend comes around, I hope you have a great weekend then, too. All right. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
June 12th, at Bank of California Stadium, Los Angeles, fans have gathered for a one-of-a-kind event, a celebrity competition of Fortnite. Arguably the most popular video game on the planet. But the main attraction is not NBA stars like Paul George or Andre Drummond. It's unquestionably this man. 27-year-old gaming sensation Tyler Ninja Blevins.
He's a bomb in the bottom of the building.
Crazy to meet this guy in person. You know, he and I connected, a month ago, Ninja. So I'm looking forward to playing with him, against him. I actually watched Ninja play in his stream when he was playing with Drake. I mean, the guy's just good. Like, he's a brilliant mind when it comes to that. Really good with his fingers.
So who is Ninja? And why are millions watching him right now on YouTube, Instagram, and streaming service Twitch? The answer begins with a video game that has become a worldwide phenomenon.
When did you first get introduced to Fortnite? When's the first time you played it?
December of last year, I think. I was watching a lot of streamers, a lot of my friends like play it. I wasn't playing it myself yet. I heard about it. A lot of my chat was asking me to play it, and I was like, guys, I'll play it. Just not right now, not right now. Like, I will play it. And then finally, I played it, man. I loved it. Boom, baby, give me that, man. Let's go. And then it was just pretty much it. I went full-time Fortnite, and here we are.
Fortnite is a survival video game where 100 players battle against each other to be the last one standing. However, Ninja doesn't just play Fortnite, he's devoted his life to it.
Oh my God, let's go. It's something that I was super passionate about. I always gamed. I started to stream when I was 18 or 19, and I just never stopped.
Do you remember the moment where you realized I can actually make a living and a very good living doing this?
I think I was 20 years old when I was making enough money to stop going to college, and then I quit my job at Noodles & Company. And then once I started making like really good money, that's when I was like, all right, I can kind of just put everything on the side and just focus on streaming.
Imagine a video game rock concert featuring a blue-haired, dynamic frontman
Let him know you're a ninja.
who can beat just about any opponent. And you may get why fans are willing to pay to watch him on Twitch,
Gotcha, baby.
one of the world's biggest platforms for video games. In early March, he made history with 100,000 subscribers.
There we go.
On March 15th, an online explosion occurred when Ninja was joined by hip-hop artist Drake for a game of Fortnite.
Yeah, Drake wanted a game. He was just like, hey man.
How did he reach out to you?
Instagram.
He DM'd you?
Yeah.
And he said, and you were like, this is the actual Drake?
We thought he got hacked.
Yeah.
Jess and I thought he got hacked for sure. We were like, there's no way. There's just absolutely no way. And then some random Wednesday, he's just like, yo, I'm on, let's play. And I was like, let's do it. One fan moment, my wife wants to say hello.
Hi, Drake.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me? Yeah, she can hear you. Oh, yeah, all right. What's up? Let me know if he's reviving his teammate.
Yeah, he is. He's reviving his teammate.
Down back. He's just doing a backflip real quick, sorry. Got it, baby.
Yeah, there we go. Let's get it, man.
Let's go, baby. That set me on the path of being where I am today as quickly as it did. I think that I could have gotten here, it would have just taken way longer. You know, Drake making that moment, that made it cool, if you will.
Fast forward 6 months and Ninja is no longer a streamer playing Fortnite, but he's now gaming's first crossover star, with the bank account to prove it.
Every time someone talks about you, I feel like one of the first things that comes up is, does he really make $500,000 a month to stream?
You can do the math with like how much it takes, you know, to subscribe and how many subscribers I have. Yes, you know, it's like $3-ish per sub, like 100,000 subs, like 300,000, and then that's also, there's, you know, ad revenue, bits, and all that stuff, so.
It feels like it's more than 500 at this point.
It might be.
Wow. Have we reached 7 figures yet?
I don't know.
Wow, are we getting close?
Maybe. Yeah, I think this is hands down one of the, like, the best, biggest, coolest event I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, like, you can literally see, it says Fortnite, like, in the stadium. It's incredible. Yeah, this is amazing. I didn't even know there was gonna be this many fans or this many, like, seats available. And we're playing, that's where we play up there. We have, like, our names on, like, these monitors. So, I mean, it's just gonna be, it's epic.
So how do you explain all this? Is it pure luck? Ninja would strongly disagree.
I wouldn't say it's luck at all. I've been grinding forever. I've been streaming for almost 8 years now.
All right, everyone. This is going to be
I think it was just a combination of everything, man. Hard work, dedication, and just, you know, I don't know, being the right person for the job.
He streams 6 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day.
Do you consider yourself the best gamer in the world?
I would never say that about myself, no. Because I think that if you do, then that means like there's no room to grow. That makes sense.
Do you want to be considered the greatest gamer of all time?
Yes. So when you think of the NBA, you know, you got your Michael Jordan, your LeBron James. So I think it's just like the legacy that they've left is something that I am just striving for. I know a lot of people who've gotten to a position that I am in, and they just get like complacent, you know, pump the brakes, and I'm not gonna do that at all.
I'm here with Ninja and Marshmello right now. Can't believe you guys are here. It's an honor, obviously. I am a little bit concerned though, it's very hot here. Marshmello, are you concerned at all about maybe heat exhaustion or sightline issues?
Yeah, no, he's not. No, not at all.
Not at all? And
He's got a bunch of AC units in there. He's good to go.
perfect. And Ninja, you're one of the most creative players. Your applied knowledge is just unbelievable. Do you see yourself kind of flexing and just doing what you do, just getting away with everything? Or do you think that you guys are just going to like land maybe on the sides of the map?
So it's definitely going to be pretty crazy because we know that a lot of people are going to take this seriously and also try to land on the outskirts, not get in battles and stuff like that. So we're coming up with some creative strategies, and I don't think there will be any flexing until the end of the game.
All right, well, I look forward to hearing the comms between you guys, probably mostly Ninja. Thank you guys so much. I wish you the best, and back to Justine.
But with our eye on the early game in Detroit, did you know that there's a Lions fan who has a legion of followers of his own? He goes by the name Ninja. He has about 10 million Instagram followers. He is a YouTube sensation, and he loves to play the video game Fortnite. Our Jack Collinsworth also loves to play the game, got to play a little bit with Ninja and talk some Lions.
All right, let the games begin, gentlemen.
Lock in.
Let's send you off with a W.
Let's do it.
Oh, simultaneous drop.
Who is Ninja?
Gamer, Fortnite, professional dude. The YouTuber, streamer, gamer.
Tyler Blevins is 27 years old, but he's better known by his gamer tag, Ninja. He's the #1 followed streamer on Twitch and has over 1 billion views on YouTube. Yep, we're talking Beyonce level.
I grew up, my parents were telling my butt to get off the couch.
Yeah.
What would your parents say to you growing up?
It was the same thing, man. Oh, baby, dude. Every 2 hours of gaming, that was your maximum, and then in order to get more hours, you had to go outside and play, like, for like an hour. So we'd play Cops and Robbers and Capture the Flag with all my friends and just hang out for like 4 or 5 hours, just running around the neighborhood, man, and then we'd just come in and game the rest of the day. Bro, I got lasered from the Enforcer, no!
What was the first game that you played where you realized you're a little bit better than the rest of humanity?
Halo 1. I was better than my brothers at it, and then Halo 2, and then Halo 3, and then that was when I was just like, all right, I want to try to compete at this a little bit, take this to another level, and then MLG tournaments came up, and that was when it was kind of just set everything in motion.
In July 2017, Fortnite was released. The video game landscape would never be the same. And today, 160,000 people tune in as if it's daytime television.
Why is it Fortnite right now that has got the whole country hooked?
Every single game is different. I'm talking to hundreds of thousands of people every day. I'm playing with my friends across the world.
We go 1-for-1, it'd be fantastic.
And every day's different, man. That's what makes Fortnite so much fun.
As we sat down to play a game with Ninja, a call came in from Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield. And there I was, squadding up with the #1 gamer in the world and the NFL's #1 draft pick.
Where are we going?
Dude, Baker, where aren't we going, is the question.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Jack, what are you doing, man? Help me!
This could be the most clutch save of 2018.
Don't make a sound, dude.
Not moving an inch.
That's it, baby. That was the clutchest revive ever, by the way.
Small moment for you, big moment in my lifetime. You know what I mean?
The truth is, Baker is just a part of the crew. Star-studded squads have become Ninja's reality.
The pivotal moment was obviously the night of gaming with Drake and Juju and those guys. It was the coolest moment in my life, for sure.
Yes! Bobby Ninja!
Right there to the right. Yeah, let's go.
When was the first moment where you felt like this thing's growing at a rate which I possibly never imagined?
I think the YouTube was the craziest growth. I was averaging like 3 or 4 million subscribers a month, which is just ridiculous. And then everything else just kind of followed suit, man. Like right now we're at 11 million followers on Twitch, and Instagram's almost at 10 million.
When's the first time you realized you're a football fan?
Dude, I've always loved watching football, but I just prioritize video games. I was 19 when my brother was like, Tyler, I want to take you to a Lions game. And I was like, okay. That's when I fell in love with football.
So growing up a Lions fan, is there any specific Lions that you would like to hop on the headset with?
Barry Sanders. I don't know if he even plays video game because he's just the legend, best running back of all time. Quote me. Matthew Stafford, but I also don't think he's a gamer. You're gonna see a lot of Fortnite dances, man. I'm pumped to see the celebrations coming out of the offense this year.
How much do you feel like the importance of just living for right now?
I feel it every single day, man. And I'm grinding my off to make sure that like this is not just this window, right? But we're making sure that when these opportunities come up, man, like the Lions game, I'm like opening game, Monday Night Football, Lions.
Right? What do you think you were doing wrong that all these other players were doing?
It took me a long time to start building up little 1x1s and playing safer. I was being more aggressive in the first games and still aggressive in the third game as well. But one thing that I was super confident in that I started doing better in the third game was getting into the center point of the map, playing it slow, and not being afraid to just kind of play like safer, right? I want to put on a show. I want to push people, but realistically, I think a win would be better.
Yeah, I mean, a win would be great, but it was also awesome to see these people that came out to your event thinking, maybe, just maybe I can beat Ninja.
Oh,
and they did it.
Yes.
They did it. It's crazy. They're
I'm
going
just
home with a couple $1,000.
Yes.
I mean, it's such an awesome event that you've been able to throw here for people, and I'm just excited to watch the next 2 heats.
Yeah.
So what do you think you're going to do coming into the next 2 heats differently than the first one?
I'm super confident knowing that wherever I land, I've been able to, no matter what, make it out alive, right? Get some decent materials, just get a gun, and kind of fight my way into a decent position. So I'm just going to keep doing that. I don't think I'm going to mess too much with the beginning strategy, but right when that circle gets revealed, I'm going to start moving more towards the center for sure. Play safe, and just, get the kills that come to me. I'm being very confident in my fights and not, under peaking and playing passive, and I feel like that's why I'm getting so many kills in each game. So I'm just going to keep doing that.
Great. Well, good luck,
You're so
Ninja.
good
And we're going to take it back to the casters. Jack and Ben, back to you guys.
I'm distracted. Give me a kiss.
Love you.
Love you too. I think, are we back?
We're going to continue going. We're back here, folks, at
really?
Ninja Vegas 18. Hello. We haven't gone anywhere. Okay, so let's see.
I mean, just ask me anything. I mean, I could talk about
What does the crowd want to know? Throw out some questions. Where did he get the ninja name from? Okay, go ahead and explain that.
So back in Halo, you could it's first person, right? So it's a lot easier to outmaneuver people in close quarters. And whenever you would turn a wall, right, and the player's chasing you super close, right, you would jump as he turns the wall, and the guy would just kind of go and not know what happens, and then you just backsmack him, and it was called the ninja. You would ninja them. So I did that one time. I was playing, and I jumped up out of my chair. I was like, get effing ninja. I said the word though, and I was like, it was on Xbox Live. I'm like, I can't make this my gamer tag. There's no way I could put a swear word in my gamer tag. So I made it just effing, like EFFINN ninja, and then ninja stuck. So yeah, I kept it PG as much as I possibly could.
Great. Yeah, that was a super good question. Thank you for asking that. You've been super active in the community and really more philanthropic moves than you've ever done before. One of the things that you've been talking about is really just education and how you should stay educated, stay in school, and you've been promoting ID Tech lately. So I want to take a look at some of the recent work you've done with them up on the screen
Absolutely.
here.
Let's do it.
Thank you, Tyler.
We're back. And do I look a little antsy? Do I look a little excited? We're about to have one of the biggest influencers in the world, the biggest Twitch streamer in the world, rapidly growing, 15 million subscriber YouTuber. He's got blue hair. My God, is he good looking. Who do we have out?
Ninja.
That's his name. I
That's
forgot what it
Ninja,
was.
yeah. I almost forgot
couldn't
the whole thing. But before we bring him on out here, I just want to show you guys and tell you guys that we have a bunch of donations coming in here, and we really do appreciate it. Just in this shift alone, we are currently at about $8,000. So keep them coming in, guys. We still got another event coming in, but we're going to go ahead and welcome on the stage right now, Ninja, everybody. So go ahead and give it on up for him, as he is the man of the hour right now.
Headset over there. Welcome.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
How you doing?
Dude, fantastic, man.
That's good.
Happy to be here?
Oh, dude. I don't think I can be any happier right now.
That's good.
Good to hear.
After the meet and greet, dude, I like just a smile that was like stuck to my face.
How did you move?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
How did you get through?
Oh, dude, we have like it was like a little path. I can't explain.
You got it?
I could
Karate
explain.
chop action or something like
No,
that?
yeah, no, we just got. I'm like dying, dude.
Oh God.
Sorry, no, we just
You
got.
probably didn't want to talk, didn't you?
No, yeah, I haven't. No, we just got like escorted like around the side, and all those little black little tapes, whatever, curtains. We just went behind there, boop, popped out.
There you go.
That's what it is.
So we were just discussing, you are now, I mean, you have been for a while, but the biggest Twitch streamer on all of Twitch.
Yes. I'll say biggest gamer.
The biggest gamer. That happened in the past year. If
it's nuts.
You were told this a year ago, you're going to be at 9 million followers, 15 million on YouTube. Would you believe it?
Absolutely not.
No.
Because I don't think anyone would have. That type of growth that fast is just unheard of. So, of course, I would not have thought that was going to happen.
With this growth, you have the spotlight on you, and one of the most impressive things is when people get the spotlight on them, they tend to be stupid.
Yeah.
Luckily though, you're such a stand-up guy. You raise money for multiple charities. You had one of the biggest, streams ever for GuardianCon. You and Lupo killing it, but
Absolutely.
also,
You guys,
you've done
seriously.
yeah,
Good job.
Amazing.
You guys did
Thank you, man.
amazing.
Dude,
It was awesome.
I think it was 600
combined. 657.
Yeah.
57 combined.
That's insane.
That's so cool.
That's like half of last year.
I know,
total.
exactly. That was almost
In 8
the
hours.
first year's. First year's was 700,000. You guys almost beat first year's just combined.
I think it's just going to keep getting bigger and better.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, always. That's the goal.
Just like you though.
Hey,
Get
man.
bigger and better.
Dude,
It's like
next
always.
year I'm gonna I got some ideas that I should have done this year, but it's gonna be sick next year.
Well, now we're excited.
Oh, yeah,
You heard it here first.
Get
At
us started
Guardian
up.
Con. Now, you also have a beautiful wife. Is she here today?
Unfortunately not, man. She is
didn't
at
get to
home.
come.
No. She, like, our goal is to get her to come to everything. I want her always next to me because, you know, I literally feel lost when she's not with me. Like, I don't even, like, you know, I'm sitting in a room, you know, I got my manager, you know, Matt, one of my buddies here, but it's just like,
It's like,
Where is she? Where is she?
Like, it's like my limb is like, I'm like, what do I do? Like, what do I do when you're not here? So, but no, we are now like starting to put things in place for people to like watch after, you know, our dogs and stuff like that, so she can just come
That's awesome.
and be with everything.
That's great.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so nice. He's such a role model.
I know. I look up to you. It's like, oh, this
My
stuff is
God.
crazy.
The one thing we noticed while we were watching the stream the other day, the background is drastically different. What's going on there, Ninja?
Yeah, I know. So we got to a new place, and we have that purchased like a couple of months ago, but we have Comcast Fiber. It took them forever for them to like dig out whatever. So it took like a month. So I was literally driving back to my old place to stream.
It's like driving to work.
Literally driving to work.
Driving to work.
I was getting stuck in traffic, dude.
Oh, it's like streams will be all late.
Trains were like, trains were getting stuck behind trains. I was just like, dude, this is like,
I don't miss
man.
this.
People have to do this every single day, and to everyone who does have to deal with traffic, I'm sorry. But you know, so we have right now. I have the ability right now to go into the room that is going to be my new stream room that is going to be completely decked out. It's going to be lit. I can't even. Like all the crazy ideas that are going to be going on in there, man.
Right.
It's supposed to be like never before done, and obviously some of it will be done.
A whole production room here?
Yeah, it's going to be sick, dude. So I could have set up all my stuff there, but I was like, dude, I'm just going to put it in a little side room because, you know, the second they start the construction on that, it's like, dude, I'm going to have to take everything out, dude, and moving 2 PCs and unplugging all that. No way, dude. That's too complicated. So yeah, everyone says I'm in a Harry Potter's closet.
Yeah.
Is that where you are? Is a little hideaway?
Yeah, everyone says, Harry Potter's.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter's closet.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Trav,
I love it.
You had a question about a specific dance.
Okay.
Oh no.
We gotta know.
I was asked to ask you where did the pon come from?
All right, so I've told the story a lot, but you know this is obviously just a perfect time to explain it. My best friend Anthony, we were just hanging out one day. This was like 4 or 5 years ago, and he's just like, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago. And he's just like, yo, you got to. And he used to send me trance mixes every day. Like when we were playing Final Fantasy 11, he'd be like, yo, check out this track. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. So finally one day he's just like, yo, man, you got to listen to the song. I'm like, all right, I'm pumped, right? I can't wait to hear it. And then it's just like, boom, boom, wee, wee. And I'm like, dude, this is the first time he's ever done this. I was like, what is this, dude? He's like, bro, it's the pom-pom, dude. It's the pom-pom. It's a great song. And I was just like, okay.
All right, cool.
I listened to it. It was a great song. And then, never listened to it again for like 2 years. And then I think after H1Z1 came out, dude, those Battle Royale games were like 35 minutes long. Like, after I won a game, it didn't feel right.
To just
go into another game.
Awesome, yeah.
And be like, oh, nice, cool, all right, next. Like, I was like, dude, this is a celebration, dude. This is a marathon. We just won. I got to do a dance. First song that came into my head was like, dude, pom-pom, man. And then, the whole, like, this is like the give me your energy. Like the little Kirby that's like,
right.
So that's like what it is.
Take my energy.
Yeah, take my energy. That's like kind of what it came from. And back to back, I just slowly evolved. There's a YouTube video. It's called The Evolution of the Ninja Pon-Pon. So I think some dude just went on YouTube or whatever and just completely took. Because I mean, dude, I've added little steps, dude, little mini dances.
So are you actually good at dancing now? Would you say? Like,
honestly, dude, my wife was a hip hop dancer, in high school.
She's teaching you some moves on the side.
No, I mean I've just watched her dance a lot, and I feel like I've got.
It's like I'm catching on.
I'm getting a little rhythm.
Okay. Makes sense.
Just a little bit.
It's about time.
There you go.
Be able to.
So you've been playing a lot of these Battle Royale games. You were with H1. You played a little bit of PUBG, and then you're really stuck with Fortnite. But it's been multiple months here that you've been playing Fortnite. Is there any new games on the horizon you're enjoying?
Dude, they're here right now. Realm Royale, man.
Are you stoked about that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love Fortnite to death, and I don't honestly truly think there's a moment when I'm playing that game where I'm bored. But it is always nice, to freshen things up a little bit, man. And I talked about this earlier. I just did like an interview with them, like the cluck system. I gotta probably stop saying that. Well, I mean, it is what they do. They cluck.
The chicken.
When you get chicken, when you
or
get
the
down.
egg now.
Yeah, and you turn into a chicken, and you just like jump around. Like I think that's
try to survive.
It's a brilliant spin on the on the revive system, right? That typical you're down, someone has to sit there for 10 seconds, like turning into a chicken and chasing it down, and being able to like it's all beat up with a white flag. It's brilliant. It's hilarious, man.
Take it into your own hands, trying to survive as opposed to getting thirsty. You're just like,
because there's some times, man, where you actually like. I mean, I've witnessed it. I've been with Ben and I've seen Dr. Lupo, like jump around as a chicken, dude, like woo, like away from this dude for like 15 seconds, juking through windows, and then he comes back alive. Like That's amazing. You can't do that
You
in any other game. So
you
it's,
outplay people. It's pretty fun.
you know, it's new experience.
I guess the nice thing about that too is, let's say you're turned into a chicken, you got Mad Ruski coming in. He can still be doing damage, and if you delay him long enough, like it's such a different threat compared to that revive system.
Yes.
Instead of being handicapped and really just forced to stick on your grab.
100%. Yeah, I think that's actually funny that you mentioned that, man. There's so many times where. Well, you know, in other games, there's always like the meta, like, okay, do I go and push this guy? Do I finish him? Do I, you know, even though he's down, he's irrelevant. But it's like now in Realm, it's like you have this, like, immediately I have this timer when I knock someone in duos or spots. Like, okay, there's like 30 seconds where that guy's going to turn back alive.
So
right?
you need to either push or you need to make him.
So you got to do something, right? It's like the second you knock someone, it's like, okay, clock's ticking. What are we doing? Right? Are we pushing this guy? Are we trying to just finish him? Is he, you know, are we? You know, it's amazing. I actually love it. It's a whole new dynamic to Battle Royale. So I think they did a great job with it.
Yeah, have you played the new patch yet?
I have. I think it was it like yesterday?
Yeah, it was like 2 days ago.
If it was 2 days ago, I think I played it.
It's a very nice update.
They changed around the SMGs and things like that. So
dude, they nerfed the assault rifle and like 25 rounds now instead of like 35 or something like that.
Yeah, dude, that's what it is.
I just love that they've been adding all these. I wasn't expecting it, you know. Like when I played, they only had the heirloom rifle and the slug rifle, and I love those guns. And then when I came back down, I think like 2 weeks later, they added the SMG, all these other rifles. I was like, dude, this plays a lot better. There's a lot more dynamic now.
Right.
And I think that I like that they're not really changing too much of the classes, and they're really focusing around just the weapons that you can pick up, which is just great. I think they're doing a good job.
Yeah, they add a lot of cool stuff to it. Now, one more thing I wanted to ask about Fortnite quick. They just announced the other day, it was like 8 weeks of Fortnite tournaments going on.
Skirmish.
I think there's one going on tomorrow. Are you going to get to play in it at all?
Nah, dude. It's unfortunate, dude, but I mean, I'd rather be here. Obviously, I'm not even mad about it.
You can win the next one.
Yeah, I'll get the next one, dude. Hopefully.
Is it every weekend? I think is what it is.
Yeah, it's every weekend now. So I mean, I think that it's just so great. I mean, I think that with you know, the Keemstars like Fortnite Fridays. I think he's moving those back to not interfere with these. It's just so much content, man, for people to watch in the summer. It's brilliant, dude.
Right.
It's just amazing. I love it.
It's
always something to
It's
do.
one of the fastest growing kind of esports scenes, even though it doesn't have official capacity support yet.
It's actually crazy. They have no support whatsoever from Epic. You know, which is fine because they're still trying to figure out the whole, you know, make sure everything's nice and organized, right, when it comes to people running tournaments. But Keemstar's been hosting these, and Slasher tweeted something the other week, you know, on Twitter, and it is the largest tournament of esports, like ever.
Every Friday. Yep. It's massive.
It's got like
it takes over Twitch. There's nothing you can do.
It's actually amazing,
insane.
man.
The viewership it's astronomical, and it honestly kind of feels like back in high school or junior high when Halo and Call of Duty were first coming out.
Exactly.
People that I played hockey with that have never gamed since those games are playing Fortnite. They're messaging me, "Yo, I heard you play Fortnite. Like, we should get together." You know, and there's
Dude,
tons of people.
Yeah, no, sorry. I literally played with my old Halo teammates, man.
I've
always been playing with Hysteria Fear itself because they've been on, but he's one of my best friends. I love it to death, man. Victory X, he plays on the Xbox, and we called him up. He works a normal job, so he has to be up at like 8 a.m., 7 a.m. and in bed at a good time. And I'm like, Justin, dude, we got to get the band back together. Like, you know, you got to text Cam. He's like, I'm not going to text him, dude. He's too late. And he's like, all right, I'll text him. And then Cam just immediately, he's like, I'm in, dude. So
sign me up. You're like, let's get it.
So it was that classic 3 a.m., you know,
gaming sesh.
Where are we dropping?
Yeah,
where are we dropping?
The meme that you see all the time.
And it was, dude, I haven't had that feeling, and I haven't had that Fortnite Friday. Like when I play in those Fortnite Friday tournaments, like I just get that old school. You know, I'm 27 now, right? And I don't know. It's like you don't feel the same way when you're gaming when you were a little kid. Like when I played Final Fantasy 11, like there's a total different feeling, and I love that. And you know, it's hard to find that, but I found it with like reminiscing with my brothers playing. You know, sometimes playing with my bros, playing with my friends, and these Fortnite Friday tournaments. It just kind of gets like this, you know, this nostalgia going, and I love it.
It's awesome. So you've also played with a bunch of very big names. I have a question for you.
Yes, man.
Who is the best of those people? Because you know, there's NFL players, there's DJs, there's all sorts of different people that you've played with. Who's the best?
Oh man, dude, I guess it's like, you know what, honestly, dude, truly, I think that right now with everyone that I play, Whit Lowry's been saying, like, he's been like, bro, I'm really good now. Like, we got to start playing again.
Right.
So I can't say Whit right now because when we started, he was not that good.
What about your boy Marshmello?
Drake was a fantastic teammate. Always dropped me his materials. Always dropped me his wood. Phrasing. Sorry. Materials. I would say Marshmello probably. I think for sure.
Well, Oh God, we're getting the dirt here. We're getting the dirt here. I love this.
Trevor May, Twins pitcher. He's
yeah.
actually really good too.
Nice.
He's actually really good too. He plays on the PC as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, mouse and keyboard. Marsh is on the PS4 controller right now, so he's still a little limited.
It's got to be
for it though.
Yeah, it's got to be a nice treat playing with some of those guys though, because they don't die constantly like Tim the Tat Man.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I would say Tim is probably the worst celebrity that I've
God.
There's nothing worse, dude, than being like a duo left alive in a squad with Tim, and then you just see him have 100 health, 100 shield, and in 1 second you hear. It's like, what happened, dude? Oh, Tim knocked himself out. All right, well, it's up to me, dude. All right, here we go.
I'm not even gonna revive you. You just
Thanks,
do your own
Tim.
thing.
Tim, dude, can you box yourself in, knocked out? No? All right, dude. Well, hopefully.
How much materials you got? I'm just gonna wait for you.
He never has any materials ever.
He's like a human shield.
He really is. He's actually fantastic at that, dude.
Yeah.
Wild card for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He's either gonna wipe a whole squad by himself, or he's gonna get knocked doing no damage.
One of these days, they're gonna win Fortnite Friday. You're never gonna see it coming.
I hope so, dude. He almost did, man. It was like week 5 or whatever. He got like the top 8.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. That's
a lot of fun, man.
So you just won your first one with
Hysteria.
With Hysteria, because you played with Hysteria in the past as well.
Yeah. Hysteria's been a Halo teammate of mine for over like the last 6 years, 7 years, 6 years, long time. And I always known he's been good at the game. He finally reached out to me. I wanted to play with people who were like super big in like the Fortnite scene, and play with King Richard. We got second. Then we played with him again. We didn't do well. So then me and him were both just like, hey man, let's try other partners out. Like let's just see if we can do better.
Yeah. And
then eventually I pulled in Hysteria, and it was just a click. Like we were on the same page a lot. So
right.
Looking forward to hopefully winning. Obviously we can't play. I think it's going on right now. So I'll probably be checking it out when we're done with this. But Fortnite Fridays, dude.
Fortnite Fridays. And then I heard Realm Royale, Keem might be doing $100,000.
Oh, he is, man. Yeah,
that is nuts.
That's gonna be fun, man. Dude, the skill gap in that game is really crazy, man. It's really interesting to see like just the nutty like sniper shots that assassins can hit sometimes, man. Like I'll be at 2,400 health with just 1,200 shield, 1,200 HP, and I'll just I just get dinked down to like 2 HP, and I'm like, okay.
How did that happen?
Okay, dude. Like, what do you, and then you just see him, like, mount up, and you're just like, oh, I'm screwed, man. He's coming right for me. But the game is super fun. Skill gap, definitely there. A lot of potential,
And it'll be the same format as the Fortnite Fridays, right?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be the exact same
2 teams
thing.
in a squad? Okay.
It's going to be very interesting, too, man, because that game is unforgiving.
It
and
is.
And it's not as big as Fortnite. And clearly, what I mean by that is it'll be a lot easier for players to get in the lobbies if they want. There's going to be a 2-minute delay, which is nice. But I mean,
playing against other players like other teams.
Yeah, who knows, man? That's definitely a possibility.
That'll be fun. If you guys are bringing all of your audiences to play that game,
I think that
it's going to ramp up very quickly. I think that problem will go away after week 1.
I think, and then that's the whole point, right? It's like kind of like it's okay, man. It's not really meant to be super competitive. It's meant to be fun, and obviously it's meant to grow the game. Right, and I think that's something that I definitely want to do from, just because the game really just feels so fun, and it's just so different, and it's in a good spot, plays well, it deserves to be a popular game. So I'm happy to be a part of it.
It's nice seeing that change up too, because with the battle royale scene, there's only so many things you can do with it.
Exactly,
right?
You know what I mean?
You've got the kind of more realistic lead your shots kind of PUBG. You've got the cool building mechanics with Fortnite. Now we've got this class system, and I like seeing the change up, and it just gives us more games to play.
Yeah,
I know. Everyone says
I saw your video, dude, your YouTube video.
You
about
like that video?
What you're playing. I watched it, man.
Yeah, you know how it is. I'm addicted. I'll tell you.
Dude, it's fun, man.
So are you telling me that you got a little duo going here soon?
I'm down to play, man. Get the duo. Get the
Someone
band,
clip this.
Get the band back together. Dude. Which one's mine?
Sounds good. So Lupo is here as well.
Yes.
I see him
Wait, who?
screwing around.
Oh, sorry.
He's your friend, Dr. Lupo.
Have you heard of him? I you know what? He hasn't been walking around. I think someone stole his cane as a joke. So
oh my God.
He's been. He's walking around somewhere, I think.
Have you played any Realm with him?
We've played a little bit, dabble. I don't even think we played more than like 3 or 4 hours. If you don't count squads.
Right.
I think our duos alone, we haven't really played too much. We always play on like the back end of one of our streams, or one of our 4 nights down, we hop on over. But I've been the last like 3 or 4 of my streams, I've ended with the last like 2 hours of Realm.
Yeah, I noticed, and it's funny because you're like, oh, I'm going to play for an hour or 2, and then it was like 4 hours in. You're like, okay, I actually have to get off.
Bro,
now, so.
it was Realm. I want to say I was playing with Chappie, dude, and I am Chappie, and we used to play PUBG. We used to like dabble once, playing some duos, and we were playing. Dude, I think we started at 10.
Couldn't stop.
And I kid you not, dude, I looked at the clock, and it was 4 a.m.
You're just like, I can't get off.
It was 4 a.m., and I was like, dude, how long have we been playing? And I'm not even tired, dude. Like, there were no yawns, no bathroom breaks, dude. It was just straight 6 hours of Realm, non-stop.
What are we dropping, boys?
And didn't look at the clock one time, didn't even realize that. I was like, I gotta go to bed, dude. I can't remember myself.
It's a great feeling.
I gotta be up in 5 hours.
And then you did. But that's the
And then
thing,
I
too,
did.
is, I mean, you've been so consistent throughout all of this. You know, you go to these events. I mean, you were at E3, you're here, you're doing all these things, but you're still very dedicated to the stream. And, you know, I gotta say, that growth is earned.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
man.
you're putting in
grinding.
15-hour days. You're
Thank
putting
you,
in double streams. You're splitting things up. And it's just impressive to see not only how much growth can come from a game being popular, but being consistent with that as well. So congratulations. I mean,
thank you,
as
man.
we said before, he's hit 9 million followers.
What are you on Instagram
Twitter.
now?
7.5 million.
Oh
You're
my!
getting-
We're
you're
doing
getting there.
100,000 followers every 2 days. It's
That's so awesome. That
absolutely
growth is insane.
Nice. I got 3 last week. Pretty
I
pumped.
think I lost one. To be
Pretty
honest with you.
pumped.
I lost 5.
I think I lost 5. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, there goes so much into social media, man. You know, I wasn't even on Instagram 6 months ago, and that was the only reason Drake even messaged me and got a hold of me was because of Instagram.
So you're like, we should probably start using this.
Oh yeah, you know, I think one of my buddies, Alex, texted me. He's just like, hey, there's someone uploading your clips on Instagram. Dude's got like 400,000 followers. Each clip gets like 1 million views, and I was like, why am I not doing that?
What?
You know, so we reached out to Insta. They gave us Ninja because it was there. It was not taken by anyone, and like that was active. And dude, yeah, it just went up, man. And then 2 months later, Champagne Poppy follows. I was like, oh my god, let's go.
Pumped.
So yeah, it's just about hitting all the angles, man.
That's awesome. We are we're running out of time here. We're gonna have to jump into the Game Attack live session on the main stage. Ninja, thank you so much for
Dude,
joining me.
hey, man. I love you guys. Thank
yeah,
you so much.
for sure.
Appreciate it, man. Reach
Trav, good questions as well. You did good.
I'm just here.
I love it.
I'm just happy to be
You
here.
did good, kid, man.
I'm just happy to be here.
It was a lot of fun. Everyone here at Guardian Con, thank you so much for all the donations. We're still getting,
Thanks,
you know, thousands of dollars of donations coming in here, and this has been a blast. We are going to kick it over to the main stage right away. They're going to get started pretty much as soon as we're done here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys in the stream. Thank you all of our sponsors. We got DX Racers, Scuff. We've got Buffalo Wild Wings, and
It's delicious. I had some.
they're
earlier.
delicious.
Yeah. I love you, those man.
Yeah, that's what we did last year. Buffalo Wild Wings. They're delicious. Anyways,
Beat us.
thank you guys so much. We're done. Talk to you guys later.
And speaking of inspiration, there is one streamer out of those 120 whose journey this year has been absolutely phenomenal.
What do you guys say?
Ninja and his millions of fans have shown the world the power of community on Twitch. If you only just started watching his stream since Fortnite blew up, you might not know that he's been working hard on Twitch for nearly as long as I have. Let's take a look at what he's accomplished this year.
God.
And our second guest, Ninja is a 26-year-old esports star who originally hit the scene playing Halo competitively. He's been streaming since the Justin TV days and exploded into the mainstream this year, playing with celebs like Drake and Ellen. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tyler Ninja Blevins. So much, man. Appreciate it. How's your guys' TwitchCon been so far?
Oh, fantastic.
It's been pretty fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to come up on the stage and deliver all the announcements.
I get to tell everyone about all the hard work that everyone else has been doing all year. So but that's the best.
Yeah, the fun part. And what about you? Just so far taking it easy? Is this your first thing? Or?
No, it's the exact opposite. Well, this is my first, I think, like an obligation. Well, not even an obligation. I love to be here. But no, last night I had you know what I mean. Last night there was Dylan Francis and I had a party. That was amazing.
And was it amazing?
Yeah, that was super fun. And I'm kind of still riding the struggle bus a little bit. But, you know, it's all good.
That's okay.
So far.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to make it easy for you. We're not going to throw the hard questions out first.
All right.
I have created the lightning round. And so I think what I'd like you to do is just, if I can find my card, I'm going to ask you a question, and you know, just want to hear from both of you the answer to that. So I'm going to start with you, Emmett. Emmett, what was the last game that you played that wasn't Hearthstone?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I knew this one would actually be kind of tough for him.
Civilization 6.
Civ 6. All right. So Ninja, what was the last game you played that wasn't Fortnite?
Oh, League of Legends.
League of Legends.
Yeah.
Look at that. All right. What is your favorite Twitch emoticon, Emmett?
Clearly Optimus Prime, which is my face.
That I actually heard that we were talking about eliminating low usage emoticons.
Oh.
And this was, so get it going during
Get
this
some-
chat.
can we get
Emmett.
spams in the chat, please?
We got, yes, please. Ninja, what about you? Favorite Twitch emoticon?
Dude, it's gotta be anything Monka, man. All the Monka emotes that people create and the Monka. Is Monka, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Or the classic golden kappa, by the way. Just
the classic. You
The
never know when
classic
it will hit.
golden kappa.
Oh,
Like, have you had it?
I've never had it, but I've seen it in my chat.
I think
multiple
it might
times.
be a rumor. I don't know if it's actually a real
Oh,
thing.
it's a real
I
thing.
do
Has
a whole
anyone
thing,
here
man.
had the golden kappa before?
Yeah.
Damn, we failed.
Maybe we should start dishing it out to maybe 2 people on the website a day and not just 1.
All right, this is the toughest one. Emmett, pineapple on pizza?
Obviously. How could you? Anyone who doesn't like pineapple on pizza is a heathen.
Okay. Ninja.
I mean, I'll eat pineapple on pizza, but I'm not the guy who's gonna demand it.
You're
or
not
ask
gonna
for
request
you know?
it.
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
mean, you can literally put anything on pizza, right?
I agree. I agree.
So-
What about you? Pineapple on pizza?
Yeah.
Right down the middle. Right down the middle. Emmett, do you have one favorite Twitch moment?
A favorite Twitch? Actually, I do have a favorite Twitch moment. I still remember the moment that I opened up Penny Arcade. I've been reading Penny Arcade since Penny Arcade launched because I was into webcomics early. And there was a moment where I opened up Penny Arcade and it was about Twitch. And it was like, I've arrived. Like, I finally did something worth doing. I'm in Penny Arcade. I mean, I'm not, actually. But the thing I
Right.
made is in Penny Arcade.
Right.
Close enough.
No, I
And
like
that was a moment.
Awesome. Ninja, what about you? Do you have a favorite Twitch moment?
Yeah, dude. There's one night I was streaming, and out of nowhere, my entire chat just erupted. And you know, I usually, dude, I hate when people start telling me about other people's streams. You know, oh, so and so's going on. You know, oh, did you see what when you did? You know, it's like this is my stream, right? You know, let's keep it. But one time, man, it was all of Twitch came together, man. Resident Sleeper, where the guy was playing Resident Evil for like 48 hours straight.
Oh, yeah.
And he fell asleep live on Twitch, man. And it was just, you know, sleeping in his chair, and he went from like a couple hundred viewers or something like that to like 15, 20,000.
Yeah.
And then he gets his own emote for it. It was
And then immortalized.
yeah, absolutely, man. I remember I pulled up his stream and I was just like, dude, this is the greatest thing ever.
I agree. Established immortality forever.
He gets to be the face of boredom.
Dude, oh my God, you have no idea. Tim the Tatman has that emote band in his chat, dude. We can't Resident
Hey, the
Sleeper in his
roast
chat.
is later tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I gotta remember that.
All right.
I got some good jokes, guys. All right.
Emmett, if you could bring one TV show marathon to Twitch for everyone to enjoy, what would it be?
I mean, there's only one that I would.
I can't wait to
I'd
hear
be able to do. It's the TV show that I watched fanatically growing up. I watched in college. I watched every episode as it came out. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
All right. I can get behind that one.
I
I'm
mean,
definitely a
I
Buffy
think that
fan.
it would make a great Twitch marathon as well because it is. No, I don't know if it's good per se in like the.
Whoa, Emmett. Buffy's good.
I loved Buffy, but it has so many campy, like ridiculous moments where it's I can picture chat responding to things happening on screen. I'm like, that's going to be fun to watch together.
Definitely meme-worthy for sure. All right, Ninja, if you could bring one TV show marathon to Twitch for everyone to enjoy, what would it be?
2 things that came off the top of my head in terms of chat interaction. Samurai Jack, because of how how many people would just kind of spam Resident Sleeper half the episodes or him walking with his little, his sandals. And then Dragon Ball Z or Super. I mean, dude, you imagine every time Goku's powering up for 30 minutes, the entire chat is just spamming.
I actually can't imagine
Oh
that.
my God, man, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah. All right, one more, and then we're going to go into our questions. If there was one thing you wish people knew about you but don't, what would that be, Emmett?
I think one thing that people don't realize about me is that I was not at all interested in leadership or management at all when we started the company. I was an engineer, I liked programming, and I wanted to get people away from me. I literally at one point built a box fort at work so that people would stop bothering me.
Yeah.
And it's been a really nice journey getting to connect with other humans in this meat space world. And I'm really happy that I made that transition.
Awesome.
So that's a thing I think people don't know.
Awesome. What about you, Ninja?
2 things. One that I have been streaming for not just 1 year, which is like, for 7 years. Well, since Justin TV. So that and, or like my detached retina in my right eye that I play as well as I do with like half vision, essentially.
I did not know that.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah, if I close my left eye, everything's like super blurry. It's terrible.
Wow. Wow. Maybe that's what makes you
Who knows?
better. I don't know. Maybe
I'm just waiting for a bionic eye, man.
Yeah.
For real. I mean, I feel like we're close.
So let's talk about kind of the evolution of Twitch and think about the past a little bit. And it's funny because you've both been around since day one, and technically you're both streamers. Because I don't know if you know this, but while Emmett may not have been like actually being the streamer, he was oftentimes a conspirator in those streams with Justin, right? Like,
Absolutely.
You didn't even know yet that you were a streamer. But Twitch has opened up this new entertainment, this new medium. We added the video, we added the chat. So Ninja, I'm gonna start with you on this one. But like, what is your favorite thing about Twitch, and like, why did you gravitate towards that as something to do in the first place?
Dude, I mean, I just love playing video games. So being able to broadcast, I would play like 12 hours a day because I was practicing to be a professional Halo player. So, I think that once I started to actually like connect with my viewers and learn the majority of their, back in the day when I had 50 to 100 viewers, like learn their first names and they'd tell me about their days and stuff like that. And being able to cheer people up, letting people telling me like, hey man, thank you for streaming. Like I'm having, my day was terrible, now it's great. I think that just being able to broadcast to all these people and hopefully change their lives, impact them for the better is great. And hearing about it is rare because sometimes people, you're vulnerable when you tell the streamer that
Sure.
But when that happens, man, it's just I get a big smile on my face.
I mean, I think a lot of streamers share that same
Yeah,
sentiment, and it's definitely one of the favorite things that I love about Twitch. And what about you? Obviously, there's probably a lot of things that you could say, but
What do I like about Twitch? So when we were Justin TV, I found myself just turning on, at this point at the time, it was StarCraft 2 beta streams, and watching. And what was great, it was interesting because you'd always had the ability to go watch replays. Like the replay culture had been huge with StarCraft. But watching someone playing live, you got this sense that not only were you learning about the game and like gaining in that way, but like you actually were forming this connection with the person and you were part of this community of people reacting to what was happening. And I just found it super compelling. I did it all the time. And I don't think I'm ever going to be a really successful streamer because I've tried it. It's like really hard. I have a lot of respect for the amount of work that goes into streaming. And it's not the thing that I'm like the best in the world at. But I really do like watching it. I think it's super fun to watch. I've been a Twitch viewer since before Twitch existed. And I just think that that sense of like you're in the thing that's happening right now, you're part of an event, it's not just a passive consumption, is the thing that keeps drawing me back.
Awesome. That was a great answer. So
better than mine.
Let's talk a little bit because in the early days too, esports was one of the largest drivers. I mean, you kind of mentioned it. You were watching a lot of the StarCraft 2 beta. 2009, we also had League of Legends. We had Street Fighter 4 come out, and then also, of course, we had Halo, right? And you started in the world of Halo. That's
Absolutely.
even when you started streaming, and then kind of transitioned to streamer and really growing around the H1Z1 days. But looking back, were you surprised to have a sort of esports into streaming? And I know you still have your hooks in the esports, but were you surprised by that, or does that seem kind of like a natural evolution? Because
I definitely think it's a little bit of both. I was more my wife and my brother who are in the crowd right now. They have been telling me for like 4 years to just stop competing like in Halo and to start focusing full time on streaming because when you're competing and you're going and traveling, dude, everyone knows that streaming is one of the most demanding jobs ever. You need to be there. If you're not there streaming, then you're not growing, and you're missing out on opportunities. So I would travel Thursday or sometimes even Wednesday for a tournament, get back Monday. I just missed 5 days of streaming and I tell people, I would tweet and post it to everywhere and be like, guys, I'm going to be going to a tournament this weekend. I'm going to be going to a tournament. And then I'd go to the tournament, come back, and half my chat, where were you? I'm like, I told you where I was going. But so, yeah, I think that it was definitely, necessary in order to be able to be where I am today. And I'm happy with the decision to have moved on from Halo, start, focused on Battle Royales and
We'll talk more about battle royales
Absolutely.
in a minute. I just as a follow-up, but you were playing Halo, and then you were also streaming, in between tournaments, and that was even back on the Justin TV days.
Yeah.
How what is different now? Obviously, other than your growth, that is different versus when you were streaming back then as a competitor.
I would say really the stress. Like every day I want to make sure that I'm improving at Fortnite. I'm improving at any game that I'm playing and streaming. And that's something that I'm always going to be critical, of myself and making sure that I'm constantly improving for the stream and for my viewers. But that I think when I was competing and actually, streaming my scrimmages and dude, the viewers, man, they, I'm a professional Halo player, right? And it's like I'm talking to my team why we lost that game, and I look over the chat and it's just like, you lost because you suck. And I'm like, oh my God, it's terrible. I can't imagine a professional football player playing. He has a chat right next to him. He just dropped the ball,
Right.
and it's just like idiot.
That would be kind of interesting football league.
Oh yeah, dude. I can't imagine. Stafford throws an interception and he just has, in his mic, you're terrible.
This is why we're working on AR.
Right.
Coming soon to a sports field near you.
Dude, I can't
True
imagine.
multiplayer entertainment.
Yeah.
So let's talk about records, right? And I want to frame this by, obviously you had the record for the single most concurrence for a stream around 635.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna come back and ask you a question, but I actually want to ask Emmett because it took years, Emmett, before on Twitch 635,000 was the site-wide concurrent number, and that was years ago. So, are you surprised that streamers are capable of hitting numbers that once represented like the entirety of Twitch at one point?
I'm actually not surprised. There's always a question of how long it's going to take to get there and what you need to put into place. But I always felt that I wasn't that weird in liking to watch people play video games and liking to be part of that. And you always make a decision when you're working on a startup. I think this is cool. Will anyone else think it's cool? But I think it was clear from pretty early on that anyone who really enjoyed video games, at least, would enjoy watching Twitch. And as a result, it was, in some sense, an inevitability, only a matter of time before someone would figure out how to create the stream that could pull those people in. And I'm absolutely confident that over the next few years, you'll see individual streamers break the 1 million mark. I think you'll see individual streamers break the 2 million mark. And I just don't think there's any reason for that to stop, because people like being part of a live event. They like being part of a live experience. And I think we have the opportunity to have that be an individual thing.
And so, when we think about it from like a site perspective, then Ninja, when you put that now into perspective, that on a single stream, you've got that single most concurrence. So what does that feel like? And, what's that mean to you as a streamer?
I feel like I have a target on my back now because obviously everyone wants to beat that.
There's some truth to that.
And that's kind of, I would say, the most stressful thing, part of the job right now. But I love it. And I want to, I want to break my own, right? Which is what we did. I think I broke it the first time with the Drake stream, and then I think I broke that one with the Vegas stream. And so it just, we have cooler and more amazing things being planned, and I'm just excited to see. There's so many people, man, like in the world, billions. And so when you actually think about it, man, that's what I'm looking at. I look at it, 635,000. It's like, yeah, that's incredible, but it's like, got a couple.
Sky's the limit, right?
Dude, it's like, how do we just get more people?
There's 310 million committed console and PC gamers in the world. That's not just people who touch video games, but people who would call themselves gamers. You could have a stream that reached 100 million people easily.
Right.
Because every single one of those people could be watching Twitch and could be watching streaming. And we're not there yet. It's the community is still growing. But I don't see any reason why that's not a possibility.
Exactly.
So just as a general question, do you think that it's just that they haven't found that one stream for them on Twitch, or maybe they still don't know? From that perspective, how big or small do you think Twitch is in that perspective, in that 310 million?
I think we're still at very early days on Twitch. It still feels like the start of the streaming world. And the reason why I think people haven't gotten onboarded into enjoying watching streams on Twitch is partially because they may not have tried or not have heard of it, but also, and don't take this the wrong way, Twitch, but it can be kind of hard to figure out what's going on a Twitch stream sometimes if you're not part of the community. And I think that it's on us to do a better job figuring out how to introduce people and get them across that gap to learning how to Twitch, because it's certainly something that people seem to like a lot once we get them across.
Right, right. So let's talk a little bit about charity. I love to tell this story, but my mom came to last year's TwitchCon, and when you talked about how much the Twitch community has raised, I watched her mouth like drop, and then she couldn't stop talking about it for like 7 days, and from that point she was like, Twitch is the future, they're gonna be the ones voting and they'll get all this charity. And I was just so blown away that like my mom, caught onto that so much. And it's amazing, it's special. It's not necessarily what you'd expect kind of from gaming. And how does it feel, Emmett, to see the Twitch community get behind the hundreds of charities through all of these unique events on Twitch? Because it was like, that wasn't necessarily the intention when you started Twitch.
It's amazing, and it's surprising, but maybe it shouldn't be, because I didn't expect it when we started Twitch. Like, it didn't seem obvious that would be a use case. But when you think about the core motivation of what's bringing people to Twitch, which is to come together around things they care about and work together to support making something happen, which is the fundamental basis for the whole channel subscriptions product, that exact same motivation that makes subscriptions work obviously also applies to charity. And so now, in retrospect, now that I've seen it happen, it's like, oh, of course that's a good idea. Of course that's possible. But I have to admit, I didn't see it coming.
And Ninja, you are among, one of the sets of streamers, and there's many out there who have had a significant impact on charity and kind of taken it to the next level. But did you ever think you and your community could help raise hundreds of thousands of dollars in charity?
No, man. There's just that amount of money, when you look at it, being raised from others is astronomical, right? And I always think it's so amazing that just like a normal streamer in terms of donations and stuff like that, it's like 15-fold of how much you make more, or not make, but how much you raise for charity events. And I love that, right? I know people who only donate when it's a charity stream, and I recognize their name. I'm like, this is the guy who gave like $5,000 last time. And I think it's amazing. And to what Emmett said, I completely agree. At first, you might be like, well, is that going to happen? But it
kind of makes sense.
It would perfectly make sense, right? It's it's the streamer who people are getting involved with, the community, and now it's like, okay, well, if that person is passionate about a specific charity, his viewers usually are as well, and then they just you just raise a bunch of money, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. So. Emmett, you're not allowed to answer this question because you're already the CEO of Twitch. So Ninja, if we let you be CEO of Twitch for a day, what would be your first order of business? What would you?
Hot seat.
No, I got this. Okay, so, dude, this is actually one thing that I've brought up a couple of times. I feel like it's really difficult for streamers to gain access to really good, emote artists and people who do designs for alerts and things like that without already being very popular or having high connections. But let's just say, I have a six-figure job and I'm streaming. I have the money to pay for really good and emotes and alerts and graphics and stuff like that, but I have no idea how to contact people or anything like that. There was I would put a creator page or a content page where it's literally just artists, and they could essentially commission themselves out and be like, this person can do, give them a rating of how good they are and the types of alerts they do and stuff like that.
I'm not surprised that that what you said was going to have to do with emotes, and that's a great idea to sort of connect, especially the creative broadcasters and whatnot. But
exactly.
Haven't I also heard you say that you just want more emotes?
I just want more emotes, man. I was thinking about only saying that, but
so I'll tell you what, Ninja, I'm going to let you be CEO for the hour.
Oh my God.
And we are going to give all broadcasters who have over 10K sub points another 10 additional emote slots.
Dude.
So
I'm
there you go.
Yes.
There you go. Is that okay, Emmett?
Yeah. We'll let it slide.
Okay, so I believe that's going to be kicking in next week for everyone. It's over 70 broadcasters who are going to get those 10 extra emotes. I can already tell. It's like,
I would just like to say that I've been asking for more emote slots for about a year.
Well, all you have to do is get up here with me.
That's right. That's what the TwitchCon interviews are for.
Right, exactly.
Making important product decisions. Wait, but where's my question?
Well, okay, all right, Emmett.
Which is, what would I do
Okay,
I was Ninja
like
for a
this
day.
one.
Oh, no.
Emmett, if you were Ninja for a day, what would you do? Play
What I do-
Hearthstone?
I would convert all of your viewers into the holy land of Hearthstone.
Oh my God.
That's what I would do if I was Ninja for a day. I'm sure your viewers
Somehow-
would love it. They just don't understand yet.
Yeah.
They would if I was Ninja for a day.
Oh my God.
That is funny. All right, well, let's talk about Battle Royale a little bit. Emmett, this first question's for you. You know, is it safe to say, this is a two-part question, is it safe to say that predicting gaming and trends of Twitch is impossible? And, you know, what are the challenges of running a company where something suddenly can happen overnight which can drastically change Twitch? You know, whether that's Twitch plays Pokemon or the Battle Royale explosion or some other large event.
Yeah, you really don't have any idea what's going to be popular next. Like, anyone who says they called the whole Battle Royale thing is clearly lying. Like, no one had any idea that that was going to happen. And if you did, you just got lucky. And that's just generally true it's true for movies too, right? Predicting the movie that's going to be the next big hit.
Of course.
To some degree, you know, you can spend a big marketing budget and try to get people to go to it. But at the end of the day, it's a creative endeavor, and no one really knows what's going to be next. And I think what that puts a premium on for us at Twitch and for anyone who works in the gaming space or in entertainment in general is flexibility and like an open mind, because just because something wasn't big before doesn't mean it won't be big later, and just because something's new and different doesn't mean that it won't work. And so you gotta always be open to adapting to the new thing that's going to happen.
All right. So Ninja, obviously H1Z1, PUBG, Fortnite, and when H1Z1 came out, your streaming career really kind of skyrocketed. So I want to talk about Battle Royale, especially
Absolutely,
with
man.
you, because you know you were an amazing player in Halo. I mean, I watched many MLG events and even the stream occasionally. But you know, obviously, like Battle Royale lets you almost amplify what you're doing, how you're interacting, skill set, et cetera. So
Yeah.
why is it that Battle Royale not only fits for you, but what do you think about this explosion? Why do you think it's there?
Oh man, it's the game mode is meant for streamers, man. It literally, I feel like, you know, like the style of the game, how everything you know, unfolds, it tells a story. A long, you know, the H1Z1 back in the day, I think it was like 30-minute games, you know, maybe 40 minutes if like, you know, you waited till the very end. And that's forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it tells a story. I think that's why, you know, StarCraft and League of Legends is so popular as well in terms of the numbers. Is like those games are usually very long, and like, you know, like I always got, you know, butterflies in my stomach when I would watch, you know, when I could turn into, you know, Huck's stream, and it was right at the beginning of the game. Like right when I see him, you know, moving his drones around, and I'm like, dude, this is amazing, because now I get to watch everything unfold. I don't jump in. But yeah, so I think that, you know, I can, you know, run around and kind of auto run, because, you know, there's going to be downtime. I can talk to my stream. I can set up little antics and stuff like that. If I'm playing Halo, if I'm playing Call of Duty, you know, it's like you're playing, right? You can't look at your chat, which is over here. You're, you know, because everyone's right around you, and then you die, and you have 5 seconds until you respawn, and then you look at your chat for 5 seconds. You maybe see one person who just said you sucked, and then you go back to, gaming again, and that's what battle royales are. It's a game mode literally built for streamers.
I love it. I think that's great. A couple more things, because we're already running out of time. 30 minutes is just too short.
I could be up here all day.
Right? So let's talk about community a little bit. And Emmett, I'm going to start with you on this one. You know, straight up, are you surprised that Twitch, whose sort of primary technology is live streaming, has become a new home to global communities?
The goal for Twitch from the beginning was community. It was bringing people together. Like, the thing we always said was, you come for the video, but you stay for the chat. And I really believe that's true. I think that's still true today. And it's being part of that chat, being part of that community, that makes Twitch a place that you stay. Even if you originally showed up because there was some awesome video you wanted to watch, or someone who's amazing at the game, there's only so many hours you're going to do that. But people will have a deep, long-standing, forever need to be part of something bigger than themselves. And I think that Twitch helps scratch that itch.
Awesome. Ninja, I know how much community means to you. What do you think is special about the Ninja community? And then also, do you have anything you'd like to say to them today?
Oh man, absolutely. Well, first of all, I'll just say thank them for just, you know, enjoying the content and just the stream and tuning in every single day, man. I still remember the climb up from the people from 100 viewers for Halo, to eventually 1,000 viewers in Halo, and then HZ. Like dude, started from the bottom. Now we're here. Like that was that is like the definition of 7 years of streaming, almost 8, I think now. No, but I love my community, man, and I still have mods who have been with me for 60 months. And they're, I got them a mansion for TwitchCon. I put them all up there. That's how much I care about my community and my.
Nice.
They're the they are the reason throughout my growth that like my chat was clean, sub mode when it needed to be, emote mode when it needed to be, and they're the mods. They fight for your beliefs, right? And like, dude,
truth and justice.
So when you hooking me up with moderator?
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So we might be doing a little something tomorrow because tonight's the Twitch party. So
awesome. All right, we've just got a little bit of time left, so I've got one final question. So Ninja, as the year comes to close, you've already made a pretty big mark on 2018, but what's next? What can we expect in like 2019?
It's not over yet in this year, man.
Oh yeah?
I got a little something for you.
What's that?
Got a little clip, man.
A clip?
I think we'll
Ninja brought me a clip. All right.